Well, welcome to the 40-Day Health Challenge HQ. Folks, we have an epic day ahead. That was all very serious. Give us a cheer now, lads. Give us a cheer. Hey! And we're off. Welcome to the 40-Day Health Challenge HQ, a 4-hour live stream. We're going to give our amazing challengers their results over the course of the next 4 hours. We're going to answer any questions you have as well. On the 6th of January, 16 incredibly brave people signed up for something to improve their health and improve their wellness, to eat better, to move more, and to take along mental health challenges along the way. Earlier on this week, they went back to Randox Health to get their bloods retested. They did DCU's minimum fitness test retest to see how they got on. And this morning, they were on our body composition analysis machine, where we looked at absolutely everything: muscle mass, fat mass, water content, bone density, and a whole lot more. We have a lot of stats to give. As ever, I'm joined in studio by Sophie, Eddie, Sumi. Trina Mara from Ireland's Classic Hits Radio is going to pop in every hour and reveal some stats live on air, because not only are we streaming across all our platforms, we're live on Ireland's Classic Hits Radio every single hour too, revealing some really key stats. And a big shout out to everyone watching on the sun.ie who've supported us over the course of the 40-Day Health Challenge. The good news is, if you are watching, no matter where you're watching from, you can ask us questions at any time over the course of the 4 hours. Just DM us, email us, holler at us, whatever it is, and we'll get to the questions over the course of the 4 hours as well. We want you to be inspired, motivated, educated along with us over the course of the next little while. We've got two very nervous and very apprehensive challengers in studio.
And very
Sheena
beautiful.
and Trish.
Yes.
Don't they look amazing?
Very beautiful.
Absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Oh, I barely recognise the pair of you when you walked in the door. You look fabulous.
How come you didn't dress up for this?
This is my power suit, Eddie. This is my power suit. Guys, how are we? Sheena, how are you?
Great, yeah. Surreal to be back here, plus 40 days, and a little bit smaller and a little bit fitter and a little bit more vibrant in my head and everything. So, yeah, all
It's
good.
flown by, hasn't it?
Flown by. And you know what? Anybody who's considering doing it next year, the best thing about it, well, all the great things about it, January flies.
You rocked in a figure-hugging, beautiful dress.
Yeah.
Looking absolutely amazing. Take us back to that day one. What were you thinking walking in the door?
I had no idea what to expect, but I was just going to roll with it and kind of give it my all for the 40 days. And I immediately met the other challengers who we've all become quite close to. And it was just like as if we'd been friends all our lives. We were chatting and, you know, it was just brilliant. It was that was actually a great day, because I didn't think I'd be able to run at all, because it had been 10 years since I had done any running. And the fact that I even ran, I think I ran 1.4 kilometres that day, that blew my mind and gave me the confidence to really go for it with all the exercises that you laid down for us.
And what were you most nervous about? Was it the food? Was it the mental health challenges?
Definitely
was it
the
core?
mental health challenges.
You know, what was it?
It was the mental health challenges, because there were demons that I was afraid to, I suppose, face. And I hadn't planned on even facing them. But, you know, you're better facing them and confronting them, and then it's all out and you can deal with it and move on. So Eddie's daily challenges were, like a lot of us said the same thing. In the morning, we'd go on Instagram and look on Eddie's profile to see how he put up his video, just to frame our day. And then the nutrition was easy, and then the exercise would follow. But Eddie's stuff framed the day, you know.
And that is something, Eddie, isn't it? That for this programme that we built, that you brought to the table, that's never been done before, which is a daily mental health challenge for people. And we've seen for all our challengers, it really opened them up to the change process.
Yeah.
I think that's it. We each day we put up something, and it was either comfort zone or making goals or stopping avoidance or speaking compassionately, or I suppose I was trying to nudge in different ways.
Yeah.
And I think all our challengers really embraced it.
Yeah, and I'm going to start them again on Monday.
Okay.
Because there were a couple that I didn't give due time to, definitely, because there was so much going on.
Sometimes it's a seed.
I'm going to start them again.
Often I think it's like a seed. You plant the seed and you go, I'm going to follow, and you might follow one, like say avoidance or something, go, I'm going to tackle that now for about 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
And stuff, or I'm going to tackle avoidance, and build compassionate voice.
Yeah.
It takes a while to build a compassionate voice anyway.
Yeah, like definitely some of them can be grouped together, like the people pleasing and the saying no, and all of the, you know, they're themes that are kind of interwoven into each other. And the saying no, like I just love saying no now. I just love it. And a friend of mine asked me 3 times on Wednesday, there was something on in the school that night that I didn't want to go to. And about 6 o'clock, she said to me, "Any second thoughts?" And I said, "No, none."
Yeah. And no excuse behind it. No excuse.
No,
And before you were yes to so much, you were
I would say yes to
you were
everything.
overcommitted, really,
Yeah.
weren't you? And you were stressed. It was causing you stress, I think.
Totally. Yeah. So I would either say yes to everything, or I would say no and have a big usually a lie, by the way, excuse as to why I couldn't.
Yeah.
So now it's just no, it doesn't
I think
suit me.
it's helpful to remind people that it's okay to say no.
Yeah.
It's okay to change your mind. Yeah. It's okay to make mistakes. These are what I call the assertive Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
And while I have these rights, the other person has these rights as well. Sometimes we forget that when we're learning no, but it's okay. It's totally okay to say no.
Yeah,
and we use that stuck record technique.
Yeah.
Remember the old record player?
Absolutely.
There's a few of us around the table. Sophie doesn't remember that, you know.
So this side of the table knows all about long play records.
This is the youthful side. But like, let's not forget, right? You took this on. I'm only winding you up. You took this on with all of the moves as well, and that stress, and like that's
amazing.
Isn't that incredible? Like the stress of moving, and you moved, I think, once or twice during the 40 days, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like that's very stressful to try and look at your food and do your movement. And the big thing for you was that reliance on the challengers as a group.
Oh yeah, like we just all egged each other on so much, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
And if anybody was having a bad day, generally a voice note would go into the group, and then you'd have everybody piling in saying, "I feel the same today," or else
the group therapy.
Kick up the ass, maybe that you needed. You know, I don't feel like going out. And somebody would say, "No, just do it. Just go out for 10 minutes, and then you've got to come 10 minutes back, so that's 20. And if that's all you do, then that's great."
I think you arranged some events as well, did you? The coal dipping and the podding
and we went up the sugar loaf.
We went to the 40
and we went to the 40 foot, and we had a glass of wine the day.
You're the party planner, Rob. Are you the party planner?
I like shindig. I like getting people together. I like, you know.
What's the plan for later on after today for the group? What are you all doing?
Challenge.
That was a challenge in itself, because the restaurant we booked closed down. I said, "Is this some kind of joke?" Anyway, we're gonna go fairly hard at it.
We're gonna party.
Yeah.
We're gonna party.
On the water, obviously.
Absolutely.
Carbonated.
All 16 of us.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, in terms of, like, what's been the most surprising part of the whole thing now in terms of how you feel? Like, we've seen the response to the website. We've had over 40,000 people who've signed up to this process. For you, what's the most surprising part of it in terms of how you feel now by comparison to how you felt on day one?
Physically, mentally, or weight-wise?
Generally.
I'm full of energy.
Yeah.
Now, I never had an energy problem. All my friends used to say, "Where do you get the energy?" But I'm even more energised now. Like, on any given day, I'm doing 20,000 steps just by moving around.
Yeah.
The whole thing with my sister, I didn't think I was going to confront, but I did. And I'm really on top of that. Okay. And I'm kind of, I suppose, healing my relationship with her as well. You know, when someone dies, actually, Katrina O'Sullivan was on the Brendan O'Connor show last weekend talking about complicated grief. And she said, you know, when somebody dies, if you have a complicated relationship with them, it's never too late to heal that relationship. And that's what I've been doing over the last 40 days, which I really did not think was going to come into play. I hadn't even told anybody about it.
What did people say when they watched all of that? Because it was very emotional to watch your whole process over the 40 days. There's been lots of emotion.
Yeah.
It's studio at the very, you know, you yourself got very emotional towards the earlier studio sessions.
I cried at the last bit of the run there as well. In you know, tears of joy and sadness. And actually, my sister's name was Joy. Okay. But yeah, it's just the support from absolute strangers on Instagram. You know, people think that the internet is such a toxic place, and I know it can be. But the amount of messages I got from people saying, "This has helped me so much because I am the addict," or "I am you, I'm the sister of the addict." And just that empathy and support blew my mind.
Which is phenomenal.
And helped me heal, actually.
And Trish, have you grown to love exercise yet?
I
40
love-
days in.
A bit too much.
A bit too much.
Go away.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
I absolutely, on this challenge, for me, it was to park run without stopping.
Yes.
And I thought I'd never, ever achieve that. And this, I can't do it, was constantly here. I can't. And I said, how am I going to overcome that? So with the help of the genius himself, I have. 2 weeks into this health challenge, I ran my first park run. 2 weeks. 3 weeks into this health challenge, I ran 8 kilometres, the Raheny 5. And I was blown away by what I can do instead of saying I can't.
And on day one, when you, is it fair to say on day one you rocked in almost for a bit of crack?
Yes.
It was just another thing.
Yeah, I can't cook, and I don't want to cook. And I won't cook. I've got a chef at home. I'm not particularly tidy around the house, so we've got that sorted. I'm front of house and Dave's back of house. So that's why I gravitate towards Sheena. Sheena and I have, unfortunately, the same personality as me. So...
Oh, no,
We've become-
unfortunately. Fabulously, we have the same personality.
If anything, I've made a fabulous friend in this girl. She's just superb. She's just my rock. And there's days I'd say, I can't do it, and she'd say, yes, you can. And, that's brilliant.
And was that one of the key, because you're a very social person,
Yes.
was that, I suppose, one of the key learnings for you then over this 40 days is that network of people aiming for something that you're aiming for, that group support that really kind of works for you.
Yes, yeah, and I think I'm a people pleaser, and Sheena and I would have a walk, on many occasions, and I would say something, and Sheena would say stop, or I'd say I'll pick you up, or I'll do this, and she'd say, Trish, come on,
Trish was another level of people pleasing. You put me to shame, and I thought I was a people pleaser. She's another level.
But I think we helped each other.
Yeah, we made each other stop being
and making these and lying, these excuses.
Yeah.
No, I can't do it because I've got to wash the
But
cat.
you probably never said that. You just probably said yes all the time.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Clean the goldfish tank who died about 20 years ago.
How do you feel now?
I feel
because you both you're both glowing, right? Regardless of what stats we're going to give you in a little while when Trina comes in. But how do you feel now?
Amazing. Again, thanks to all of you, amazing experts, coaches, physically, mentally. I just feel like I'm bouncing. I'm just.
Are you sleeping better?
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks to Sumi, I'm sleeping better. I am really sleeping better.
Right.
And I'm not overthinking things. And I think I was probably overthinking my sleep apnea too much.
Yeah.
I'd look at the bedroom and go, oh my God.
Yeah.
There's the bed. The dread of going to bed.
That's before Dave gets into it.
I know, keep it clean. I dread going up the stairs. Like I'd sleep on the couch and all of a sudden I'd say, oh no, I've got to go to bed, and I'd get all anxious.
Okay. Yeah.
And I've learned to just relax, not looking at my phone as much, reading more, listening to podcasts, relaxing podcasts, not maybe serious, heavy stuff, but listening to nice music.
When we met you for, say, the first 2 times in studio,
Yes.
humour was your big deflection, wasn't it? You'd brush everything off with a bit of crack and a bit of banter and a bit of whatever and try and kind of skirt around the issue.
Yeah.
Where I think, guys, from the chats even today, it's direct, it's real, it's with meaning and focus,
There's absolute focus there. And it's just fantastic to hear that, Trish, and to hear that you're sleeping better.
Yes.
Just looking at you visibly, you can see a palpable change in you. Around your neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look more rested as well.
Absolutely. But all of that and having the confidence to go back to say, I'm going to put my patch back on.
Yes.
Which you did.
I did. The patch is on.
The patch is on and it's working, which is great.
Oh, it certainly is. It's a game changer.
Brilliant.
But the whole 40-day health challenge, like we said earlier, like Sophie, down to the cooking. I mean, your recipes were amazing, so I hear.
Did you cook any of them? It's what Dave said.
I love the honesty.
I'm being honest.
I love the honesty.
Trish, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
No, I did the eggs. Eggate.
Yeah.
Mastered those eggs.
Yeah.
And the other thing I never ever did, I eat breakfast. I eat porridge, which I thought was
Amazing.
gloop. No, I definitely did the breakfast challenge.
But that's one of the most important things. That
Yes.
literally, it sets you up right.
Yes.
So then we won't be craving the sugary bits later
I'm
on.
not running for the
totally.
Haribos at 1 o'clock, and I
Exactly,
eat bags of them. No, I will never probably cook. That's fine, because David wants to eat.
And so that's okay, isn't it? Like, for people who are watching in, the different people have different skill sets in a house. And I know earlier on we kind of nudged you to cook a little bit more, and we've discovered that actually that is the way the house works for you.
It is the way the house works. Yeah, I'm not
That
going
is
to
just
change
you,
it.
Trish, and that is absolutely fine.
That's just
And
me.
there are other households like
Yeah.
that, and that's okay.
Now and again, I'll do it.
You were open-minded. You dipped into the egg.
I dipped in.
and you quickly
Thank you.
pulled back.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I admire you, honestly.
Thank you, but the food was the food. I had an issue, and you kept saying about your food because you love food.
Yeah.
I love food, but I wasn't focusing on how I structure my day.
Yes.
Like I'd have breakfast maybe around 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, so now I get up and I have a structure.
Exactly.
And I'm like Sumi said, I'm focusing a lot more on me.
Yeah.
You know, and so in the morning I'd have my overnight porridge.
Brilliant.
Like
Who is this woman? I just don't know who this person is. Trina Marriage ready to come in. Trina, come on into the studio. Hey! If you are watching us on our live stream, we're going to be live on Classic Hits Radio very, very soon on Trina Mara's show. We're going to deliver some results and some stats. Trina, like these ladies in front of us, they have just done amazing. But the difference, even in listening to both of you, in terms of there's a determination, there's a confidence, there's a real growth in both of those things.
Growth is a great word,
Isn't
yeah.
it?
Super growth, yeah.
Like, it's amazing to see.
And we're not going to stop. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, we're planning already our hikes, our swims.
This is only phase one.
Phase one, yeah.
And that's a good, it's a good point. That do you feel you have the skill set?
Yes.
Because in and around now, lots of people they've fallen off the wagon when they do quick fixes. This has never been that, and it never will be.
This is the start for me. You know, people say it's the end of the 40-day health challenge. For me, it's the start. It's sad to think that we mightn't see some of the. We have to be practical. You know, we mightn't see each other every week like we are now. But for me, this is the start of my healthy journey. And
I think the big difference with it over other programs that I've done, and I've done them all, is your exercise plan is short, as in you can do it in half an hour.
Yeah.
And I actually would rather do 6 30-minute sessions a week than 3 hour-long sessions.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mentally, it's more, you can face it easier, it's less time.
Yeah.
And it's just, you can give it your all for the half an hour.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's an hour of anything,
Well, guys,
it's like, oh.
I have to stop you there. Sheena, we're about to go live on Ireland's Classic Kids Radio.
Oh, God.
Don't get nervous. Don't. We're going to give you some stats.
And here we are. We are live on Ireland's Classic Kids Radio. It is the grand finale. I can't believe this day has come. The 40-day health challenge, and the ladies are looking so glamorous.
Don't they look amazing?
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable, supermodels. It's time to get some results, though, Carl.
We've kept them waiting
Yes.
for the last little bit in our live stream, Trina. So let's bring up some stats, and I'm going to let you introduce it.
Okay, so when Sheena started the 40-day health challenge, she weighed 13 stone, 13 pounds. I'm so afraid of getting that wrong. The taggers. Now, after 40 days, Carl, what are we looking at?
Yep, your weight today was 12 stone, 12 pounds, 15 pounds in total weight loss.
Unbelievable.
That is incredible.
Unbelievable.
Oh, my, I wasn't expecting that. I can't tell it's between 10 and 12.
Unbelievable. I knew when you walked in the door, you're generally about a stone for a dress size, roughly.
Yes, yeah.
You're over that stone, and you can see it in that dress that you're
Oh,
wearing
my
today.
God. I'm blown away by that. I thought it was between 10 and 12. Great.
You were saying, Sheena, you were very much in between a size, weren't you, when it came to the clothes? You were feeling
No,
like...
I was a big 14.
Trying to help you here.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely down a dress size.
Yeah.
We're going to celebrate that tonight.
We certainly are.
Yeah.
And that's a lovely
Definitely
feeling,
go
isn't
14
it?
tomorrow.
To walk into the wardrobe and say, I'll take that and I'll take
Yeah.
that. There's a lovely
And not be
empowerment to that.
bursting out of everything.
You'll be able to shop your own wardrobe.
Yeah, but I'm not finished yet.
Oh, I know.
I'm not finished yet.
I
I'll
know.
get down to a 10. My son's communion is the 17th of May. So I've worked out I have 2 more batches of 40 days. It's actually 94 days to the 17th of May.
Oh, amazing.
So I've got 2 more batches of 40 days. And I'm just going to do it all again.
Yeah.
Roll into round 2 and round 3.
Your
and
whole
then I'll be-
mindset has totally
Yeah,
changed on this, hasn't it?
totally. I
Yeah.
don't want crisps now. Like, I think I'd feel sick if I had a packet of crisps.
And you
Just
said
give
you
me a
didn't
spoon and
even need
fork.
the snacks that Sophie
No,
was
I didn't.
offering as an extra.
At the beginning I did. I was doing the apple slices with the
Peanut butter,
peanut
yeah.
butter. And I was having small little bowls of yogurt. Towards the end, I cut them out because I was just so full.
Your body was content.
Yeah, that I just stopped having them. But crisps and pizzas, no,
Gone.
they're a thing of the past for me now.
Music to my ears.
We'll be walking
Yeah.
that strand.
It's all the
Yeah.
getting the right
Can you
nutrition.
see how happy Sophie is over there? She's beaming from ear to ear. Literally, the proudest expert and coach in the whole place.
So, Sheena, you've done incredible. Trish,
Oh, here we go.
don't be worried at all. So, at the very beginning, Trish weighed, let me have a look here, 11 stone, 6 pounds.
Today, you're 10 stone, 12 pounds, 8 pounds down, over half a stone in total. And, and again, with you can see it from a physical perspective. Your neck has dramatically shrunk.
Yes.
And Sumi, that's a really important thing, isn't it?
Hugely important because, you know, right at the beginning we had the issues around sleep.
Yes.
And now decreasing your neck girth is one of those parameters that's actually a healthy indicator. Less pressure on the soft tissues when you lie down. Don't know if the snoring level's gone down. I haven't
not
checked.
really.
I haven't checked in with Dave on that one.
Yeah. Don't bother.
Yeah, okay, all right. But from an overall health perspective,
Yes.
it's a great parameter, great indicator. You can see it, you look great.
Thank you.
And the really important thing for the pair of you, this is sustainable.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's all any of us wanted.
Yeah.
And Trish, I remember when we met you on day one for the
Yes.
minimum fitness tests.
Yes.
Your balance wasn't the best now.
No, my
say the
balance
least.
was dreadful.
Just over 6 seconds on one leg. And you know what it was this week when we retested? Over 10 seconds. You've nearly doubled your
Brilliant.
balance.
Yeah.
And balance is a really important indicator for lifelong health,
Yes.
especially for women, because post-menopause, in terms of osteoporosis risk factors, it accelerates the aging process when you fall. Your balance has nearly doubled in
Wow.
40 days.
Wow.
Bravo.
Yeah.
It's absolutely phenomenal.
Incredible. And you can see it actually in your clothes. Your shoulder, like you seem comfortable
Yeah.
wearing
I do.
jackets and things
Yeah.
like that. Whereas before you might have felt a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a Michelin.
Exactly. Thanks. Yeah, I couldn't
That's
have
how I
phrased that
felt.
nicer, Sheena. Thanks.
And
You know that
Sheena, I want to
walk
give you
over
one
my
more
neck
stat as well, okay? We can balance it out. Is the metabolic age profiling.
God.
Yay.
That's the one I really didn't want to hear.
Why?
Because I saw it up in Randox and I was still in OAP.
You were not.
It was 63 day one in
Yeah.
Randox. What age are you,
48.
if I can ask?
The shame.
40 days later, you've lost 11 years on your metabolic age profile.
Oh my God, have I?
Yeah, 52. 52.
I'm nearly back to my own age. Oh, that's. I was awake all week worrying about my metabolic
You
age
were?
because I thought I was still closer to 60 because that's what.
52 years of age.
my-
Amazing results.
Amazing. I'm going to love you and leave you.
Okay.
Back
Thank
to
you,
the radio
Sheena.
show, and we'll chat to you later.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Thank you so much. Trina's going to disappear downstairs at the 40-day Health Challenge HQ. She's going to do some interviews for us. But in studio, we have two very happy ladies.
Very happy.
Very happy.
Metabolic age profiling, balance, fat mass reductions, weight reductions, smiling.
Yes.
Eddie, it's a great thing to see.
It's amazing. But for me, Trish, about your why, that's the one area
Oh, here we go.
that you came in and you were sort of, because you struggled initially, I think, to get the why.
I
And
did.
I think today you know why.
Oh, I know why.
Yeah.
And it was the best thing I ever did in my life was sit down and submit that application. And like we said, I did it for the fun. I thought I might be able to learn how to cook. Sorry, Sophie.
We've missed that target now, in all fairness.
You know, now you're
But hearing you
exercising
say
at
that
home.
you love, and I threw that as a joke actually to bring you into the conversation.
Yes.
Do you like exercise? But to hear you say I love it, and with deep meaning, like you
I
genuinely,
do.
you love
I was
it
so
now.
upset today because I couldn't do the run because
Yeah.
I hurt
Okay.
my knee.
Yeah.
But you know,
And tell us how you hurt your knee. This is a really good story. Have you heard this?
No,
I
go
know
on.
about the injury, I don't know the mechanism.
I was running a race on
Running a race.
on Wednesday.
Yeah.
in Healy.
She's a runner now.
And well, yeah, steady. So I had a person ahead of me, and I said, "I'm gonna catch you."
Okay.
And I was like Liam Neeson, "I'm gonna get you." And then God struck as I was going down the corner, and Dave was filming. He said, "You were up on your toes." And my friend Chris, as you know,
Oh, yeah,
showed me
yeah.
how to run. And I was really getting it, and I was like getting really excited. I thought I was like, you know, this amazing runner. And all
Did
of
it
a sudden,
just twinge?
it just twinged. I had a slight twinge, and then all of a sudden it went.
Okay.
And it devastated me to the
Yeah.
fact that I was like a weasel this morning. And I woke up thinking, maybe I can do it. And no,
No,
unfortunately.
and that's the key. You're injured, you can't run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Know your
so
limits.
it's rest, rehabilitation,
Yeah.
Yes.
icing it, look after the joint. If needs be, you need to tie in with your GP if it's not getting.
Yes. And it's funny, I signed up with the girls. One of the girls said to me, well, there's a race down in Cork in a few months' time. And I said, oh, sign me up, I'm doing it. Where can I sign?
The skib run.
The skib
one,
run.
Oh,
yeah.
here comes that. Okay, yeah, I'll see
no,
that.
no.
Yeah.
And then I looked, and I said, why is that date in my head?
July the 12th.
No, the other one, Roscarbury.
Roscarbury.
Surf and Tar. Yeah, I lived near there.
And I said,
Easter.
I'm like, this is me saying I'm signing up for. And Dave said, what are you doing? I was in the computer. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm signing up for a 10K. He said, you're what? And he said, we're going to Bordeaux that weekend on a wine trip. I went, oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, can't do it. But I was doing it.
Not only do you love exercise, though,
Yes.
we can see that in your stats, right? Your balance has improved dramatically. Your upper body strength, this is phenomenal. Day one was 5 push-ups you could do. And I remember them, they were dodgy enough.
Because he was strict out him.
The minimum you should be able to do for your age is 6.
Okay.
40 days later, you can do 19 press-ups.
Wow.
19.
Look at you.
The standard 50-year-old female should be hitting 6. You are treble that amount.
But she is no standard 50-year-old.
Correct.
Yeah, love it. Well done, Sheena. That is it. Girl power, I love it.
And Sheena,
Go on.
day one you did 6 press-ups. 40 days later, 24 press-ups.
Power.
And the minimum for a
out.
48-year-old female is 10. You're over double your average
I love
for
push-ups.
your age profile.
I said this morning I'd sooner do 5,000 push-ups than the 12-minute run. I love push-ups.
Yeah, you
There's
do.
something very satisfying about a push-up.
Who knew we'd be talking 40 days
I
later about
know.
how much we love exercise and how much we love push-ups? Now, before you go,
Yes.
we want to give you a little token of appreciation for being our very first 16
Yes.
40-day health challengers. And Sophie's going to bring up a little jersey token for each of you with your names on it, just to say a little thank you for
Thank
taking
you
part.
so
We've been blown away by the results.
Sheena, that is for you.
Sophie, thank
right.
you.
It's a little token to remember us all by. You're the very first group to come through the 40-day health challenge.
Absolutely.
And I think you'll agree at home,
good for
if
me.
you're watching in, the stats, the results are absolutely mind-blowing. These 2 ladies in front of us here have knuckled down. They talked about day one, not knowing what to expect, not knowing what they were going to do, not knowing what it was all about. Trish joined for the crack. And here we are 40 days later, from hard work, effort, intensity. You sit there proud and you sit there confident. And we've no doubt that you're going to keep going. Because how you deliver, how you even talk about it, gives us that sense of confidence in you. So from everyone here in studio and all the team, thank you so much for taking part.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming on board, for inspiring not just us, but the people through the website, through Instagram, through TikTok, showing people that by getting healthier, by taking on the challenge, getting tested in terms of your bloods, and eating better, moving more, just what can happen when you take that challenge on. And it's been absolutely amazing to watch you change over the course of the 40 days. So a really big well done. Absolutely amazing. And we're going to throw downstairs now. Trina is downstairs. She's going to catch up with some of our challengers downstairs. You can keep tuning in over the course of the next couple of hours on the 40-Day Health Challenge live from our HQ. And don't forget, we want to hear your questions. We've lots of them in so far. I'm getting them brought up on a card very, very soon. And we're going to start chatting questions very soon as well. So if you have any questions along the way for the next couple of hours, do let us know. And we'll answer any questions that we possibly can. I think you'll agree. What an amazing opening to our special event to finish the 40-Day Health Challenge. 2 incredible women who just look incredible. But not only that, they are stronger, they are fitter, they are healthier. And we know after 40 days of hard work, they're going to live better. They're going to live longer. And we're delighted to watch them change. We're going to go to Trina downstairs, and then we're going to come back up to ourselves. We have 2 more challengers, and we're going to give them all of their results.
Good morning, it's Trina. So we've come downstairs here on the grand finale of the 40-Day Health Challenge to meet John Mannion. Good morning, John.
Morning, Trina.
You're
How's it going?
normally behind the camera instead of in front of the
Exactly.
camera.
It's a bit different this time around.
How are you feeling? Did you get the makeup done and everything?
I have it all done. I'm looking beautiful.
Looking great.
Thank you.
Now, listen to me. We are broadcasting all over the place today. It's kind of a first that's been done. And we want people to send in their questions.
That's right. So we're live on Instagram, Facebook and YouTube, all under the name 40-Day Health Challenge. We want you to get involved, get commenting and ask our questions, our experts loads of questions that you have.
Because, I mean, it's a great opportunity to get this first-hand knowledge from these experts. If you want to know anything about, maybe it's keeping up motivation. Dr. Eddie is great for that, for giving out tasks every day. Sophie with the nutrition. I have learned so much. Did you know what quark was?
I hadn't a clue what quark was, but I love it now. We have tons of it in the fridge at home.
Yeah. In the cheese aisle, everybody, just in case you can't find it in the supermarket.
Don't get that information out. We want to keep it gatekeeped.
Yeah. So how can people contact you for the questions?
Yeah, so 40-Day Health Challenge is the name on Instagram, Facebook and YouTube. Get commenting there. We're live at the moment and it's going to be a lot of fun throughout the day.
So have you been going around filming all our challengers?
Pretty much, I've been getting involved in their personal life.
Who loves the camera the most?
Oh, God, that's a tough one. I think they all love the camera a bit. I'd say Amy. Amy likes the camera a good bit. She's always on live talking to us, yeah.
And Jim O'Sullivan is the messer.
Jim is big time messer. He's there in my ear behind me. I think he's doing his runs now, but he was messing me up. He was getting me nervous.
Oh, brilliant stuff. And tell me this much as well, the reaction that you've had on social media throughout this 40 days. I mean, every day, so much support for these challengers. And at the start, Amy said to me, oh, I'm a bit worried about doing this in case somebody says, oh, the state of that one. Just has not been the case.
Yeah, absolutely not. It's been so positive, so positive. And, you know, like we've got millions of views and tons of thousands of positive comments in the comment sections as well. Yeah. And really encouraging for anyone watching at home to get involved in the challenge, you know, participate. What's the worst that can happen? It's a free plan, you know? Yeah. Why not go for it?
And they're really inspiring because these are just ordinary people like all of us who are busy working, they have children, they're at different stages in their life. And it just goes to show that anybody can do this because we're seeing the results. We know that this works.
Anybody can do it, and it's so sustainable, Trina. Like, no one's fallen off the wagon, which can happen with a lot of challenges like these, but absolutely everyone's been getting great results. It's really positive.
Brilliant stuff. Well, John, thanks so much.
Thank you, Trina.
It's Ireland's Caskets Radio.
And welcome back to the 40-Day Health Challenge HQ. We've had two amazing results already with our first two challengers. And don't forget, keep those questions coming in. They're coming in by the bucket load, and we're going to get to them very, very soon. So keep them coming over the course of the next couple of hours. We have two more challengers in studio now, Amy and Jeanette. How are we, lads?
Great, good.
Great atmosphere downstairs.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. Brilliant. It's great seeing everybody.
You probably didn't believe that good, because nor did I. They're very nervous about their numbers. They're actually petrified. They're afraid to say it, but they are. Yeah. Amy, we're going to have a look at your day one VT. Okay. We're going to bring it up on the screen now. Let's have a gander at you in day one.
Absolutely dying. We talked about my mum. I learned it from her, like not being able to put myself first, because she just sacrificed herself for everybody else around her. Like it actually cost her life because she didn't look after her health. I think she'd be really proud that like I'm trying not to do that, like trying to break the cycle. I'd love to show my daughters how to grow up being healthy, and like that's something that wasn't in my house, so I'd love to be able to show them making healthy choices and exercising every day is just part of life, and being healthy just for them, not for anything else. So that's what I'd like to be able to do.
Brilliant. And we're gone.
Can you tell us what you see when you look back at that 40 days ago?
I was not in a bad place, but like definitely a lot unhappier. Now I'm much happier. Like we're on the path. Like we're at the start of it, but we're on the path, and I definitely like the difference in our house even is like there's no comparison. Just like it's 1,000,000% different. Like last Sunday we went on a 8K hike, and I strapped the 8K baby to me.
No way.
And the toddler hiked and everything, and like that's what I wanted. I wanted our weekends to be active. Like I wanted to be out. Like I was able to do it. I wasn't out of breath. It was fabulous, and that's what I wanted. I wanted that kind of household health. So yeah.
So not only has it changed your health, it's really delivered that impact on a house level.
Oh yeah, my husband's like he's competing with me now to lose the weight.
We're still on the house.
I know.
And how's the takeaway bill?
Non-existent. We did go out for dinner on Sunday because it was our anniversary yesterday, and we both said we had steak and chips, and like the chips were tiny, and like before the challenge, we would have had a starter, we would have had desserts each, we would have like we went then for out after to a show, we would have got snacks for it. We were totally satisfied with just the steak and the little bit of chips, and it was crazy. Like the difference in like how much we were eating beforehand without even realizing.
It really puts it into perspective, and the fact that you're telling us now that you're satiated, you're full after like what we would consider a normal portion, like an average portion, is amazing. It just shows you when we're out and about, like we just tend to snack because I don't know, we usually get snacks, or we're bored, or we do this or do that. Our body doesn't actually require it. Do you know what I mean? Obviously we can have the few goodies.
It was such an association.
Absolutely.
Like we'd go for, if we got a takeaway coffee, we'd always just get a cake because that's what you did.
Exactly.
Like we'd get a takeaway because you're tired. Like it's to break those habits in the house has been astronomical. And we even said the other day, like the thoughts of takeaway now don't appeal to me. Like they actually made me feel a bit sick.
Yeah.
Ordering what I used to probably order in Eddie Rockets makes me feel a bit sick now because I just don't crave it, I don't want it, and it feels like such an exorbitant amount of food now.
You're linking how the food is making you feel, which is so important.
And it's an amazing change over a very short space of time. And like Jeanette, I'm going to bring you in here, Miss Organised, Miss Planner, Miss Instagram. We're going to have a look at your day one, and we're going to bring it up in the VT here, and we'll have a chat afterwards.
Yeah. I'm 49, I'm 50 next year. I want to be fit at 50. I want to be able to run, do exercise, eat healthy, get fitter, motivate people. Maybe just feel better about myself, have my life planned a bit better, maybe even do meal prep, food prep, stuff I don't do now, you know, just to feel better about myself and get healthy.
For someone who never did meal prep, you based it.
That's weird, yeah. It's part of life now, you know, it's just get on with it.
And have you got that out of it, for what you said there? You want to be happier, you want to be healthy?
Definitely, yeah.
Is that what you feel you've got from it?
Yeah, brilliant, yeah. And it was the food end of it. Like as I said, I did like the exercising, but for me it was the prepping, getting the right foods, filling up on protein from food rather than just grabbing the protein snacks. Do you know, you're thinking you're doing good. So it was a game changer, yeah, I have to say. Brilliant.
Super.
And it is, for you particularly, it suited you, didn't it, in terms of the structure?
People now are still saying, how do you get time?
Yeah.
I often wondered what I did with my time, because I didn't have time. No, it's true, you know, like what do you do in your day? Like, you know, sit in coffee shops or I said, eat cake. No, but it's true, as I said, come in from school, the kids used to do their homework, but while they're doing their homework, I'm prepping. So it's doable, do you know what I mean? So hopefully I can keep it going.
You're running in tandem with them.
Yeah, exactly.
So they can see as well, and it's all setting up that fabulous kind of, you know, integrated lifestyle. They're seeing it. It will become part nature for them.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd never have a lunch. Like, you know, I'd love me breakfast. I get up every morning, I'd have me breakfast, but I used to say, you've run on empty dental dinner time, you know? So I made it like to have a lunch every day, and even that was a game changer, you know? Because you're going from meal to meal, and you say you're not craving the snacks in between, because people were saying, oh, you're hungry, you know, or you're not reaching for the bars out of the machine, and I actually wasn't. I was saying, hand on my heart, I'm not hungry. I'm actually questioning, am I able to eat these portion sizes?
Unbelievable.
Because the big balls of pasta...
Remember at the beginning, we were like, where
are
is the rest of the food?
Yeah, so even... It's,
I admire there's certain things, because both of you, like, you're a new mum and you work in shifts, and you know you've all young kids, and you're able to like integrate this. Like you've integrated this now around the prep. And you're amazing, like this whiteboard stuff.
How to keep it going?
The schedule my life.
Are you nervous about that?
Sorry, Carl, can I just go? I'm just looking at you, and I'm looking at your skin.
Yeah.
Anyone taking a look at you would not guess your age.
Yeah,
no,
they would not guess your age. And skincare comes from within. So everything you eat has the impact on your skin.
Yeah, because
and it's
I
showing.
wouldn't have a skincare routine. I'm desperate. But even drinking the water, like it's I never drink water. Do you know?
Well, by comparison to the lady that we saw on day one, you both are glowing. Yeah. And we see it even downstairs earlier on. You can see it. There's like 16 glowing people down there.
You know, you're all,
it's phenomenal to see. Yeah. Are you nervous about the future? Because you've said it a few times.
I am. I'm nervous whether I can keep it up. You know. Okay. Now, from the prep side of it, I think I will, and I'll be looking at other recipes I can like, because we even said like I printed them all out, as you know. But not saying I didn't like some of them, but.
What didn't you like?
Chickpeas. The devil.
How are the kidney beans?
No, kidney beans, no.
No, okay.
I'm going to eat.
Okay.
Yeah, I like kidney beans. No. But I'm going to keep up the ones I like. Yeah. And I've learned, as I said, I wanted to learn from yourself for fueling your body. Yeah. Like, say, the exercise now and the running. Like, the porridge wouldn't fill me. Now, I'd have it, but I'd be ravenous by it. So I'm having to fill in breakfast, like the eggs, the pita bread. So, as I said, having the things that will get me through. Yeah. And even when I'm in the night shift, like having the meals, the big bowl of pasta with the spoon, you know, bulk it out with vegetables, that will keep me going till later on the day. So it's about planning, knowing what's working.
Like, I would have no doubt.
That's really knowledge, isn't it?
Like, there's a real sense of commitment around that. The skill set, the tool set, the knowledge of what to do, which is phenomenal. Yeah. We're going to bring Trina Mara in from Ireland's Classic Hits Radio. Come back in. I hope you enjoyed her interview downstairs. Trina, jump in there beside us. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Have you out there doing the 12-minute run, no time.
So tell me, how's the vibe downstairs? I heard lots of cheering and roaring down there.
They're all just dying to get up to get the results and to get going, and like everybody's looking amazing. So I've no doubt everyone's done so well. Fabulous.
It's phenomenal. And like, guys, you know what we get from you is that you are nervous potentially, but that you have the skill set in terms of going forward.
And I think with the WhatsApp group as well, like we're all going to keep each other going. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're having a bad day. You might fall off by the wayside a bit, but we will. We'll keep each other going.
And it's
we're doing
Gary
our park runs together.
We are. We're doing
a mini marathon.
So I signed up to jog the mini marathon for the first time.
Go
I normally
away.
walk it, and it has to be sub 90 minutes for a jog. I'm doing it.
And can I tell you,
Gary in a
they've
dress.
even the last day I met Jeanette, she said, "Come here, you, Trina. You're doing this mini marathon with us as well."
Do you look good in a dress?
I can do that. He's good in pink, to say the least. And has it surprised you, the process of it? Has anything surprised you? And if so, what?
How easy? No, I don't say easy it was, but I thought at the beginning it would be about depriving myself, but it was more about adding in healthier stuff to the food.
Couldn't have said it better.
And my dad even said to me today, he was like, you didn't really find it that hard. Like, the challenge itself, I found okay. My kids not sleeping
Amy,
was a nightmare.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. We're going live on the radio now. And we're live on Ireland's Classic Hits Radio at the finale of the 40-Day Health Challenge, joined by the amazing experts Carl Henry, Dr. Eddie Murphy, Dr. Sumi Dunn, Sophie Pratt, dietitian, and our challengers, Amy and Jeanette.
Hey!
They're looking absolutely fabulous, though, aren't they?
They're just glowing. We were saying that before you came up. Their skin, they're radiating health. They're relevant to what numbers we're going to get them. They are very nervous.
I know. Amy's just like, would you just get on with it?
What's the numbers?
Yeah.
Tell me now.
Will we kick it off with Amy? Okay, so at the very beginning, Amy started the 40-Day Health Challenge weighing in at 16 pounds 9. 16 stone. That was your baby. That was your baby. 16 stone 9 pounds. Where are we at, Carl?
Today we're 15 stone 4 pounds.
Wow.
19 pounds.
Yes.
Weight loss
Amazing.
over the course. So heading for a stone and a half.
Yeah.
In a 40-day time
That's
frame.
amazing.
What does your baby weigh?
8.5 kilos. Yeah, pretty much lost her.
And when you think of that weight, when
I was carrying her on the hike the other day, it was mad to think that was what I was carrying every day on my body without like realising, you know. It's
fantastic. And not only have you lost weight, that's one aspect of health. DCU's minimum fitness test is really important to us, that those stats improve as well. One for you we wanted to improve was your press-up or your push-up test.
Carl.
You did great. Don't mind her. She did great. I saw her.
Go on. What? Go on.
They're a nightmare. Oh, no.
Challenging.
Yeah, the upper body strength is really hard.
Day one, you did 5 press-ups.
I think that's being generous, but yeah.
We gave you 1 or 2 to be nice. Yeah. We were friendly on that day.
Oh, I'll take that.
40 days later, the minimum you should be able to do is 12.
Yeah.
Today, you did 21 press-ups.
I think it's helped. She's been pushing that baby.
I tell you.
She's been doing
So
that.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't
to
believe it.
21. And assuming that's really important for strength, isn't it?
Incredible. You know, start now and that will continue as you go on. I can't say it enough. Keeping muscle mass, upper body strength in order to strengthen our bones is just pivotal. It's crucial. And you're so busy. You've got kids. You want to be able to pick them up with ease and not worry about getting injured. And I can't say that enough. So well done. Keep up with those push-ups.
Yeah.
And carry on with those hikes.
I know, yeah.
Well, okay, Jeanette is sitting there looking at me. How did I get on? Right, Jeanette, you started off the 40-Day Health Challenge weighing in at a very even 13 stone on the button. Carl.
40 days later, 12 stone 3 pounds. 11 pounds of weight loss.
Excellent.
And for you, that was huge because you came to this thinking you couldn't lose weight.
Yeah. I was trying everything. I was blaming everything. Perimenopause, not eating right. Well, not eating right, obviously. But yeah, I'm delighted. I didn't think it'd shift, but it's just a process.
It's an amazing weight loss.
And I know that you're turning 50.
I am
this
in April,
year.
yeah. Did I mention that?
I'm only saying this,
40
Jeanette.
really.
I'm only saying it
Hang on to the 40s.
of your metabolic age. We want to find out where
Well, I
you've
was
gone with
60,
that.
so...
Yeah, metabolic age day 1, you were 60. 40 days later, you're 8 years younger. You're 52.
Good, I'll take that.
And again, by the time the mini marathon comes around, you'll be in your 40s. You'll be celebrating your 50th birthday, age 40-something metabolically.
Yeah, no, that's
which
great.
will be wonderful.
That's great. Yeah, because I got a shock when it was 60 now, but going the right direction. Yeah.
Like, Sophie, some of those shocks are good. Like what gets measured gets changed, doesn't it? So like knowing content, whether it's DCU's minimum fitness test.
100%, so important. Small little indicators at the start, measure them, change it, small little changes in your diet, and then you reassess at the end. Like, miss preparation over here. Unbelievable. Couldn't be
I say
prouder.
that when people say that.
Couldn't be prouder. Honestly, massive
Really
well done.
organised.
Right.
I'm heading off
stats.
again back downstairs to get my steps in.
Trina, that was a fleeting glimpse. Well
Make
done.
sure to listen into Ireland's Classics Radio.
Thanks very much.
We'll see you in a little bit. Trina's going to head downstairs to interview some of our challengers. We're going to keep chatting to you guys because the stats are just brilliant.
Yeah, no, it's
we're
nice.
lighter, we're stronger, we're metabolically younger, which is an absolute winner. Jeanette, your press ups 9 on day 1. You should be able to do 10 to pass the test.
Right.
You're now to 18 press ups.
Oh, it's good.
Like the strength stats are just, they're fantastic. And it is important, isn't it? Like when you see change, you're more motivated. And it's easier to stay motivated in the long term, isn't it?
I think, yeah, it's like a dynamo. You get energy, you sort of you roll on. You have some tools, the tools. I suppose for me, when I think about, again, I think about different changes, the mental health changes. Yeah. Have you noticed any of them in terms of, Amy, have you noticed any?
Yeah, I've noticed how much my sleep was affecting my mental health.
Okay.
Because for a few weeks there, my kids weren't sleeping, and my headspace went really bad, went really dark, and it definitely, I wouldn't have noticed that before. I would have just thought I was just in a bad mood. But now I know how important sleep is.
I'm glad you brought sleep in, because when it comes to our well-being, sleep is critical. It's it's the thing that gets slipped the most, because often people are on their phones or they're not getting enough sleep or their sleep gets crunched. And it's the quickest win to building our resilience, building our buffer zone, really focusing on sleep. And you're doing shift work, Jeanette.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sleep is more challenging if you're shift worker.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
One of the best parts of your 40-day health challenge was walking at 2 o'clock in the morning around the campus with your co-workers.
Yeah,
because we do see that time and time again from shift workers, don't we, in terms of health? Like, it's a very challenging job to stay healthy in.
Absolutely.
But Jeanette has shown us, actually, where there is a target and there is a challenge, you can make it happen.
It's so hard, and we know that, and there's really good evidence to support that our shift workers find overall health goals much more challenging. And we know that, and we see a higher rate of high blood pressure, chronic disease, diabetes, and all of the other chronic diseases that we associate, more so in shift work, because you're not getting that regularity.
Yeah, it's tough.
You're
Sleep
not
patterns
getting
tough,
that aspect of, okay, what should I be eating now? Do I have to stay awake and keep myself going, or should I eat my lunch now? And
sometimes you'll be double eating, like you'll be
absolutely,
eating.
absolutely. You'll be eating, and then you're getting in, and there's daylight hours. Should I sleep? Should I not?
Yeah.
All of that has impact, and it has impact at a really granular level, what we call at a cellular level. And what you've shown is that you can do it. It does take adaptation, it does take a bit of planning, but it's utterly possible.
Yeah, it's the planning end of it, yeah.
It's the planning bit that's difficult. And it's also that camaraderie that you've got with your fellow people.
Yeah, I was trying to get them to do the exercise and they weren't too keen on doing it.
Are you planning park runs now? Are you going to plan?
Yeah, I like
Tell us a bit about that. What's the...
Well, they're on every Saturday, so I was only saying to Gary downstairs, actually, you should come over, because you get monotonous doing your own. So we're going to go down to where Amy is, down the canal, a different scenery, because, love being out in nature, love being so different. Different scenery.
And the importance of park runs is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, because I was saying you can measure your time, not based on time.
And you can walk, it doesn't have to be a run.
Yeah, you can walk or run, but what we're seeing is, we're seeing challengers, like our first 2 challengers, who are upskilling ahead of. They're mapping it out. Say, okay, let's get together. Let's get in surround ourselves with people, And like Sophie, both our challenges here have young families at home. The importance of bringing chickpeas, quark, kidney beans, and all these foods.
They can come on the park run, they can come with their scooters, they can bring them in the buggies.
That's
adaptable for everybody.
Exposing the families to those foods is really important.
So important. And like you two in particular, everyone, but you two in particular, phenomenal role models to your little ones now. Like, unbelievable. And you actually wouldn't realise the impact that that's going to have on their health and their kind of food choices and things like that down the line. Incredible.
The more a turkey burger the other day.
The more we expose them, the better. Honestly, keep doing it, because we need more of it. We need more of it. We definitely do.
Has it thrown up anything unexpected in the 40 days?
Yeah, I can cook.
And make it look very appealing. Sales of Tupperware have gone up all over the country, all over. Between my fridge and your planning. But like, so that's been a big thing for you then, the ability, the skill
And
set.
energy-wise, yeah.
Okay.
You know, waking up before the alarm clock, you know, having a pep in your step, getting out, wanting to do things. Do you know, where before I would have been in a ruck where I'm not in the humour, friends would be asking you, and you know, to go out, and you're like, oh, jeez, trying to make an excuse you're not wanting. You just didn't want it, you know. And this time of year was great to start it in January because it's gloomy, dark evenings, dark mornings. So to
I
actually
would be jumping in the sea in January.
Exactly. Hiking up the
yeah,
Are you converted? Like the whole country's jumping in the sea every night?
tomorrow.
We're Dry Rope, I won't say it, but we're Dry Rope Brigade.
Yeah.
And like, Amy, did anything kind of very surprising for you with it?
How easy it was to integrate it into the whole house.
Okay.
I kind of thought it would be this colossal change and it would be take a lot of like effort, but it really was just about using the time we had better. And like even in the morning now, we all walked across together, we all walked back. The dog's never had so many steps, even he's great. Like, you know,
And your dad is amazing.
My dad,
He
he
is
would like his own
fabulous,
health show. That's all.
But he is amazing.
While we're chatting about your dad, we're going to bring in a quick VT and bring him up on screen now.
He'd be delighted.
Bye-bye, house. Off we go.
You saying hi?
Wave to your fans.
Yeah, I'm super tired. I have these two to blame for. Dad is very fit. Yeah, I had two very different parents. Dad is the fit and healthy one, so. I have to say my Aer Lingus family have been incredible.
I'm going to use you as a poster girl on the recruitment program.
He's a hell, isn't he?
He's a very proud dad, isn't he?
He is. Yeah, he finds it hard to say it, I think, because he's from that generation. Like, it's not, you know, like Sarah was asking, are you proud of Amy? And he, like, very quickly changed the topic. But yeah, no, he is. He was saying to me, he's like, you know, oh, you look so much better. Like, keep it going now. Like, you know, he is. I think, having seen my mom, he's delighted now that, like, I've shifted the path. So, yeah, he is.
That's great.
I mean, he loves that he can do it with us, too. Like, he takes the girls out on a
park
walk.
run?
Yeah, oh, well.
And one thing for you that was really interesting, we watched it, was at the start, you only exercised outdoors at night.
Yeah.
And then as it went on and your confidence improved, you went into the light.
I did.
That's an Eddie phrase. I'm gonna borrow, but it's nice. It was just quite apt in that setting.
I saw the light. No,
like,
I've been converted to running.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. I love getting out of the house. It's something I do on my own. Not on my own as in, like, with other people, like, not with the kids. Yeah, it's mine. Whereas I found the workouts harder to fit in because I would do them at home, which meant the chaos was surrounding me. And I've, like, the first time we did them, the 1 minute, I couldn't run for the 1 minute. I was stopping, I was out of breath. I was like, what is Carl Henry doing to me? And like today, like, you know, like even if I didn't reach the 2K, like that just, it's the fact that I can do minutes, multiple minutes now, and I did, it's insane. It's for me, it's a really big win,
How are you going to keep it going now? That's the question.
We're doing the park runs,
Yeah.
and we've kind of got a little system now. So when Owen's prepping the dinner and getting it sorted, I just go out and do like 20 minutes or try and get the 2K.
Yeah.
So when I come back, then it's like no time has passed. Like, it's not this big, I have to block out like an hour of my day.
See, that's, you talk about integration. That's the secret. Like, and it shows if you have two kids very young, you can integrate something within 40 days. That gives a sustainability piece going forward. Because a lot of people really struggle around integration and I need to carve more time and that, but well done. And there's a team around you, you know, with Owen as well.
That's what I was going to say. And from both of you, it's a team effort, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's not just one person taking something on. Like, if anyone who's watching wants to change, it is a team. It almost takes a village in some ways.
The hardest part, I think, is actually like standing there and saying, oh, I need help. I need someone to help me on this. Like that, for me at the beginning, applying, that was the hardest part.
That's pressing the send button on the form, isn't it? Yeah.
And like stepping out of your comfort zone, meeting all these guys. Like, I've done things with you guys that I would never have done with my best friends of 20 years, but it's finding people who have the same goals, want the same things, same mindset, keeping each other going. Like, that's been a game changer for me. Having, like, I would have been too afraid to kind of say before that I needed the help or wanted the help, wanted to change. And now I'm like, come on, everybody, come on. You can. And I've like mums messaging me being like, how do you do it? I'm like, you just do it. Just get up, like, find people who want what you want and go with them. Like, it's,
Well, as Jeanette said, it's the tribe, isn't it? It's that healthy tribe set up.
So
that surrounding yourself with people who are all going to a common direction. And, like, you know, groups, clubs, like hill walking, like those kind of clubs around the world are incredibly important for people's health because they're all going the same way.
You'd be surprised as well who wants to do, like, we went on the hike on Sunday, as I said, and like my niece, her boyfriend, my mother-in-law, everyone,
all
like, they
want to
all
do it,
came.
yeah,
And I was
so
like,
many
if we had
Just takes
asked
one
them
person
years
to
ago, they
stay.
would have come with us. But I didn't do the asking. So now it's like, where do we go next?
Unbelievable.
You know?
It's amazing to see. It really is. We're going to come back to you in one sec. We've loads of questions coming in. I have some of them here, so I'm going to pop them to our experts. Sophie, we're going to start with you. From Liz, examples of healthy fats for weight loss.
Healthy fats for weight loss. Tricky question, right? Healthy fats are going to be more calorific, okay? Because fats, they do contain more calories than protein or carbohydrates. But to put it simply, avocados, olives, nuts, seeds, oily fish are your main sources of healthy fats. Just watch the portion size.
Okay. From Geraldine Fitzgerald, can you change the dinner to a different day?
You absolutely can.
We're not that bad, Geraldine. I have a touch of OCD, but we're not that bad, I promise.
You could flip around. But Geraldine, change the dinner.
You have permission
If you don't
to
like the
change dinner.
chickpeas, change the dinner.
That is no problem.
We're not that bad, seriously. We're not, trust me. No, we're not. Sumi, from Mary, I have an underactive thyroid and finding it hard to lose weight. I walk, I do Pilates and aqua aerobics.
Okay, if it's underactive and you've not had your thyroid levels checked or your medication hasn't been optimised, please do tie in with your GP. Having an underactive thyroid doesn't mean you can't lose weight, but we need to optimise all your medical background around that.
Yeah, that's where the blood's profile comes in.
Absolutely, particularly around thyroid monitoring. So
it's very common.
It's more common than we think. An underactive thyroid is actually more common than we think. And again, it can creep up before we know it. So if you do have concerns, particularly women more so than men, not saying that men don't get an underactive thyroid, you know, come into us. Come into us in general practice. That's the key message.
The challenges would have said that. It's the importance of that day one check. Blood, strength, all.
It was to give everybody a baseline.
Yeah.
And once you know a baseline, then you can work around that. You know, you don't need to go in to get your bloods done every 6, 7, 8 weeks. But once we've got a baseline, if there are things that need addressing, changing, health concerns, we pick that up. That's the key there. And if not, once a year is fine, you know. When you get older, maybe your dad's age a little bit more frequently.
Yeah.
But as a general rule, if you're fit, you're healthy, you're moving well, you're eating well, once a year for bloods.
Carol, one of the things about the 40-day health challenge, it's incredible to have a GP with us on board.
Absolutely.
No, it's in terms of the multidisciplinary team, to be able to tackle and handle some of the biochemical markers, whether it's thyroid, cholesterol, menopause. It's just
Clicky knees.
It's just amazing to have Sumi alongside us.
Of course it is.
To be able to address that, because I mean, as a full multidisciplinary team to try and affect change, it's just I just want to say that because it is so important, and it gives us a level of you know, soundness in our guidance as well. It gives us another aspect, another bow to our arrow. So I just want to compliment you all, but I want to just...
We all know each other. We all know each other. But like, you know, it is important, Sumi, isn't it? That, and we've seen it for all our challengers in terms of their blood profiles. Like the cholesterol drops, you know, pre-diabetes risk drops.
Absolutely.
When you measure it and you get healthier.
Totally.
And people can sign up for this at any time from day one. They will change their blood profiles by doing it.
Absolutely. And 40 days is a great length of time.
Yeah.
So, you know, you see a cholesterol level, you don't like the look of it. You know, a nice one I say to people is keep that marker of 5 in your head. You know, we want your total cholesterol to be at 5. If it's creeping over 5, very simply, start at the basics, you know, which is what am I eating?
Yep.
You know, there will always be other elements playing in. If there's a family history, we need to be aware of that. But 40 days in, if you've made change, your cholesterol levels should start to fall, particularly what we associate with more cardiovascular risk. So that LDL, that, you know, that low lipodense protein which we associate with an increased risk of heart attack.
It's the importance of, look, when you get healthy and when you get well, by moving more, eating better, looking at your stress levels and mental health challenges, things change. Now, firstly, fair play to the pair of you. You've done absolutely amazing. You both look incredible.
Yeah,
Before we let you go, you have a little present.
We do.
One for each of you. Okay, we have a little top. You're the first of our first 16 to ever take on the 40-day health challenge, and we wanted to mark that. So when you're doing your mini marathon, and Eddie's beside you in his pink tutu, you can wear these with pride.
Oh, we will.
And we are incredibly proud of you and the work that you have both done. You've inspired not only us, you've inspired everyone at home to follow the plans, jump on the website and follow your progress over the course of the 40 days. And a very, very big thank you. We're going to let you go downstairs. Trina will be chatting to you down there, but a really big well done, lads. Fair play. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Super.
Folks, we're going to head downstairs to Trina. She's there chatting to some of our challengers, and we'll see you back up here in a few.
After the 12-minute walk.
Good morning, how are you? We are here downstairs at the 40-day health challenge, and all the ladies are with us. Sheena Crean.
Hello, Trina. Lovely to see you again.
And Trish Buckley.
Hi, Trina. How are you?
I'm good. Now, the thing is, we need to clear something up because Trish has been calling me Sheena for the last 40 days, pretty much.
No, I haven't, Sheena. Trina. I have this because I'm constantly talking to Sheena. And when Trina calls me, I just casually say, I know what you mean, Sheena. I mean, Trina.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we've cleared it up.
I will get it right, Trina.
Now, there's been fights going on between the two of you. I know you've formed a great friendship on this 40-day health challenge, but you're kind of fighting over Dr. Eddie Murphy.
That and other things, and other gentlemen as well. We'll see where the night takes us.
What is it about his charm that has...
I think he's really made us face up to things that we've been burying. And that's been hard at times, but it's been very healing, I think, for us all. We've all had different demons to face, and Eddie has really made us face them head on. And I really appreciate it, because there's no point in burying stuff under the carpet. You need to face the music, as they say.
Yeah, you were freaked out yesterday, actually, on Ireland's Classic Hits Radio, because Sheena sent in a message looking for a request. And I said, absolutely, I'll put on Take That, Never Forget for you. And I saw your social media later on that day. You were freaked out.
I just couldn't, like, of all the songs in the world, so Never Forget by Take That was my deceased sister's favourite song. Like, she played it on repeat for years and years and years. She had Never Forget posters up in her room. We played it at her funeral as well. So when Trina said, of all the songs in the world that she picked, that was the one she picked, like, my hair stood on end, like my blood ran cold, but in a good way. I thought it was lovely that she had been incorporated in to the last day of the journey, because she has been a big part of it without me expecting her to be. So it was lovely. So thank you for that, Trina.
Oh, you're very welcome. And it's been such a big part of the story for you, hasn't it? Like,
it has, and I never expected it to be. I hadn't even told anybody about it, but it evolved that way organically, and it's great. I think that's what happened, and I'm happy to heal all of that stuff, or at least start healing.
Yeah, so important. Now, Trish, you've become a runner.
I've become a runner. Listen, look out. Yeah, I mean, this 40-day health challenge has completely changed me for the better.
Now, hang on a second. Has it completely changed you? Because I know you're Dave. Does all the cooking?
No, okay, steady. Ready, steady, cook. No, I will never, ever cook dinner. Maybe now and again I might.
Do a roast chicken.
I do a roast chicken, yeah, I do a mean roast chicken. But that's the routine in our house, and I'm not going to change that. I'm front of house, he's back of house. We have pink jobs, blue jobs, and the cooking is the blue job.
That's controversial. Pink and blue jobs.
Yeah, it's great.
You have a Dave as well. How's the foot rubbing going?
My David is great. He shares in the cooking. He does the foot rubbing. He's doing everything today. He did a lovely Valentine's present for me this morning, so he's amazing. Yeah, we have a David each.
Yeah. Now, were you surprised at your results that you received a little bit earlier on, Trish?
Yes, totally. I was surprised with the push-ups. The balance really surprised me, because I practically doubled that. And it's hard to do. Everyone, it's difficult to stand on one foot with your eyes closed. But yeah, that really, really shocked me. And I'm just going to improve on that. Everything we've done today, we're not going to stop. We're going to keep going. Like, we're going to meet next week, because I work near where Sheena lives. So we're going to go on our walks and our swims. And it's not stopping for us. It's a journey. We're only starting our journey.
Oh, that's super. Yeah. And Sheena, you are going to keep going with this. I know you've had an amazing result, but you want to keep on going.
Yeah, I've another good bit of weight to lose. So what I've worked out is there are 2 more batches of 40 days between now and my son's communion in May. So I'll rock on, and I'll be invisible by May. I'll be marked absent on the roll if anybody is looking for me.
You're looking great. Let's head back up to studio and Carl.
Welcome back to the 40-Day Health Challenge HQ. We have lots of excited challengers, and 2 more are joining us in studio. Grania and Livia, welcome.
Thank you.
Smiling apprehensively like everybody else is as they come in. Grania, day 1, I want to bring you back there. We're going to have a look at your VT from the very first day that you came into us. We're going to bring it up on screen now.
Oh.
Yeah, I nearly didn't come last night. I had decided I wasn't going to come, so even when I was getting my bloods done and stuff, I was like, what are you doing here? So I suppose driving up to, I could see the mountains and everything, and I love mountains. I'm always hiking, and I just thought, get a grip of yourself now, girl. Go in there and do your best. So that's what I did. You just doubt yourself. As you get older, I suppose it gets harder. You kind of lose yourself a bit when you get up in your 50s if you're a woman. So no, I'm finding my way back, but I didn't know who was going to be here, or I didn't know anyone else. So you just kind of, I suppose it's just natural to doubt yourself.
I found myself.
Oh my God, the difference. I don't think I ever saw that.
No.
You had tears of apprehension,
Yeah.
of fear,
Yeah.
of nerves.
Yeah.
And today we have tears of
Joy.
and pride.
I looked back at that last night, and it's the thing that everybody said to me afterwards. Oh, remember I was telling you, everyone was patting me in the village, especially the older men, because they didn't know what to say to me when they saw that, because I'm not like that normally.
Okay.
And
What was so scary about that day?
just, you've met the 16 challengers, Carl, so you know what everybody's like, and everybody's full of beans and great personalities, and I just was overwhelmed, and I thought, oh, what are you doing here? And as well, they're all quite fit. You know, I know they had to work, but like I was definitely the heaviest woman, and I was thinking, God, am I after walking into the wrong show? Like I thought that, you know, I don't know what I thought really, and I was just, we were after doing the 12-minute run walk, and I was after being in with Dr. Eddie, and I hadn't cried inside with him, so I was delighted with myself. And I came out and there was Paul waiting, and he got me. I was just tired, but it meant everything that I said, but I wouldn't be saying that today now.
Are you very glad that you didn't turn around in the car on the way up?
Yeah, and I'm not joking, like the night before I really wasn't going to come up. And imagine if I didn't, and I'm never going to miss an opportunity again, because I just think, God, if I didn't come, and especially then when you turned out to be in it, I'd have been looking at Liv and I'd be saying, Jesus.
You were disgusted with yourself.
Yeah, I would have. It would have been extra worse.
How do you feel now?
I feel fantastic. Never better. Yeah.
And what's the big, is it?
It's a
feel
combination of everything. The support from home, the support from the four of you. It's like, I kind of did a recap. It's the food, it's the movement, it's the head. It's known if I had something going wrong that I could ask Dr. Sumi. She's always very supportive of all of us. And then I suppose I'd kind of hidden myself away at home. I had gone through like a bad patch with menopause, and I just kind of had got bigger and bigger and bigger. And so I kind of had stopped going out, really. And now, sure, we're there every Wednesday night in the middle of the community walk. And
Grania, I'm really particularly so glad that you didn't turn that car around, because apart from your own individual change that what you've brought to the group has been huge as well. There's such a level of wisdom and honesty. And
I'm old.
No. Wisdom is a huge thing to bring. And you're just such a solid person. It's just a decent person and a solid. And you brought that, and you've been a mammy to everybody in the group. People that needed a shoulder, you were there and you offered that shoulder, even though you were struggling yourself. And I think you're connected in so many different ways. You're connected to your emotions, you're connected to others, you're connected to nature, you're connected to your family, you're connected to, you're a giver in life. You're a giver in life.
But that's what we're here for, isn't it?
Well, not everybody does that. You do that. And because of that, what you've gained from this and what you've offered, whatever you get here, and I know you're nervous about results and stuff like that, you deserve everything.
Yeah. But Eddie, isn't it fair to say, like most people who are givers they give and put themselves last. Where, Grania, you came to the table and said, no, this has to change.
Oh, and I stopped putting myself last a few years ago, and I make no apologies for that. You're a better person for it. Sophie's laughing. I've been texting you in 20 years, Sophie.
There's 2 quick stats I want to give you. We're going to give some more later on,
Okay.
But these are really important for us. Now, Sumi, myself, Eddie, Sophie, we're mad for DCU's minimum fitness test. We want
Yes.
people to age better and be stronger. Yours, you're sit to stand on day 1. How many times you can go up and down out of a chair? You did 12.
Yeah.
The minimum you should be able to do for your age is 17. And today, you can now do 31.
I sure can.
Look at confidence. She took that compliment very well.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, progress.
Yeah.
Progress. Your press-ups, day 1 was 8. You should be able to do 6. You can now do 21 press-ups.
Yeah.
And that's it's 40 days.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, honestly, Carol, even I took a before and after photo, and I'd forgotten about it until a day last. I was, like the difference in my back, and that's not from walking, that's from the exercises. So, yeah.
And if you're watching us or listening in and have a slight back issue, obviously go to your physio first and foremost. But remember, backs need movement. They need to move. They need to be stronger, and they need cardiovascular work as well as the resistance training.
Yeah.
And that's why you've seen the difference in your back. And people get often they sit more when they have a back issue.
They think they need to protect the back. That's
Yeah.
absolute old wives' tale. Mobility is really important. Movement, like you said, but also doing the exercises as well, because we need to strengthen the muscles around the spinal column in order to look after the back. Not from the back, but also from the front. So we need to strengthen the abdominal muscles. So you've done both.
I thought I couldn't do it. That's the thing. Once you get it into your head.
Okay.
But I can.
You can.
There's
You
no
can do
stopping
it.
me now.
That's for sure. Olivia, I'm going to bring you in now. First of all, the hair, the glamour, the clothes. Where's this farmer's wife gone? Like, seriously. You rocked in like a rock star a few minutes ago. You look fantastic. I tell you, absolutely. I absolutely tell you.
Have you sent a photo back to the farm? You look gorgeous.
You look fabulous.
You look fab.
Thank you very much.
She took the compliment well too. We know what we're at. Let's have a look at your day 1, okay? And when you came to us at the very start of the 40-day health challenge, let's bring it up on the screen.
So I'm Olivia Fitzgerald from Foynes, County Limerick. In 40 days' time, I'd like to look in the mirror and be proud of what I'm looking at back at me. Maybe because I made an effort for myself instead of making it for other people in the future, or like now or whatever for the 40 days. It would be nice, right? I think, even though, probably I'd like that because I'm not good at that. I don't think so. It would be lovely if I could look at myself and say, okay, you are who you are, and deal with it, and you're perfect, and you're grand, and keep going now. And kind of, make a stop and then make a start, kind of. That's there for the rest of the time. Would be lovely.
All I can say is, like, that is a different woman on day 1. Isn't it absolutely amazing?
Unbelievable.
The woman who sits there is absolutely incredible. Trina, come on in. You have a seat beside us.
Hey!
Just to see. Welcome into the room.
Up and down these stairs again.
I tell you, you're working hard today. Olivia, that is incredible. The one question I have for you, are you proud of yourself?
I am, I suppose, yeah. I had forgotten that video even, so I feel like it never happened. So, I think I am. In fact, I can say thank you to the compliment is enough for me.
That's a huge, the progress of that is absolutely huge. Huge.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's good enough for me. Yeah. Definitely, you changed me, really.
And it's
You changed you. You changed you, Liv.
It's amazing to see, and that's the beauty of having a day 1 to look back on and say, this is where I was at the start.
It feels like a year ago. It feels like actually feels like years ago.
It looks like about 20.
It doesn't feel like
it looks like about 20 years ago. The woman sitting in front of me here just looks so different.
It feels. I feel like it doesn't seem like 40 days. Act totally lot longer. I think it's weird. It's like somebody. It's like looking at it 5 years ago and going.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
I think the difference is how you see yourself. It's not what you see, but it's the inner. There's a confidence, and I think I deserve to be here. I deserve to put yourself out there. This is me. powerful woman, a wonderful woman, incredible woman. Well done.
And we're going to be going live on Ireland's Classic Hits Radio any moment now. I know that you've been voice noting in the shows the last 40 days. I hope you still do. You don't still answer me.
Pressure's on the music selection, Trina. The pressure's on the music selection over the course of the coming month. That's for sure. There's no doubt about that.
I get such a kick when I hear you built this city on rock and roll.
So we are.
It's brilliant. It's been super.
Ireland's Classic Hits Radio. We are live on the 40-day health challenge at the grand finale, and I'm delighted to be here with all our experts, and with Grania and with Olivia, or Livy, as people start calling you. And it's so great to see you. You're looking incredible. The two of you are looking incredible. Years younger, absolutely years younger. We'll get straight to the results because I know you're eager to find out. And Grania, on the very first day of the 40-day health challenge, you weighed in at 14 stone. 5 pounds. I'm going to let Carl reveal.
Yeah, today, day 40, 13 stone, 7 pounds.
Oh, that's brilliant.
12 pounds of weight loss.
Excellent.
Phenomenal. And you can, as soon as you walked in the door, we can see that.
I feel it. I feel it.
Yeah. There's a glow in your face as well. Yeah.
Thanks, Trina.
You're looking at. Now, there was something else that we tested as well, and that was your cholesterol levels. And Dr. Sumi, you've got results for this.
Yeah, so day one, your cholesterol was 6.11. And today, Sumi, it's 5.61.
That is incredible. So we like cholesterol levels to be, total cholesterol levels, to be sitting around 5. So coming in at over 5 at 6, you know, there were changes that needed to be made. On movement and eating alone, you are bringing it down towards that magic number of 5. No one else did that.
Yeah.
Nobody else
so everyone went
did
in
that.
the first day into Randox to get
absolutely
the cholesterol done, and
all the bloods were checked, and certain numbers came back. And what we love with something like this is we can show the difference of food and movement and stress management on blood profiles like cholesterol and other blood markers.
And 40 days is a nice length of time to see a change like that, because the work is coming in from Grania and from everyone. There's nothing magic here. You know, there was no wand, there was no medication. It was just at a movement level. So it's all trending in the right direction.
Super, super. Now, Olivia. Olivia's sitting there waiting. Olivia started off weighing in at 9 stone, 11 pounds.
Olivia starts at day one, 10 stone, 6 pounds. Today, you're 9 stone, 11 pounds. And if you're watching home, you now know we are live, and you're listening in on Ireland's Classic Hits Radio. We are live in studio.
I need my glasses.
I got your back. I got your back. Don't you worry about it. Olivia,
stop now.
9 pounds of weight loss. Absolutely fantastic to see. That's, you know.
Why you were going in to hug me there? I was like, Carl, I'm married.
It's Valentine's Day after all, Trina. It's Valentine's Day after all.
Oh, that's amazing. But her levels have changed as well.
Yeah, look, we're seeing great progress. For Olivia, ferritin levels were really important, okay?
Absolutely.
And they were 8.07 on day one, which Sumi was low. And today, they're 11.38.
Which is fantastic. Ferritin is what we call, it's an iron store. We commonly see in women, particularly women with heavy periods, and, you know, in various stages of life, your ferritin stores can drop, particularly if you're not getting an iron-rich diet. The fact that it's gone from 8 up to 11 over 10 means that your iron stores are building up. So you, again, just by eating well, and Sophie will say that.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And Sophie, what about the food plan brings those, what is it, what changes it?
I was just going to mention it. Like, sometimes with kind of the traditional Irish dinners, we might not have a whole heap of variety, okay? So we need to get a little bit more in, and the kind of colouredy plates is what we want. Colouredy plates. As many colours as possible, loads of nutrients, but the iron key, dark
So
leafy
many of us eat just a beige plate, don't we? Like, we're terrible for that.
Try get 5 colours on your plate each time you have a meal. Very difficult, but it can help.
Like, not having red meat and still... Like,
still meat,
that's
source of iron, red meat, dark green leafy veg, nuts, seeds, all those kind of things. Definitely
I
get
have
it in.
seeds, like, when I'm just, like, I'm like a bird now.
Guys, I'm going to love you and leave you, maybe for the day. Got those results wrong.
No, Sarah's it's hard work.
You're live on Ireland's Classic Hits Radio. Bye!
Bye.
Folks, Trina's heading back downstairs to our HQ where all our other challengers are waiting, and she's going to have a chat with them in a little while. How are we now? A few results. Are we a bit more relaxed? Are we a bit happier?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are we surprised with the results?
Yeah, I didn't think I'd lose that much weight anyway. I didn't expect it, to be honest.
Do you know what your metabolic age is? You're 49 years old.
I'm 49.
After 40 days on the 40-day health challenge, your metabolic age today is 34.
Oh my goodness.
You're driving home to Limerick, a younger woman. Yeah, on Valentine's Day, though. It's gonna, yeah.
Oh my God,
That is
that's why
incredible.
I want my makeup done like Amy because she's now nice.
And what that is, like, that's that composition shift. Like, you were very active, you know, you were active anyway, but you've changed some of the activity that you've done, you've eaten really well, and we're seeing that physical change, which brings your metabolic profile down.
Yeah.
It's a significant drop.
Big
Yeah.
drop.
I
Big
don't-
drop. We've never seen a drop
No,
like that. have we?
can I just jump? I think it's the food piece for you, Olivia, in terms of like you would have been really active anyway. Do you know what I mean? So obviously you're doing a little bit more activity, but I think the food piece and you actually knowing how to fuel your body, that's led to a little bit of a game changer.
Yeah, it's definitely the difference. I have to still work on it. I know.
Of course.
To keep it going.
And let's not forget how strong you were when you came in for the DCU minimum fitness tests. You were doing press-ups to beat the band, right? And we were trying to figure out how you were doing them. But, you know, what gets measured gets changed, even when it's very good. Day one, your sit to stand was 18. The minimum was 19. You did 40 sit to stands after 40 days. You like the number 40?
One for every day.
It's and that's pure strength, and that's pure long-term health, you know, progress. Press-ups, day one, you did 15 full press-ups. Minimum was 10. Day 40, you did 25 press-ups.
I can't believe that.
25 press-ups. There are people watching on our live stream, on our social channels.
I can't
He
do
wouldn't
25.
do 5 press-ups, let alone 25 press-ups. But it shows you, even when you're very strong, you can still make the gains and the improvements, right? That's important. To say, like, that's, you know, incredibly important. That keep challenging the body, getting it to work and getting it, you know, just to exercise. Are either of you nervous now about the future?
No. Are you?
I'm looking forward to it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
You're sick of us.
Grania, you felt you were stuck for a while, weren't you? You plateaued.
So, like, I've lost 18 kilos
Yeah.
since August.
Yeah.
So, 18 kg, yeah. So, that's why I did part of the reason I did it is because I knew I couldn't keep going. Like, it's hard being in a deficit. Like, it is hard.
Yeah.
Like. And so when I heard the ad, I thought, oh, this will give me a boost, and it absolutely did, because I think, is it 5.5 kgs?
Yeah, yeah.
And like, I know that Christmas would have come and I would have taken a break for a while, and maybe I wouldn't have got back on the wagon, like, so, yeah. And it just goes to show, like, with the fitness, I thought I couldn't do it.
And you love challenges. One of the things you say is your challenge is your thing. Have you new challenges identified now for?
No. So we're taking tonight and tomorrow off. I'm going swimming in the 40-foot in the morning. I can't wait.
Great.
But I'm going back. I'll ease myself back into it on Sunday, and on Monday I'm going back to do another. I'm doing 20 days because I'm going away for a weekend and 20 days.
Well, what I meant is new challenges, as in not necessarily the 40-day health challenge, but you climbing mountains, or you do So have you identified any of them?
No, I'm hoping to do the Jack and Jill 12 hills.
Okay.
They've done one already, and so, like, I've no major challenge. I'm going to take a bit of your advice and
That's interesting.
kind of
Just take
it is.
Take it in.
Just take a
time.
Yeah,
just
because
relax.
normally I would go from one into another.
Yeah. Good.
And
That's
no.
good. I like that.
It's quietly confident, isn't it? And, like, one of the key things going forward we know is the relationship between the challengers. And for the 40-day health challenge, we wanted people to connect. We wanted the challengers to work together, to form bonds and friendships, because we know how important that is. And we're going to bring a VT up now to have a look at your own friendship and how that's developed over the course of the 40 days. We're going to bring it up now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is the best thing about it. Definitely
No,
the best thing
seriously,
about it,
yeah.
isn't it?
And
Oh
like
my God, it's so
everybody around, like they'll say,
so
when they say, how are you getting on? How's Liv getting on? It's probably the same with you.
Yeah,
Like,
oh my God, it's so good. It's the best
and
thing ever.
it wouldn't have been half as good on her own. Sure,
Oh,
wouldn't.
no,
I don't think
genuinely
so.
It's brilliant. It's so good.
And
Oh, I
so
love it.
now when she's going to be, every few days she'll be saying to me, are you on tea, whatever? And I'm like, I lie and say, yeah.
But that is important, you know, and that connection. We always wanted that for our challengers, to connect like that, and to see you both connect around something that means something to you, but that's healthy, is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, because we've already been asked to continue doing the walk in the community, like, so they all want to start it again next Wednesday. So I think it's going to keep going every week. So that's even like, it feels proud that we've helped our community as well. Like, so,
and Eddie, that's big, isn't it? Like that idea of community. That when someone steps up to get healthier, they bring people with them. People want to learn, or they want to be led, but we all need, you know, someone to lead.
They actually asked me to start Couch to 5K as well.
Amazing! You got to do it.
Well, I think
absolutely.
But let someone else take the lead on it, you know, because you're so committed to so many different things. You're both givers to your community anyway. You're engaged in coaching and volunteerism, and you're you know, sometimes, and I'm delighted to hear you step back a little bit and take time for yourself. But people that are busy get asked to do more and more, and sometimes they get I'll dare to support you, but someone else maybe to take that lead a little bit, because you know, you're farming, you're working, you've kids, you've the Limerick girls, your daughter's playing for Limerick, and you've so much, you're doing the coaching, athletics coaching. So try and let someone else take it a little bit, and you just take a little bit of time for you. You deserve this. Everything about this is about learning to be with yourself, not distracting yourself with other things going on.
And Gráinne's going to mind you with regards to that.
She's my psychologist on site.
She's sitting there making mental notes. I'm going to get Eddie on this. I'm going to know.
I'm telling her. I'm telling Eddie. So if she does take the lead in the Couch to 5K, I'm just going to give her the
Eddie
look.
said. Tell her Eddie said.
No, but it's very true. Like, you haven't learned to do that yet. You haven't learned to say no yet. It's not that easy.
No, it's not that easy.
No, I actually have enough, because I know we're live now, but say like there's a race series at home, and I'd never have done the race series. I'd never commit to doing the whole, like there's 4 races and they're over a couple of months.
Yeah.
And I've never committed to that, because but I don't care now. Like, I am doing those 4 races, like, and I don't care what else is there. They'll just have to wait. Like, so even that, like. Yeah, and the one first was like 5K, 10K, it's gone up to 4 mile, and then a 10 mile, and that makes me feel great that I'm not, no matter what happens, like that I am doing that for myself.
Again, guys, that's not something that we've seen across all of our channel. Is exactly that, putting themselves first and say, I'm doing this for me. And that by doing that, by being healthier yourself, you're more impactful to those around you.
100%.
You know, it's huge. We have a couple of questions coming in. We're going to answer those now, and then we're going to come back to our 2 challengers after that. Susan Burns, I've lost 7 kgs on the plan. I feel terrific. Susan, a very big well done to you. 7 kilos, absolutely amazing.
Well done, Susan.
7 kg.
And well done. And one more is June O'Keefe, waiting for a total knee replacement. The other knee isn't great. Am I okay to do the exercise? Yes, you are. You've seen Eileen do amazing work. Prehab and rehab are really important in terms of knee replacements. So we have some presents to give you.
We do.
The first of our 16 challengers on the 40-day health challenge, and we thought we'd mark the occasion with a top to wear on your race series from doing so well and wear it with pride. Your names are on the back of them. You won't be missed when you go home, that's for sure, at the GA and everything else.
Thanks, Sophie.
But well earned and well deserved. And guys, just to say, from our perspective and on behalf of everyone who's watched, thank you so much for taking part. Your results have been absolutely spectacular. And keep on going. You have the skill set, you have the tools, you have everything you need to make it happen. So a really, really big well done. We're going to leave you downstairs to Trina, but a big Bulla bus, and well done for absolutely everything. Brilliant progress. We're going to go back to Trina downstairs. She's chatting to some of our challengers, and we'll see you back up at HQ in a few minutes.
And we're back downstairs My legs are worn away from going up and down these stairs. And I do have to apologise to Olivia for getting her weight wrong. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed. We've got the ladies here. Amy.
Yes.
Hello. And Jeanette.
Hello.
Welcome to the couch. There's people eating sweets in the background. Sorry, what's going on? Amy, I have to talk to you about sleep deprivation. God love you. You look amazing, first of all.
It's a lot of concealer.
You're a new mammy, two under two, and I was saying I just don't know how you have found the time.
Yeah, it was the first 3 weeks were great. The last 3 weeks now have been really tough, really tough because I think the kids knew I was doing something and were like, we're not going to sleep. So I definitely found it challenging because like when you're not sleeping, your cravings, your headspace, just everything, my energy to get out and do the runs and stuff. So yeah, it was tough now. The last slog was tough. Yeah.
You have a holiday coming up though, which I think is really difficult because everything's all inclusive now, isn't it?
Yeah, we're going on a cruise. It's like the worst possible holiday you could go on for weight loss. Literally everything's handed to you all the time. But no, we've done them before and I know how I went wrong on them, like overeating, because there are healthy options on them. So
are there?
Oh, there are. Oh my God. Diabetic desserts. Such a thing.
Who knew?
I know, who knew? Only in America. But yeah, no, I know we have a plan for them this time. We're going to bring our gym gear, go to the gym, and I'm going to enjoy myself, but I'm going to do it in moderation this time as opposed to just being gluttonous.
Yeah, brilliant. And Jeanette, how is this going? Because you're a shift worker and you're literally out on the grounds of where you work, 2:30 in the morning, doing a walk.
Yeah, has to be done. Yeah, it was tough now, but I got through it, yeah. So it's all about the planning.
Will you keep that up? Because obviously your shift work is going to continue.
I know, that's not going to end. Yeah, no, hopefully I'll keep it up, yeah. Yeah, just have to plan, around it.
You are so organised. Carl was saying you're even more organised than he is, which is, I don't know how that's even possible. The guy's fridge is like...
fridge envy.
And he loves going supermarket shopping. What a weirdo. Adele, he's a weirdo, isn't he? Yeah.
Supermarket shopping.
My husband does that part now sometimes, I have to say. Yeah.
I love the supermarket shopping.
Okay, well, we're going to be sending you to all our shopping.
No problem,
But you're so organised. That's been the main thing.
Yeah, that's been the main thing. Like printing out the recipes for me, weighing and measuring stuff, and just having the shopping in, as I said, at the start of the week. So.
Yeah. Do you know what? One of my favourite clips of this whole 40-day health challenge was your daughter on social media.
She make a show.
You were making the rice. What happened?
I'm making the rice, and you say the instructions said you have to boil it in the water, let it settle and all that. But I cheated and I got the ready pack. Do you know what I mean? I was doing everything. So. Someone was reading the instructions saying, boil the water, get the pot. And I was saying, no, it's okay. Mommy has the rice ready. Yeah. And she was like, oh, no, Mommy, you cheated. And
I think the exact one was, Mommy cheated. She cheated.
Yeah.
So funny. Now, we had amazing weight losses today.
Yeah.
And Amy's been on her phone there because you were checking how many kilos. Because you've this thing about kilos.
I can't do the math in my head.
Yeah, so how many kilos are you now? And what were you at the start?
I think I'm 97 now. And I was 106.
I mean, come on. Isn't that unbelievable?
That's amazing, yeah.
Like that's. And you said you haven't been that weight in such a long time.
I don't even know when I was that weight. Couldn't tell you.
Oh, amazing. Well, you're looking brilliant, girls. Keep it going. And we'll head back up to studio and Carl Henry.
Welcome back to our 40-day challenge HQ. I was admiring Gary's t-shirt as he came in with a Saab 9.3 convertible on it. He's looking very good. We've had amazing results so far. And guys, welcome in. How are we?
Good, great.
Brilliant.
Petrified?
No.
Oh, okay, this is good. Okay, this is a change.
Confidence.
Quietly confident.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
How's the atmosphere downstairs?
Electric.
Yeah.
There's a great buzz.
Really good. Really
is.
fun. Really fun. Great fun.
Yeah.
And all your testing went well this morning?
Great.
Yeah?
We think.
We think. We'll find out. Yeah, we'll find out.
I'm very surprised.
Martina, we're going to have a look at day one.
Yes.
When you came into us. And we're going to bring it up on the screen here and have a look at you when you came in.
So today, Dr. Eddie has asked us to list 3 things we are proud of. I have to say, I found this one tricky because it just feels like you're boasting sometimes, and I just think that I don't know, it just doesn't feel right.
When someone says to you, why are you proud? You just don't know, you just do it. I'm upset now. It was just, I don't like this. I'm proud because I'm brilliant. It's not me. Yeah, even saying that, like, I'm not proud of myself. I think it's what I have to do, so I'm doing it.
What do you think when you see that lady from the beginning of the health challenge?
That's not me. Gary just said that. Yeah, wow. It's incredible what 40 days is.
Absolutely.
Incredible.
Absolutely.
I don't recognise that person. Yeah, which is weird, yeah.
And what's so different now as you sit there watching it? What's so different?
Well, I'm healthier, obviously. I'm more confident. I feel like I'm proud of myself now, Eddie. Yeah, I am. Yeah. I think we all should be proud of ourselves that we've done this and we've achieved amazing stuff. And now I am proud of myself.
You can see that confidence.
Yeah.
Really. You can see that confidence
Shines,
growing all the time. And there's an inner pride as well as confidence. A deserved inner pride. I think you were sort of disconnected a little bit from yourself.
Yeah.
You were struggling a little bit.
And I didn't realise that, obviously. Yeah.
But you picked up all the tools, whether it was the movement, the food, all the components of it, and you really ran with it.
Yeah. I loved it. Yeah. I gave it everything I did. Yeah, I loved it. I embraced it, as they say.
I'd be afraid to say you're simply the best.
For anyone on the live stream who hasn't seen that, if you go on to the 40 Day Health Challenge TikTok or Instagram, we have a clip of Martina singing on our cross trainer to the top of her lungs to Ireland's Classic Hits Radio, and it's brilliant. It's one of the funniest clips of the whole series. It's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Has the process surprised you at all?
Yes. I can't believe that. I won't say easy. It wasn't easy, but it was simple. That's what I think is if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was simple, and it was very doable, very adaptable, and I'm amazed at that because it's not a diet and it's not a huge fitness plan, but it's everything combined, and it just worked. And in 40 days, it's incredible. Like, even your mind frame now, you know, you'd miss the exercise if you didn't do it on a day. Like, that's not. Well,
oh my God. And even Gary is nodding in agreement. I'm going to bring Gary in here because he naturally brought me in there. Fair play. Because when we met you day one, like, we're going to bring it up in a second, but you were so different to the man that we meet today, both visually, but you're proud of yourself too, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I didn't think these changes were possible in 40 days. Never in my wildest dreams would I thought they were possible.
We've just added another 1,000 people to our website who've signed up for day one, by the way. Let's have a look at your day one. We're going to bring it up on the screen now. And when you came in to see us all those days ago.
I've just completed the first day of the 40-day challenge. Every couple of months I say I want to do this, I want to do something like this, I want to lose this weight, I want to get fit. This is the furthest I've come in this want. Signing the form, making the first application. When I get to day 40, and it's a when, it's not an if, I want to be fitter, I want to be lighter, and I want to have a positive mental outlook on life.
Can I just say, the visual difference to the man sitting there, to the man barely standing against the wall, is mind-blowing.
Bit different, all right, yeah.
It's incredible.
I can feel it every day. The pounds that I've shed, it's different. I have no pain in my knees anymore. I have almost no pain in my back. The movement that I have getting in and out of the truck is unreal. It's only 2 steps up into the truck.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it much. I'm springing up into it.
That is music to my ears.
Yeah, you made me very happy now, by the way. She's delighted.
I just, that alone, ease of movement, from the fact that you over 40 days are sustaining movement regularly. You know, it's coming back to that use it or lose it.
Yeah.
And you're moving. And I will take any movement, any form of movement, as long as it's sustained and ongoing.
That's the huge change, because really the first thing I noticed when you came in, right, was how sedentary your life was.
Yeah.
Like, it was sitting. Your wife is an incredible walker, and you said, oh, I can't really walk with her. She walks at a different pace to me. I can't walk with her. You're sitting in your truck. And there was just an absence of movement in your life, apart from, like, eating, God knows, 7 bars of chocolate every day. But now there's movement is incorporated into your life. Actually, I think your jumper is sort of funny the way, right? Because it says retro, which means goes back, go back. But you're actually a man that's in a car going forward. Yeah. You are going forward with your health in such a different way, where you've incorporated incredible new food and eating habits. movement habits. I just see that, and positivity comes with that. But you are actually, the change is, and then your wife must notice this.
Yeah, it's immense. The change is immense.
What does she see now?
She sees in the future. She sees someone that can get out and do things with her, and it's going to be great for the two of us.
That's what you wanted.
Yeah,
That's what you wanted.
I wanted to spend more. I want, on a Saturday when I'm off work, a Sunday when I'm off work, the two of us can get up in the morning and we can go out now and spend the day walking, doing something.
Yeah.
Whereas we didn't before.
Yeah, you were at two different paces.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that because of that, you were separated.
I was holding her back walking.
Yeah.
We'd go for a walk and I'd have to stop. I'd have to stop and sit down somewhere. And it was always the first kind of seat that I looked at by Saturday. It could be 10 metres, it could have been 50 metres. I would have Saturday. That's it, you go on, I can't do it. Bringing the dog for a walk, that was a good excuse as well, because the dog would slow us down. So Michelle would power off and I'd just keep walking. She can't walk. The dog can't walk.
And it's all, have you been surprised at the impact that just 40 days can make?
Absolutely.
Because like the job that you do, and for people who are watching on our live streams, it's very common for people who drive for a living to get very sedentary and to dashboard down. I do have a question about the steering wheel. Is it still? Can you? Because your tummy has reduced, you got that gap between the steering wheel now for the first time.
It was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
A bigger gap.
Like you know, and
it's unreal. And I keep. Do you know what, Carl? Not to stop you, but I keep looking down. I do find it at the gap between me and the steering wheel. It's totally different. It's totally mad. 2 or 3 days ago, we were in the house, and Michelle took out a shirt that I wore 2 years ago at my son's wedding. That I was bursting out of the shirt. When we put it on the other evening in the house, there's 2 or 3 inches there.
Wow.
It's unreal.
And clothes, they're important to you, aren't they?
Yeah, I like to be nice, especially when you finish work. I do like to have a nice T-shirt on, a nice pair of jeans and stuff.
Yeah. Best collection of quirky T-shirts ever. And Blake 7.
Yeah.
Remember all the quirky T-shirts? Brilliant T-shirts Gary has.
I couldn't get into them, Carl. But I can get into them now.
We've an Instagram live from everyone at home who's watching in for you, Gary, saying how proud they are of you. And they are immensely proud of the progress and for you pressing that button to apply. And it's a new beginning for you going forward.
Absolutely.
And it's your wife who sent it in to us. So thank you so much for sending that in. We're as mad about him as you are, by the way. He's kept us entertained for the whole 40 days. I know your voice notes are going to be missed across the group on the WhatsApp. I've heard about these famous voice notes. You motivate the whole group.
They'll still be there. Bad penny always turns back up.
And are either of you nervous about what's ahead? Are you nervous about what's ahead?
Go ahead, Martina.
No.
I am. My health wasn't in a great shape in the beginning. It wasn't at a few them red dots when we got the results back from Randox. So I'm keen to see the changes, if any.
Okay. We're going to give you numbers in a little while. What I want to do first, I want to bring you a little bit of a best bits for both of you. Martina, we're going to bring yours up first.
Yes.
And we're going to have a look at... You're coming next, don't you worry now. We're coming for you too. We're going to bring Martina's best bits up on the screen first and foremost.
Woohoo! Day 20. How apt. The song is on the radio is You're Simply the Best. And we are. Guys, we are. Day 20. I have one more session to do. So, yeah. Do it. Simply the best. Better than all the rest. Simply the best.
By the way, that did get a huge amount of traction on our social media channels, as you can imagine. It was you know what? It was a bit of crack amongst it. A bit of crack's important too, right? Health can be very serious, and we've seen that, but particularly with you two challengers. There's been a lot of fun in it, and that's been really refreshing to see. You know,
I think you have to enjoy it, though, don't you?
You do. It's important. Now, Gary, we're not leaving you out. We're going to bring your best bits up now. Let's have a look at them.
Probably would take 2 cans of fizzy drink.
And would they be full sugar, like regular, or diet?
Oh, it'd be diet. I'm looking after myself. I was looking out the window this morning, thinking what a miserable day it was, and I remembered I have a rain jacket. I'm as happy as a pig in dirt.
Good man.
104.6 kilograms.
I never would have thought I could have lost 8 pounds in a week. I'm great to go. I'm magic to go.
Couple of more days and we're halfway through.
An awful lot of pain around me waist, but no pain, no gain, isn't that it? I had to put a new hole in my belt. This would have never have happened this time last year. I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon with the plan, with the way it's gone, the exercise. So, onwards.
Bye-bye, everybody.
To see that man in the last two videos in particular, you just look so young. Like, you just look, it looks like such a different person to day one when you were leaning against the wall, you know, after the fitness tests. Incredible, you know? Absolutely incredible to see. It really is.
You said you were worried about, you know, the results and stuff like that. Are you worried about the going forward bit, like for the next 40 days or whatever? Like how
Going forward with this is going to be my way now.
Okay.
It's going to be my way. I'm sticking to that healthy plan that Sophie gave us. It's great. The fitness.
I love it, really.
I'm definitely keeping up with the walking without a shadow of a doubt.
Do you work on Saturday?
No.
So will you think you might do the park runs or something like that?
We could do something like that, all right. I've been trying to be getting applications from me downstairs from a couple of the other challengers. But yeah, Saturday and Sunday is going to be... Me long walks is going to be
the park
I'm
run
going
is
to keep
a
up
good
in the evenings. That's what we're going to think about a park run, Cork or park run.
Yeah. So the park run is a run walk, but it's every Saturday, no matter where you are in the country, if you're away, if you're outside the country.
And we can join different ones to just keep it fresh all the time.
Once you join it, once you log in, you can join up. We're going to bring Trina Mara in from Ireland's Classic Hits Radio because we're going live on Ireland's Classic Hits Radio in a couple of minutes. Back again. I tell you, you're working hard today. Up and down.
Earning my wages today.
So again, we have two challengers here now who are they brought crack. That's the real thing that they brought to the whole of the 40-day health challenge. And it's been refreshing.
Forever. I'm going to play you that song every day in the radio.
I hold you to that.
But that fun is really important. And we've seen that with the support that Classic Hits Radio had given us.
Yeah.
We've seen that bit of fun.
The music to get you going as well. Music in your ears.
Very important.
It's been absolutely huge.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. And Gary's unreal as well. You know, he's really... I've been listening to your voice notes every day in the show. And
have you heard them? Oh my God, okay.
Yeah. We're going to be going live on Ireland's Classic Hits Radio in just a second. We're going to be getting the results. How are you feeling?
Oh, good.
Gary looks like he's
He wants the results.
He's so shy, that's why, you know.
Never
and
like to
Martina
test.
as well.
I feel good.
How's the shopping going in Lidl?
Okay, we're going to go live in just a sec.
It's not bad.
Are we ready, guys?
We're all ready.
And here we go. It is Ireland's Classic Hits Radio. We are live. Any moment now. It's Ireland's Classic Hits Radio and we're live on the 40-day health challenge. Dr. Eddie Murphy's here, Dr. Sumi Dunn, Sophie Pratt to my right and Carl Henry. I think I know you as well.
Just slightly,
personal trainer and also the fabulous Martina and Gary. Now, Gary is a big listener of the show, obviously. Gary the trucker, everyone will be familiar with Gary. Sending in his funny voice notes. He keeps us entertained every day. And you're both looking absolutely incredible. But we might start off with Martina. Martina started the 40-day health challenge, Carl. 13 stone.
13 stone day one. Day 40. 12 stone for 10 pounds down of weight in total. Which is absolutely super. It's getting towards dress size. And again, we can see it. If paper comes into our HQ, when they walk in, you can see that change. And it's dramatic, which is absolutely superb.
Yeah, and I know that at the start of this, you also had your bloods taken at Randox.
Yes.
And there was a very important one, which is your glucose levels.
Yeah.
I don't know what you were like before in terms of, you know, your diet and eating sweets
Not as good
and
as I
things
am
like
now.
that. Yeah. How did Martina get on?
Yeah, Martina's glucose levels. Sumi, we're going to bring you into this one. They were 5.6 and today they're 4.35.
Their fasting bloods, I mean, 5.6 is within a normal range, but to see it lowered after a length of time just says moving forward that your chances of getting an increased insulin resistance leading towards a type 2 diabetes is totally dramatically fallen.
Brilliant.
And you have done that on your own.
Excellent.
And it's really simple. It's just around eating well, moving well, and keeping it going.
Brilliant news.
No magic formula.
Great.
Yeah. Those sweet cravings probably go away after a
I
while
have
as
to
well,
say,
do they?
actually, yeah. No, I don't have any. Even in the shop now, you know, if you're having a really bad day and you go into the shop, easier thing to do is pick up a bar of chocolate, but you know, pick up a banana or an apple instead. You know, just to get into that frame of mind, and it works. And I have to say that's what I've been doing. So like, thank you so much.
Yeah, Sophie beans and
My
beans.
children have learned. I'm waiting for something negative here, and it's all positive. I'm loving it.
No, it's fantastic,
it's
absolutely
genuinely,
fantastic.
yeah.
That just shows you, though, it's nothing crazy. No miracles, no restrictive methods, just simple but effective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now, Gary was on the show during the week talking about when he was a schoolboy. He was very bold. We won't bring it up now, Gary. I won't. He looks like he's a bold schoolboy sitting on the chair there. He looks a bit worried. Gary started the 40-day health challenge weighing in at 16 stone, 11 pounds.
Today, day 40, you're 15 stone, 6 pounds. You're 19 pounds down in 40 days. Absolutely, guys.
Well done.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely.
Is that a cheer, Gary?
19 pounds.
Incredible. Absolutely unbelievable. In terms of your health, Gary, in terms of your health going forward, that is immense.
Yeah.
Don't underestimate it, honestly.
What did you start out at, sorry, Gary?
He started out at
16 stone and 11. So you're heading for 17 stone. And had you not signed up for the 40-day health challenge, you would have been 17 stone. And getting into the truck would have been even harder than it is now.
Wow.
And more.
But just to hear from you, you're saying your knees don't hurt because the load, literally the load has been taken off the knees. So that's one health change that you've done, you know, and you're preserving your joints by doing
And
that.
it's one of just many. There are lots more to come. Your sit to stand test we want to bring up. Very important indicator, especially for you because you get up and in and out of that truck.
Yeah.
If you can't do that, it affects your ability to work and your ability to live. Day 1, it was 13 when we measured it. The requirement to pass a test was 18. And today you did 23 sit to stands.
Wow.
You needed the paramedic when we tested you the first time. I remember that.
Yeah.
And we didn't need it today because you're fitter and you're stronger. And it's absolutely phenomenal. Your waistline, day 1 was 50 inches. That's the reason in that video we see it. You see the barrel.
Yeah.
Irish men particularly store their weight around the middle, that apple shape. Today, your waistline is 43 inches.
Oh my God.
You've lost 7 inches in 40
Gary.
days.
Brilliant.
I said to Gary that if he lost the inches that he was going to do the Diet Coke ad for us. Recreate it with the jeans.
Yeah.
You said you would. That's incredible.
Tell us about how those results make you feel.
Well, I said early days that I put a new hole in the belt. I've actually put 2 holes in the belt. Same belt. I need a new belt.
Is the belt not fit for purpose anymore?
No. It's outstanding. It's outstanding.
Absolutely amazing.
40
And do you know what? We've got loads more results still to come on the 40-day health challenge. So brilliant being here with all the experts and all the challengers. And we've still more to come on Ireland's Classic Hits Radio.
Trina, thank you so much. We're going to let you escape downstairs.
Well done, guys. You look smashing.
Amazing. And folks, if you're watching, you've seen the numbers. The website is live at any time and will continue to be live for the remainder of the year. 40dayhealthchallenge.ie. We have more questions coming in, so keep sending them and we're going to answer those in a little while. The results are just phenomenal. They really are. And like Martina, I want to give you a few from your DCU minimum fitness tests. Your sit to stand day 1 or 16. You needed 17 to pass the test. Today, you did 32.
Wow.
Sit to stands.
Martine.
Test absolutely nailed.
Wow.
Your push-ups, day 1, 9, which was brilliant. Your goal was to hit was 6, and you're 16 today. Wow. And irrelevant, and you know, even for people watching, it's the beauty of a show like this that we can talk about muscle mass, strength, balance, that important of these minimum fitness tests. They're minimum. You guys are no longer minimum. You're beyond that.
Wow.
You're strong. And by being strong, we know that you will work better, you will live better, you'll have stronger bones, everything will, it's not just the physical weight appearance, it's the lifelong skills of being able to pass these tests and to being able to do it, you know?
You're glowing.
Yeah.
You are.
I'm delighted.
You deserve it. Both of you.
Instagram was lighting up, by the way. I'm getting in my ear from production about how glowing the pair of you are. It's like Colleen Rooney in the jungle. You have skincare ranges afterwards. How did you... But you know, like so, if a lot of that comes from, Sumi said it earlier, in terms of food, fluid, and then in conjunction with sweating out all the gunk out of the pores. Like there is that's a huge role to play.
The hydration has come into it, but Sophie, I mean, this is all down to how everyone's eating.
Well, no, it's a holistic approach. Absolutely.
Take it, Sophie. Take the comment.
We're detoxing the body. Do you know, we're getting rid of all those, all the nasty inflammatory kind of markers and getting in all the good nutrients, antioxidants. The skin loves it. It sucks it up. It uses all the moisture. If we don't give it moisture, it's not going to be able to use it. We'll have dry skin. We'll be fatigued after a workout. All that jazz. Like, so important.
You know,
and I'm just,
you know, particularly when I'm thinking back now, Gary, with all of the sugar consumed.
Oh my goodness.
You know, there wasn't that much of a blood change to begin with. You know, remember I said you were lucky. You hadn't. Now everything that you've done, you're actually preserving, you know, your health status moving forwards. And that's what we want. We either want to improve or preserve. And you're improving. And all of that, you remember the sugar on the table and all of that. It's a complete change.
Can I ask you
I'm
both?
delighted.
Like, what was the hardest bit? Because it's all gold stars at the moment. But like, what was the toughest bit?
The video, I think, for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that probably sounds... It's a lot to do with everything else, because everything else is a learning thing. And then because I wouldn't be into Instagram at all, and then to have to start learning. I get my poor daughter show me how to tag people.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, so like... So, you know, that for me was the hardest part, having to record everything and... Yeah, and put yourself out there, I suppose. You know, that's hard because I wouldn't normally
Brave.
be. You know, yeah, it's that for me was the hardest.
You'd never know by singing live to a camera, you know, by the end of it. You took to it very well now, in all fairness.
Local musical society.
Yeah, absolutely.
Carrick Lish is coming out. The ladies cycling group are going to go out. I think there's going to be a little video and record.
So. I can see a viral video of something to do with the ladies cycling club and singing, but there we go. Gary, what about you?
Where do I start? Fitness, getting fit.
Yeah.
It was tough at the beginning. It's getting, and I know when you ramp things up, especially after day 30, and they were getting harder. But they were actually, I know now, I always start at the beginner level in them, but they were actually getting that bit easier.
Yeah.
And towards the end of the set, you were shattered, but they were getting easier. The diet, I'm going to go to you all.
There we go, good.
The diet, there was so much food, Sophie, that I never had before.
Yeah.
You know, the porridge, I know it's something that's a staple, it's an Irish staple. I never had porridge in my life. I'm having it every second day now. Weetabix on the other day. Blueberry, stuff like that, you know, everyday stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And I just never had it. It was always a frozen meal for me, or something that was frozen, shagged into the air fryer. That's not happening now. Everything I eat now is almost fresh.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. It's fresh or being cooked from fresh. The health things, I never ever looked at my health. Never. Tomorrow. There was always tomorrow. Next week, shag that. I'm going to work. I have to go to work. I enjoy work. I don't miss work over being sick. There is something that I do want to bring to your attention that has changed. I used to take a tablet every day for acid in my stomach.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I haven't taken it in 40 days.
I'm delighted to hear that.
I don't have the acid reflux at night anymore.
Yeah.
Diet or me weight, I don't know what it is, but something has changed.
There's a bit of both.
That was massive.
It's a bit of both, and part of it also, when we're carrying more weight around our waist, it does put pressure on the stomach, and that too can add to that acid reflux. So it can lead to what we know as a hiatus hernia, which can then give you that acid reflux. Again, the work you've done, you've reduced all of that, you know, that centimetres, those inches, you know, as you said, the belt notches, really simple things. So you're not getting that splinting on your stomach. You're eating differently. You know, higher processed foods, higher turnaround of acid in the stomach. Foods that are more sustainable and are digested in a physiological, what we know as a normal, natural manner, they're going to be kinder on your tummy. Stuff that you've done. No magic.
Don't leave
cure.
Eddie out now. He's hanging over here. He's hanging.
He's waiting. But I need to give you credit for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And reducing tablets and coming down tablets, again, there are certain ones that I'd say to everyone, please do chat to your doctors. But a stomach acid tablet, delighted.
Eddie.
He looks nervous.
You know, when I was walking, I always wanted to walk at night. Walk at night or very early in the morning because of the way I looked. I'm out walking during the day now. I've changed that. I feel a bit confident, more confident to get out and in the day. And I want to thank you. The first day I met you and the assessment day, we went in, I think we had about 5 minutes together. And I said to you, if your challenge in this was to stop me snacking, and we had a laugh and a joke about it, and you said 3 words, stop buying them. I've never forgotten it, and we don't buy them anymore. Thank you.
So it's a behavioural shift,
Yeah.
an environmental
We'll all take a
shift.
big deep breath, lads. We'll all be crying.
Well done. No.
Thank you.
Both of you have done absolutely amazing.
Incredible.
And you're part of our first 16 to do the 40-day health challenge. We want to give you a little gift to take away from the show, from your experience, so that we can spot you in a crowd when you're doing your park run or when you're walking around.
Thank you.
Just a little token from us and from all the team here to say thank you so much for being part of the 40-day health challenge.
Felt right.
Sophie, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
We are blown away by your results. Not only us, but the people who are watching on our live stream, people at home, everyone who's followed you guys over the course of the 40-day health challenge have been blown away. So thank you so much for doing it.
Thank you.
We're going to let you downstairs to catch up.
Yeah.
We're going to stay here with you, actually, as Paul tells me in my ear. The beauty of live television, folks. We're just so impressed by your results. And, Gary, because you're quiet. And when we started with us, each week you're like an onion. You kind of came out and came out. And even today, you've thought about what you're going to say to the four of us before you came into the room.
I want to thank you
We're
all.
very grateful for that as well, because, coming in, but we're so proud.
Yeah.
You can see the change. From Martina, you can see the change. You can see a sort of level of brightness and glow.
It's amazing
Gary,
to see.
No, same.
We've seen all of our challengers glowing. So we're going to leave you be, leave you downstairs. Thank you so much. Folks, on the live stream, we're heading over to Trina, who's downstairs in our HQ, chatting to some of our challengers. I'll be back up here in a few minutes. We'll see you then.
Well, we're joined here on the sofa by John Breen from Randox Health. Hiya, John. How's things?
Not too bad at all, thanks.
Some incredible results coming back from our challengers on the 40-day health challenge. So day one, they went into yourselves and Randox Health.
Indeed.
And what happens there when you go in?
So when they come into the clinic, it's an opportunity to get their personal health measurements done first and foremost. That'll check things like their height, their weight, and a big aspect is the metabolic age, which is something a lot of people focus on. And then what will happen is one of our clinic team will then work with them to sit down and draw their blood. Really, really easy. It's a couple of vials of blood. That gives us the opportunity to bring that to the lab, do a few tests, and reveal the results that they have then a couple of days later.
Okay, so what kind of things are you testing for in somebody's blood? And by the way, before you go in to get your bloods done, is there anything you could do to make it a little bit better?
There's nothing you can really do to make it better per se, but little things like making sure that you reduce vigorous exercise a couple of days beforehand, make sure you're well hydrated so it's easy to access your vein, and little things like just make sure you're fasting, you're not smoking, you're not drinking in those couple of days leading up to it. In terms of what we test then, we would do things like your heart health to look at cholesterol, triglycerides, a lot of those markers for how your heart is coping, your diabetes health, thyroid health, and then your nutritional health in terms of vitamins and minerals. The idea behind all of those is they link back to your overall performance, your lethargy levels, your energy levels, and when you know where those levels are at, it gives you an opportunity to improve those and tailor your exercise and everything towards that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we often hear that people are pre-diabetic. What does that mean?
That just means that they're at a stage where maybe their sugar levels are reaching a point where it's moving towards that if they keep going on as they are, it could lead to a point where they become diabetic. So catching that at an early stage means you can tweak what you need and it lets you pull away from that risk category. So it means you never have to really become a diabetic person.
Okay. Metabolic age. We're obsessed with this. I don't know why we are, but we're obsessed. And some of the ages came out quite high.
Yeah, it's an algorithm. So what it will do is it looks at various different physical measurements that you have there. And the idea is it gives you an idea on your distribution of your muscle mass, your fat mass, your water weight. And it says what way your body is, it relates to a certain age category. Sometimes that can be higher because if you're maybe lacking in a bit of nutrition, lacking in exercise, your body will age that bit faster. It's not hugely accurate in terms of it saying you are, 10 years older, but it gives you an indication that your body's just maybe not representing what age you truly are.
Okay. And I know you mentioned about nutritionally, it can show you where you're at. And if you're deficient in certain nutrients and that,
Yeah, so things like vitamin D, vitamin B12, zinc, magnesium, all of these core vitamins and minerals that basically direct how you're going to, all your body systems function, but they're very easy to amend. And that's kind of the big thing with bloods. If you know that you're deficient in something, you can easily modify your nutrition and take supplementation to bring it back up to the proper levels.
Okay. And are you surprised at the results that came back?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see, especially when it comes to the end of the 40 days. That's always the result you really focus on. When they come back at the start, that it's always something you can modify. So when you see that at the very end of the challenge, they are really surprising results in the best way, because it shows tangible, data that says everything I've done leading up to this point has worked, and that's a fantastic thing to see.
Brilliant. Well, we're going to be giving away a Randox health test.
We will indeed. Yes. Yeah, so we've gone live with the 40-day health challenge. You can visit randoxhealth.ie or the 40-day health challenge, and we are going to be giving away a prize where you can take part in getting your blood test done. It'll be a free package, so you can get your bloods done at the start of your 40-day health challenge and at the end, and it's all right there for you.
Sounds great. Thanks, John.
Thanks, Trina.
Back up to Carl in studio.
Welcome back to our 40-day challenge Health HQ. We've got lots of stats for our challengers over the course of the last hour or two. And remember, you can pop your questions into us at any time. Now we are joined in studio by our Cork couple. Jim didn't even know he was going to be part of the 40-day health challenge when he dropped Deirdre up that day. But here he is after 40 days later. How are you both?
Very good.
Really good.
Yeah?
Really good.
Very good, yeah.
Great crack downstairs.
Yeah, it's fabulous to meet all the challengers after we've been on social media and we've been talking to each other, but just to meet each other again now in person is fantastic.
Well, you've been busy writing poetry about potatoes and all kinds of things. So
Humble, very busy.
Humble squad. Yeah. Let's have a look at some of the bits from day one when you both came up to us. All right, so Deirdre, we're going to start with yourself and we're going to bring it up on screen now.
If I take something on, I really like to see it through, and I really like to do it to the very best of my ability. Like, there's no half measures. I'm either an all or nothing person. I'm doing this because even though I was diagnosed with a very serious chronic illness 2 years ago, there's so much left in me. There's so many things I want to do. There's so many things I feel I can do, but I can't do them on my own. I need people around me. I need support in lots of different ways, friends, family, a team like the people I've met here today, and also the group that I've met. And I think together we're much stronger, we're much more able, and together we can achieve so much.
And didn't you just achieve so much? Huh?
Well, it's interesting looking at that. I mean, I said it and I really wanted to believe it, but I never thought it would be bigger and better.
Okay.
It has been an incredible journey. I think we have laughed more in the last 40 days than we have.
So have we, by the way. Yeah,
That's good. The group were incredible. They, I mean, everybody just gelled so well from day one. And there's some challengers we actually haven't met in person until today. But we know them, from all of the chats and from the social media posts and things like that. But it wasn't even that. It was yourselves as the experts, as a team here. And I think people worldwide, the support we got, and keep it going. You're doing great. Keep at it. It was incredible. And I didn't ever think that I would have more energy than what I had. I thought I was after plateauing off. I thought, this is it. I need to, be happy with the amount of energy I have at certain times of the month. But my God, was I wrong. Like, my energy levels soared and they stayed. I don't know whether it was the consistency of the exercise, whether it was checking in with myself every day, whether it was listening to what way my body was, or whether it was the food. I think a combination of everything. But you couldn't have convinced me on day one that my energy levels would have gone up the way they have.
And is that the big kind of improvement that you've seen, or one of?
One of them, yeah, one of them. I think the other thing is we really have to trust that we need loads of people around us. We have to trust that we need the human connection with people. It doesn't matter whether you know them or not know them. I think for me that was huge as well, because I had kind of gone back into myself. When you're diagnosed, you kind of lose your identity within the different environments you're in. And nobody really knew much about me when I started the 40-day health challenge, and even the other challengers. We're all in it together. Everybody has their challenge, everybody has their struggles, but it just gave me a bigger horizon. a bigger outlook.
One thing I noticed was when you connected with others, you know, whether it was faith, your friend for coffee, your hairdresser, you know, you have a beautiful tribe around you, of course.
And we've seen Jim at home. Absolutely, we've seen Jim at home, obviously, as well. And Jim, like you literally trapped Deirdre to the door and we locked in, basically. I want to have a look at your day one chat, and we're going to bring that up on the screen.
Did Jim get a chance to do one? This challenge, I suppose, will give me a chance to begin to enjoy life again, to focus on myself, to focus on my own well-being. I have to try and start clearing negative thoughts, to become a bit more positive about things, to take the fear out of my day-to-day life.
Did you find fun, Jim?
I found a lot of fun. Like, I was at the stage of, if you picture the four of yourselves in the corner at a boxing ring, I was begging you to throw in the towel. Like, I was at the stage of wearing, you know, I was waving the white flag. You know, we had taken Deirdre's news a couple of years ago, and I know inside I was giving up. And a lot of negativity was filling my thoughts. But for some strange reason, this happy accident happened. And I now have a completely different perspective after just about 5 or 6 weeks. It's phenomenal to think that your perspective and your outlook could change that quickly. And as Deirdre referenced, I suppose, the team of people we met, there was a fantastic bond. They're brilliant people. But knowing that we had your expert guidance behind us was brilliant. You know,
well, you guys had to do the work. We're going to bring Trina in. She's itching to come in and say hello. Come on in and sit beside me.
Hello, Jim.
How are
Hello,
you?
Deirdre. How are you?
You know, people work together. So, like, we are one element of it. The production team behind it are one element of it. The 16 challengers are another element of it.
Yeah.
Ireland's Classic Hits Radio it's all one big family. Working together towards a bigger goal.
Yeah.
You know, but you guys have to step up.
I suppose a chain is really as good as every link. And there are a lot of very strong links in this. You know, the chain is very, very strong all around us, and we feel that support coming from everybody.
Look, Jim,
there's no weaknesses.
I hate to interrupt you. Speaking of strong links, we're going to be live on the radio in 3, 2, 1. It is Ireland's Classic Hits Radio, and we're live at the 40-Day Health Challenge. It is, I can't believe it's the final day.
I know.
It's come very, like, the first week was going on a bit. And now it's just come so quickly, hasn't it?
Yeah,
in the last,
gathered steam.
last few days or so,
I've seen from all our challengers, they've all said that it's just sped up as it's gone on.
And they're very sad. It's coming to an end. And we've made great pals, I think, doing this challenge as well. Let's get to our results. So Deirdre looking as glamorous and fabulous as ever.
Glamorous.
She's just
absolutely.
Isn't she fabulous?
Yeah.
Jim's very lucky. What are we looking at with Deirdre, Carol? Remember that, Jim?
Deirdre's very lucky too.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day after all, or Valentine's Day.
I'm getting in so much trouble today, really.
We're going to have a look at muscle mass to start with, Deirdre, okay? A really important indicator of health for us is as you get older, you lose muscle naturally. We try and prevent that by getting people eating more protein with Sophie's food plan and exercising a little bit more. Day one, you were 38.2 kilos. You're now 38.5 kilograms of muscle mass. You have lost weight, but you've gained muscle and held on to it, which is absolutely phenomenal. And Sue, that's really important.
Yeah, really important, Deirdre. I can't say that enough. You know, for me, for you through this journey, I never wanted any weight to change. I wanted, you know, with everything, with all the medications, that for me was important. But to see you gain muscle is really even more. I mean, it's an absolute uplift for me because it improves other health care outcomes for you, particularly, as I say, around your own bones and your strength and what we call a frailty index. And often in chronic disease, the frailty index gets higher. And by improving your muscle mass, you're lowering your frailty index.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to move around, spin around, and not even think about it.
And I have found that actually, without knowing about stats, that I don't feel as frail. I know that's, you know, because you do feel frail when you're not feeling your best, you know, but I haven't felt that sort of...
And we measure frailty. There is an index around that. and everything you're doing is improving that. Because it can happen very quickly.
And we see it on our body composition analysis, but in Trina, we also see it on the stats with, the DCU minimum fitness tests.
Absolutely, yeah.
And Deirdre, your sit to stand day 1 was 15. The minimum we required were 17. Day 40, you're at 30 sit to stand. 30, like, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that's getting up and down out of a chair. That's been strong. It's really important.
Yeah.
Your press-ups, day 1 you did 6. The minimum to hit was 6. Day 40, you did 13.
More than double.
More than double.
Yeah.
So we see it on a body composition scan, but we see it in real life, which is absolutely crucial and really, really important.
Jim.
Hello.
So you came along.
Jim will have a poem for you, Trina.
Jim made a poem for me.
He'll have a poem for you. I have a poem for the challengers and the experts, but that'll be later. Yeah.
Right. Jim, I was saying earlier on, Gary was the bold schoolboy, and you're the former principal. So
Yes.
I wonder who really is the bold one.
I'll keep an eye on Gary. I'll give him lines to write out.
You came into this challenge, Jim, accidentally because you were dropping Deirdre to Dublin to take part, your lovely wife, and they collared you and they said, come in here, you, and do this challenge. And you've said that even with Dr. Eddie Murphy's challenges and everything, his tasks, you have a whole new lease of life.
Yeah.
So this has been brilliant for you. When we look at your results, are you dying to know?
Oh, I'd love to hear how things are going. I'm fading away.
I feel like I should call him Mr. O'Sullivan, being a former school principal. Mr. O'Sullivan, you started the 40-day health challenge weighing in at 14 stone, 2 pounds.
And today you're 13 stone 3. You've lost 13 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
Of weight loss over the 40 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Guys, isn't that amazing?
Like 1 pound,
Absolutely
that's 1 pound off a
amazing.
stone. Yeah.
But I was hiding a really big backside. Like it's, I'd say half.
Bums and tums. You're all bums and tums. Basically, yeah.
Yeah. That's marvellous.
You said you were like a duck.
That's early. I'm not cutting you. Like when I'd eat and bloat, my belly would go out and my arse was out there already anyway. So it was all very.
One of the key indicators. One of the key indicators of health is your cardiovascular fitness. We measure it, and it's of all the tests to get better at, it's probably the hardest.
Yeah.
All right. You were 1,300 metres in a 12-minute walk or run test on day 1. The goal was 2,000 metres to hit.
Yeah.
Today, after 40 days, you did 2,200 metres in your 12-minute walk or run test.
Wow.
And that is the biggest improvement I have ever seen
what a man.
over the course of that test.
So humble as well, so humble.
Yeah, there's no praise like self-praise, Jim.
I did half of that backwards. And then I was conscious that John was ahead of me. You know, he's a lot younger than me, and I said I can't embarrass the man, so I held back.
So there's more good.
Well, that's incredible. Yeah, that's
like that's heart health and it's it's lung health. It's really important.
It's global, what we call cardiovascular health.
Yeah.
So here we've got heart, lungs, brain, all your blood vessels, together with all the work that you've done in improving muscle mass.
Brilliant.
It's all come together.
Can I ask, Jim, how are you getting on with the lack of spuds in your life? Sophie, is he allowed them at all?
Don't bring it up.
Please.
Yeah, they've been rationed.
They've been rationed.
So this 40 days, I suppose. When our Lord came out, he went to Galilee. I'll go down to Garrettstown. They have beautiful potatoes down in Garrettstown. So I'm out now after the 40 days,
right.
and I'm going to Trawl, West Cork, because they have the best of the poppies. I know, the diet overall is very, very good, you know. And I've got used to life without it every day.
Good.
More variation. More variation.
On that note, I'll love you and leave you. It's Ireland's Classic Hits Radio. We're going to hear from more of our challengers and the experts as the day goes on. Well done, guys.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Trina. Trina's going to head downstairs to chat to some more of our challengers, and we'll be joining her in a couple of minutes' time to catch up and see what the atmosphere is like down there. I can hear the music. I can hear them cheering and chatting. They're absolutely buzzing. And the results, guys, for the pair of you, for anyone who's watching in, this is the stuff that you need to realise, that you can, at any age profile, make a difference in terms of your muscle mass, your strength mass. Like Jim, in terms of your sit to stands, right? 16 on day 1, day 40, 28. The minimum was 18. You're so far ahead of what you should be for your age profile now. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Your press-ups, 5 on day 1, the minimum was 9. You're 14 press-ups today. Are you both surprised by just how quick the impact happens, how fast you get stronger. How like it is 40 days, but it flies by.
Phenomenal. Like to think that in 5 weeks,
Yeah,
that change would happen.
Like it wasn't a huge effort. It was great to have company, I have to say. I think it was great that Jim was doing it, but it wasn't a struggle and it wasn't a burden every day to kind of get up and get out. You know, it was part of the day.
Some couples who are watching would wonder that. Like we get approached by couples every now and again, want to get fit together, and we're like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But actually, you guys, you mastered it. So you worked very well as a team.
Yeah.
And like the videos are almost professional. Your whiteboard was like something out of I don't know what, and it all looked wonderful.
Yeah. I know you'll do something if you see change, if you see positive change. And I knew initially for walking and running, the power wasn't in my legs. You know, I wasn't using them as much as I should have.
Okay.
But then as we committed to the exercises and we committed to walking, Kilbritton and Timoleague and down around Castlelyons and all these places, all of a sudden you could say, geez, there's a bit of power coming into my legs. There's something happening here. There's muscle developing. And I'm at a stage now where I can't sit still. It's amazing. Like I was brilliant at it. I had it down to a fine art. You know, I had.
Well, we've literally just had a DM from Emily on Instagram to say how she's bawling at home and how proud she is of you both sitting here today and of your results. And she said to pass on just how proud she is of you both.
Thanks,
and we all are.
Thank you.
Single-handedly, Deirdre, you shine a light.
Oh, thank you.
And the leadership that you are demonstrating to everyone watching, anyone going through serious chronic illness, to say, at a pace that suits me.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to cry in a minute.
Go on, let it out.
You're doing it.
Yeah.
And it's such a privilege for the four of us to walk alongside you.
I think you said that to me. It took me a while because when I do take on a challenge, it's 100%. It's either all or nothing. And I did have your voice in my head. I had to for the first the first week, like the transition of kind of going from being static and trying to drag Jim out of that couch shape. I was in disbelief that he was even in the kitchen and the sunroom doing the exercises. So that transition was a bit rocky for, a couple of days. And I think then when you said to me, do what you need to do for yourself and where you're at. That was like a freedom to me then. That was like, you don't have to reach any goal that anybody else has. You do what really helps you. And then things actually started to happen for me. I felt stronger, I felt better. I stopped at maybe 4 reps instead of doing 5. And even though I didn't feel I was reaching it, I felt that my body was happy with what I was doing. And that was...
And it's a huge skill set, that learning, to read your body and to trust yourself.
Yes.
And it is everyone has a learning curve over the course of the 40 days. That was one of yours. I want to have a look at a VT for yourself that we're going to bring up now, just to have a quick look at this.
Hi, my name is Breda. Hi everyone, I have been asked by Jim to make a video as to why I'm grateful for Deirdre in my life.
A number of years ago, I had a bit of a midlife crisis, and she was like my personal counsellor. She's my rock.
She's just an amazing person, and she is kind, and she's funny, and she is just a doer. You embrace everything, and for that, you were just fabulous. But I really need to let you know that you are such an important part of my life. You are one of the kindest, most generous people I know.
Dee, I love you and I thank you for being my friend. I'm the lucky one.
Dee, you know I love you. You know I love you to bits. And I'm looking forward to many more years of friendship. It's been a wonderful journey so far. And I'm really looking forward to what's to come. So you take care and thanks again.
Wow. I was wondering why Tara was doing the makeup for so long. I was thinking, why is she layering it up?
Very powerful, isn't it? Yeah.
Wow.
They're 3 great friends.
And what is to come? Let's look at the future. 40 days are coming to an end today. It's day 40. How does the future look?
And on that note,
Oh.
something small. Deirdre has a Pandora bracelet.
Stop.
And she likes to put a link on the end of an event or to mark an event. So
This is it,
Happy
actually.
Valentine's.
Thank you.
Seriously. Cue all the partners around the country. We want the gym in our lives. Yeah.
Jim, you are in front of
Seriously, on a live stream, even better. Your daughter's now lost it at home, by the way. She's absolutely bawling into the couch herself.
And Grace.
What have you chosen, Jim?
Well, took an awful lot of research.
You're a dark horse, you always were.
Are you nervous about the future now, from this perspective?
Well, I'm far more optimistic. Yeah. Far more optimistic. I would have, as I say, I was.
Oh,
No.
oh, that's so much, Jim. Gorgeous.
But I'm much more optimistic now.
And that you have the skills from a health perspective to eat better, to move. You know, you've got the skill set to be healthier.
Yeah. I suppose, like, I spent an awful lot of my time playing sport when I was younger, and if I wasn't running around after a ball, I didn't really I often wondered why I was running around. And if somebody was hiking up a hill, I'm saying, what in the name of God are they going up the hill for?
To come back down.
To come back down. And very often it's cloudy when you get on top and you can't see anything. But it's actually that feeling that it gives you, that whatever endorphins or whatever it releases, that makes me want to walk and hike more and just embrace life more now. I was gone hiding, I was hiding.
And I think for me, I think it's not to fear anything out ahead. And I think one of your challenges, Dr. Eddie, towards the end of the challenge was how do you adapt to, adversity and, difficult challenges in your life. And I think you can't look at them with fear. You have to try and look at them and get through them whatever way you can, but not avoid them. And I think for me, I would have been avoiding things at times, or I would have been pushing out, a happy occasion. I remember when I was diagnosed first, both my parents happened to be 80. My father happened to be 80 in the August, a few days after I was diagnosed, and we were having a gathering for him. And I found it really difficult to go to that, and I would have preferred to have stayed away. But I went and we had a great time. But I kept that kind of emotional attachment to good occasions then as being kind of a little bit different for me, whereas now I don't have that. I feel I can enjoy anything that's out ahead and plan things as well,
I think you've given the whole country couple goals. And the whole world, everyone who's watching and who's watched over the course of the 40 days, your videos, your content, to watch a couple do this together as you both have, has been phenomenally powerful to everyone who's watched it.
It was a very happy accident, I suppose.
It was. And it was an accident.
We still do have the odd good road.
We don't. Freud says there's no such thing as accidents.
It's like everyone else's best bits on Instagram. You never see the crack behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, we've had a few, and like you go to your neutral corner then for a while, and you know, and eventually
we have snuck out of the house on our own.
Yeah.
But look, it's been an amazing journey to watch. It's been an amazing process. Thank you both for coming is the first thing.
Thank you.
We do have a little token to give to you. You're the first 16 challengers ever to take on the 40-day health challenge. This is a new setup. You have taken it in your stride.
Thank you very much.
Something to bring back to Cork and to wear with pride.
Oh, lovely.
On the way home. It's just a little token and something to remember us all by.
Thank you so much. Thank you
very much.
I think it's very fair to say that we will never forget you guys. You're just fabulous people.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Your progress has been has been brilliant to see. And like Eddie, and guys, it is important, like for households who want to make change, do it together.
Yeah,
that's so important, and that's what Jim and Deirdre have really shown us, that you can do it together.
Jim could have stepped back, but he stepped up.
Yeah.
But he was always stepping up anyway with Deirdre. But he stepped in and he said, I'll take. And you were, one of the things, your sleep was very disturbed.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And you were treading sort of fear, wasn't it?
Yes.
A huge part of your life.
Yeah.
I think there's a level of freedom now as well.
Yeah.
And can you see that there?
I'm just so thrilled he stepped up for himself.
Yeah.
And he's so much more to give then because he himself is in a much better place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was asking for the towel to be thrown in. I had thrown it in a bit myself,
But also, let's not forget, you retired recently enough. So you're also dealing with that as well, and that's a very common thing, isn't it?
It's a big adjustment. Yeah. No, there's so many adjustments. But you're planning. You're going on a Camino, I believe.
We're going on a Camino
with a very special person. Who would that be now?
I'm expecting a poem on the Camino, Jim. For all those who are watching think, what is Eddie on about? We are off to the Camino in April, and Jim and Deirdre were delighted. I'm delighted to say signed up many months ago.
Yeah, I think it's only about 5 or 6 weeks now. I think to the 6th of April.
So you've no problem. You've got the walking there done and dusted.
You know what? Those two tops on the Camino now will look very nice all together, to say the least.
Yes.
We're going to leave you go downstairs.
Thank you.
On behalf of all of us here and everyone who's watched your progress over the 40 days, thank you so much for coming on board. And we're going to leave you down to Trina. She'll catch up with you downstairs.
Brilliant.
And folks, it is really important to say you can start your own 40-day health challenge at any time by signing up to the website 40dayhealthchallenge.ie. We're also going to say goodbye to Dr. Sumi Dunn. She has to head off, and Niall Moyne is going to come in for the second half of our live stream. And Sumi, on behalf of everyone, we love you to bits. You're such a wonderful GP, and stay sitting there for another little bit, okay? Folks, we will see you all later on down to Trina, and on the live stream, we are going to go down to Trina. She's going to catch up with some of our challengers. Keep the questions coming in, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Sure, we absolutely love ourselves. We're getting on Instagram every 5 seconds. How are you doing, guys? We are downstairs now with Olivia and Grania, the fabulous ladies from Limerick. And you've got your fan club there beside you as well. Can I just say, Olivia, you were looking like a rock star today.
It's all over.
Sexy.
All due to the makeup team here. Definitely.
Look at the hair. She's looking incredible. You must be feeling so confident now.
Oh, it's lovely. Yeah. No. We looked at the video there of like the first time that we came to do the after the fitness test, and Paul analysed us, and like I feel like a different person now. Like it's mad.
I think you look 20 years younger.
Oh, jeez, thanks very much.
Not that you look like an old hag to begin with or anything like that, but you look great.
Thanks very much.
Are you feeling it?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's brilliant.
Are these leathers?
I'm now
She's in leather leggings and everything.
They're all fake, believe me.
Leather. Grania, how are you doing?
Great, Trina. Brilliant.
We gave each other a good cuddle, didn't we?
Yeah,
when we saw each
did.
other. Do you know, I'm going to really miss the end of this 40-day health challenge, because I think we've all made such great friends, haven't we? And I know, I'm just on the outside talking to you guys. You are the guys actually doing this challenge for the last 40 days. You had a real bond, haven't you?
Yeah, but we feel like you're part of it as well. We all listen in the mornings, and we'd be saying who gets on the voice messages or whatever. Like Gary, where's Gary? Gary is definitely the king of the voice messages.
Yeah, he's probably outside sending a voice note in, to be honest.
We've made him promise to send in a message into our WhatsApp every morning, because like he makes our day, doesn't he, lads?
Doesn't he have the most infectious laugh?
Stop, he's just
He's dirty, he's pure dirty. Like my own, I guess, yeah. So listen, are you delighted with your results? Well, we have a look at them again here. So Olivia, I messed up Olivia's weight when we were doing the big reveal. Oh my God, how embarrassing. So I revealed what your today's weight is, saying that was your starting weight. So your starting weight was actually 10 stone, 6 pounds.
It was.
And your weight today, 9 stone, 11 pounds. Hey, I got it right, everybody! Yay!
The metabolic age is much better though.
Okay, let's go. Tell me, what is that?
I'm showing off now, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm a 34-year-old. I'm Amy's age now.
I'm telling you.
Not even my age.
Hanging out with 34-year-olds and Grania. Did I get your stats right?
Yeah, I think so. You're going to ask me what they were?
No, I'll tell you right now. So you have lost 12 pounds.
Yeah.
So you're almost the stone down.
Yeah. We'll have to drive on now another few days to get to the stone. Yeah.
This is the point. I think everybody is like, it's not the end today. Everyone's so motivated.
We're still on it, aren't we, Liv? Like we'll be good girls tonight now. Like we'll be minding ourselves, won't we, Liv? We'll be drinking water, won't we?
There's a night planned.
Anyway, Grania, I don't know about you.
Do we actually have a secret camera crew going down tonight?
We're sharing a room tonight, and you know what she said to me? She's going to keep telling Alexa to wake me up during the night.
Brilliant. Well, look, have a great night tonight. Well done, and we'll keep in touch. Thanks, Emil. Back to Carl in studio.
Thanks, Trina.
Welcome back to the 40-day health challenge HQ. It's been a busy day. We've had a lot going on. Lots of incredible challengers, lots of incredible results. Just showing you what you can do with 40 days of eating better, moving more, and testing your progress. What gets measured gets changed. A very big welcome into the room, Professor Niall Moyna. How's it going? How are you?
Great
welcome.
to be here. Professor Niall Moyna.
Hey, there we go. And I do have to apologise to one of our challengers. I've said Adele for the last 40 days. It is Edel. Edel's dad. I'm so sorry for pronouncing it wrong. I just thought I'd correct myself there. And Caroline, welcome to the room, guys.
Thank you. Great.
How are we all?
Fabulous. Great.
Yeah?
Great. Fantastic, yeah.
If you've been watching the live stream for the last 2 hours, you have seen every challenger comes in, tries to bluff the fact that they're absolutely petrified about the numbers, and that's all they want to know. But we're going to bring Edel in first of all, and we're going to have a look at your video from day one. We're going to bring it up here.
Here we go. See, so long ago. Oh, it's... I say I'd be in a different place completely, like even like standing here talking to you now and feeling the way I am. I can't imagine what way it'd be 40 days. I'd be a new person, I suppose, and that's what I'm aiming to be, is like a better me, more confident and more just happy. And I can't wait till the end of it. Yeah, enjoy the journey.
What do you see when you look back at that from day one?
Don't know who the person is completely. I'm totally different to, like, that feels so long ago compared to it was only like a couple of months ago. But I'm just a different person. Even a friend of mine passed comments the other night, and he said he could see it in my face that I'm just happy all the time and glowing and stuff. And I was like going, I am. I suppose before I always put on a front. Okay. And then when I go in home, I was always quiet. And now it's just completely, I'm just like always happy, up in the morning, going to the gym early and everything. I'm just constantly, and it's just, I'm just a different person. I can't explain. I'm just completely different.
Big shift there, right? You know, it's like, because there was, you know, it was low energy and low mood.
Yeah.
Wasn't there really?
Yeah, 100%.
And now, like, your mood has shifted, your energy has shifted, your confidence has shifted. And I'd say happiness is a great thing, but we can't always be happy. Yeah. Being contented is a wonderful thing, and keeping in that space, you know. And I like the fact that too, that you talk about you're putting a front on. I always worry about people who put a front on in the world, because if you put a front on, you put that energy into the front, and inside your real self can be neglected. Yeah. And there can be a gap present between the front and your real self. And what I notice now is if you're focusing on yourself, and to me, it's not about being a new person. It's about being the person you are. That's the person. Because there's been a lot of transitions. You come out of a rugby playing career, you come out, you're a bit lost, basically. 100%. I think you found something now, and you just keep it going, Edel. You just keep it going. I'm so proud of you. Well done.
He's lovely, really, isn't he?
Number one fan over there.
Is it what you expected it would be?
No. Now, I always love a challenge and everything, and I always, like, I'm not afraid of any fitness or anything like that. But it was just, it was effortless, if you get me. Like, it was just so enjoyable. I was kind of worried, like, the cameras were my main thing. But fitness, your exercises, Sophie not cooking for us. But the means were like, everything was just literally plain sailing. I didn't feel stressed any of the days. And even some days I was coming home from work, I was like, okay, just put on the dinner, and I'm there, and I just enjoying every bit of it. Still not liking the food shop. And I don't think I will. I'm sorry, Karen. I won't be as organised.
I love a good food shop. It settles me for the week.
Nobody's as organised as Karen. No. Orange fridge.
Adele, you don't need to love the food shop. You don't need it. You get it done.
You can order online actually if you want. Yeah.
There's other ways around it.
That lazy now. No, it's just been brilliant. Like, and even my fitness. I want to get back to the level that I was and enjoying it, because I thrive on, like, even when I go to a strength conditioning class, someone has to be on me, and I thrive on it, because I will always put myself down. I'm always very hard on myself, whereas that's why I thrive on, and I feel my fitness getting better.
How did you find retesting as part of DCU's minimum fitness test? This man is responsible for that. We're not going to give you the numbers just yet, by the way, but how did you find the retest?
Good. I have been running. I've been going over to the rugby club,
Brilliant.
when the boys are there, because I know I can't stop running because they're there. And I'm like, so it was kind of like running the whole time. So, and they were shouting, go on the 40-day challenge. So I was like, but good. I felt I was a bit slower today. I don't know if that was just in my head or whatever, or is it just different with the school, but I feel better and not tired.
Yeah.
After the run than what I was going back 6 weeks ago.
And now, that is really common when people leave group sport activity. Like, you know, Edel was playing rugby. I said it right, didn't I?
Yeah.
Go on, you're getting there. Good. I'm very conscious of it now. I know your dad is watching me. He's going to be on to me. But it is very common when people leave a group sport is that they do get a reduction in energy. It can be hard to kind of keep yourself going and keep yourself on track.
Yeah, one of the major problems you have, particularly with people who played in elite sport, is that's their reference point. You know, I used to train 5 nights a week, and then they think, well, if you only do it twice a week, it's a waste of time. But training for sport is very, very different for optimising your health. You don't need to do probably 1/3 of what you would do if you were training for sport. And that's the problem. You have to reset the gauge. The gauge is now to maintain optimal health, not to play elite sport anymore.
Yeah, and it's running. I want to get back into running. Okay. So herself has me signed up for the Oscar.
I was just about to ask. You from there for the surf and turf?
Yes,
oh, I love it. Okay.
That, and I'm doing the Dublin Mini Marathon with Jeanette and that as well. So, and I'm in for the Limerick Great Limerick Run as well.
It's great to see you setting goals.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so important. You know, the goals, if you're goal orientated, particularly the cameras won't be there, you know, after today. So the issue is you've got to set your own, the motivation has to come from within.
Yeah.
And, you know, going back to this whole issue about being a former athlete, you did pretty well at the pre-testing because you've that muscle memory, you've still a little bit of fitness there, and you actually passed the minimum requirement for both balance and I think it was for push-ups, for upper body strength. But even someone who was a former rugby player, you didn't meet the minimum required for lower body strength. You were losing strength in your lower body. And obviously your cardiovascular fitness wasn't good. So how do you think you did?
I don't know. I'm worried about that.
The ding.
No pressure.
I know. I never had upper body strength, and when you said lower there, I was kind of going, all right, I don't know. I hope I did better.
Yeah. Well, look,
There's
Edel.
We're all on it now. But look, you know, the key thing is over the 40 days, you work so hard. You really have. And like the emergency services, they can relax now because, you know, Alexa's not ringing them.
I feel a lot healthier and I do feel a lot more energetic as well. And I do, like, even like with my clothes and stuff, I feel the difference there, like, and stuff.
And regardless of what numbers come, that is the most important.
Yeah.
Caroline, all the way from West Cork.
Yep, thanks.
Day 40.
I know.
We made it.
I did. Delighted to be here. Really, like, it's just like Adele said, it's just, it's just been, it wasn't as difficult as I had it in my head that it would be. It's very, very doable.
Yeah.
It really is. And there's just been so many learnings all the way, getting back into the fitness. I want to know now what do we do going forward.
Yeah, great. Let's have a look at your...
Oh, Lord.
Day 1 video. I'm going to bring it up on the screen here.
I pushed off the seat I am delighted to be part of the 40-day health challenge. I want to become more focused. I also want to be fitter, healthier, eat better, and be more in control and happier with that side of my life. I'm a bit nervous about doing it. I do like a challenge, but sometimes I like the challenge of getting the challenge. So I am looking forward to learning how to do something consistently because I'm really, really good at starting things, but not quite so good at finishing them. So I'm hoping that this 40-day health challenge will really change that for me.
I think we all have that.
And you have finished it. Absolutely, you have.
Yeah, I'm just so thrilled with it all. It has given me what I wanted. I feel more focused. I feel there's an inner... I don't know, an inner kind of strength or a solidness about it. And it is feeding your body well consistently.
Yes.
And it's moving and it's doing, you know, thinking. I learned that sometimes the mental wellness challenge was the first one that could slip. So I have to...
And that was a challenging one for you, wasn't it?
Yeah. I have to be more aware of my mental well-being, that it's as important as the right eating and the fitness kind of thing. So, that, like I said, there's just been so many learnings like that. But like you said, it's been very doable. And I don't think any of us are not going to do it anymore.
Caroline, one of the things is there was a risk for you that you were fearful that you couldn't get through it, you couldn't finish it out. And we saw naturally, it's good that we saw the truth because you wobbled at certain points and stuff like that. And that's normal. But it's your capacity to bounce back. It's your capacity to stick with it. And what I really want you to do now, because you're thinking about going forward and stuff like that, I want you to bank this 40 days.
Yeah.
I want you to bank it and know, I set out on something, I stuck at it, I completed it, I did hit the walls at certain points in time, I slipped, I tripped, I fell, I got back up again, and I completed it. Because one of you said, you've never actually finished anything.
And
that's huge for me.
You got yourself on radio, and we're going to bring Trina Mara from Ireland's Classic Hits Radio in now. Trina, grab a seat down there now. Not only did you have all of Eddie's stuff to remember and improve on, did you like that segue? Was that very smooth?
Excellent. Excellent.
I thought it was particularly good.
You could nearly be a DJ. Yes. Hello. Gee, Dr. Soon be done. You're looking very different. You've changed.
A younger version.
That's it. Well.
So now they've done brilliant, and we've just seen, we've seen their day ones, we've seen the progress that they've made, and it's been phenomenal to see.
Yeah. We are live on Ireland's Classic Hits Radio. I'm absolutely thrilled to be here with the challengers on the 40-day health challenge. Look, Caroline looks so worried right now talking to me because I called her during the week about something in particular. Well, we start off with doing Adele's results. So Adele, our lovely, fabulous lady from Limerick. Adele started off this 40-day health challenge weighing in at 15 stone 10.
And after 40 days, you have lost 10 pounds of weight overall, which is absolutely fabulous. It's brilliant.
Well done. We're delighted.
You're right.
Adele. You okay? I wish I could reach you to give you a hug as well. You look brilliant, though.
She does.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, I just was, like I said before, scales wasn't ever a thing because I got fixated on it.
Yep.
And so I was like, I only weigh when I come up here, so I wasn't looking at it. And I suppose today was just my tummy was at me the last 2 days. So I was like, oh, here we go.
Oh, no.
But I just didn't expect that. I didn't. So
Because that's the thing, isn't it, Cara? Like, your weight can fluctuate, particularly us women.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Time of the month, absolutely you can. Your weight fluctuates on a regular basis, and it's one of the reasons that we test lots of different things. So in terms of the minimum fitness test with DCU, in terms of all your blood results, and I want to bring one of the blood ones up for you. And we're going to bring Niall in on this one. That your total cholesterol day one was 5.1. 40 days later, with no medication, it's 4.39. And that is a significant improvement. Like, Niall, that's a big jump in just 40 days.
That's a huge improvement. And obviously diet has played an enormous role in that. Absolutely. You have dramatically actually reduced your risk of cardiovascular disease. And again, a great example. You don't have to do this, start this when you're 60 or 70. At 40 years of age, you can see these dramatic improvements. Did you take any medication for it? No, there you are. There you are.
And that's one thing I had said, it was the hidden gems, like the bloods and stuff like that, the fat mass. It was those I wanted to get in control of because I would have always considered myself being fit enough and looked after myself, but it's other things you don't watch, and that's what I was kind of conscious about. And it's just like the little things you've given us in our meals, like the seeds and going back to the basic foods that we'd always stay away from.
That is exactly it. It's nothing special.
Yeah,
nothing
do
special.
you know? And
it's little additions.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm like seeds, nuts, spinach. Well, I've always had spinach. But even the kidney beans, I've been trying them. It's just things like that I would have always stayed away. Like we all know, the bread was the killer for me. But now I'm not eating as much, but I'm enjoying it better because I know I can have it now. And so it's just things like that, just little tweaks that tells me this.
It's absolutely fantastic. 2 great stats. Well done.
Now, Caroline. I gave Caroline a call during the week because I saw on your social media you had a little mishap. I did. You fell down the stairs in a shop. And my first question to Caroline was, Caroline, you know when you fell down, like, that's an awful shock. Did you have a sugary tea and a biscuit for the nerves afterwards? Caroline, what did you tell me?
I said I did.
She's the most honest challenger there is.
We love
medicinal purposes.
Very important. Very important.
So you're okay now, though?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you were straight back on it.
Yes.
Caroline, your stats. You started the 40-day health challenge weighing in 15 stone on the dot.
Day 40, 14 stone 3, 11 pounds of weight loss, which is absolutely phenomenal.
You delighted?
Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
And we've 2 more that I want to give you. One is your sit to stand, okay? Day 1, you did 15. The minimum to hit was 17. Day 40, you did 25 sit to stands.
Okay.
So you'll have less falling as you go. Watch the stairs when you're passing for your blood sugars.
Yeah.
Finally, metabolic age profiling.
Oh, here's the big one.
The biggest Instagram video, the biggest Instagram video of the whole series was your day 1 metabolic age video. It's brilliant. So day 1, you were 61.
61. Yeah.
And what age are you?
I am 52.
If a man can ask. You are now 51.
Oh,
You've lost 10 years on your metabolic age profiling.
Fantastic.
And like that's just body fat coming down. That's what we're seeing. It's fat mass reduction and it's strength and it's absolutely superb. It's brilliant.
So that's
Brilliant.
10 years in 40 days.
There you go. Yeah, see what you can do in the next 40 days.
Absolutely.
So we've got loads more challengers to talk to and more chats with the experts coming up on the show. It is the finale day of the 40-day health challenge on Ireland's Classic Hits Radio.
Trina, thank you so much. Trina's going to head downstairs and we're going to catch up with a few more of our challengers very, very soon. We have some very happy challengers in studio. They're younger, they've got less body fat, they're stronger, their cholesterol's down.
They're lighter.
40dayhealthchallenge.ie. You can start at day 1 at any time if you're inspired by what you've seen here today or you have someone you think you might want to start. And don't forget, keep the questions coming in. We're going to get to some more questions in a little while. What was the hardest part of the whole thing? What was the most difficult bit?
Recording.
The videos.
Recording.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I have a friend at home counting down the days because he's sick of looking at me. He said, we're nearly there. He's sick of looking at me. Like, it's sick of it. But the recording.
Well, and I never, ever posted on social media, never did anything like that. I hated being in front of a camera. And now you just do it. And that was one of the things I wanted to get better at.
Okay.
So it's ticked another box.
And did you find that gave you an element of accountability?
Huge.
Into the camera, you knew it was going to get seen by everyone, basically. And it was another tool to stay on track.
You had to do it. And that was, again, for me, like, that's why I wanted to, because I had to do it. I wasn't going to get away with it. Excuse me. So if you didn't do your video, you get a phone call going, where's the video?
I've been in school again.
It is. And that accountability piece, again, for people who are watching, who are seeing the results, they're amazing, and they are.
Yeah.
That accountability component is very important, whether it's to a producer, whether it's to us, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's to a friend or a group or whatever.
I think what I've learned now as well, before I choke, is...
You take some water.
Thank you. Is that now I have to be accountable to myself.
Yes.
And that's what I wasn't very good at before.
Yes.
But this has taught me how to do that.
It took me out of my comfort zone. I hate, I take pictures, but talking. And I think it was one of your challenges was the comfort zone. And I was like walking down the street and taking videos and stuff like that. Whereas when I first started, I was like, oh, what way do I do this? And I had my nephew doing it the whole time.
Oh,
He was pressing record and stuff. But now it's just like, let's do it. Like, it's just...
And you're walking the 3 bridges of Limerick City with a tribe, you're like Pied Piper with a tribe going around it.
I was going to bring that up. Like that is important, isn't it? That sense of tribal, that sense of support, that sense of let's all do it together. And you both had a lot of support.
Yeah, amazing. It's been absolutely amazing.
It's been so positive.
Yeah, and that's what it is. There was no negativity.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, when are you going again? Are we still going to keep it up? And, everyone was like going, are you walking tonight? Are you walking Saturday? Or if I might have posted, I'd be out walking on Saturday. Like, you should have told me. I would have joined you. I was like, OK. But it is. And Limerick is not shown enough. But the 3 bridges, just the community alone is brilliant in Limerick. Like, it really is. Like.
The Limerick Tourist Board have been on to us, telling us you're getting like the Person of Limerick Award next year. Absolutely you are. We're going to have a look at a couple of ETs for both of you, just to show you some clips over the course of the last little while. And we're going to bring Adele. We're going to have a look at yours first.
So should I. Do that.
Yeah, of course it is.
My God. Alexa, timer off. Send help. If you have an emergency, just
Ever gonna let
don't
that
need
down.
emergency. Otherwise, I can help you with specific questions, like how to clean up the to learn more about what I can do.
Alexa, turn off.
Along with Caroline's metabolic age video, it's one of our most viewed videos on our Instagram account, and you can check it out at any time on 40dayhealthchallenge.ie or the Instagram account too. You know what? You need a bit of crack though, don't you? Like a bit of fun is important. Because health can be very serious, it can be very daunting, but when you bring a bit of fun with it, it just makes the journey easier.
But there's been loads of fun.
There has. My brother saw that the other day and he went in to try and send an ambulance. They were like, Alexa, and I was like, will you stop? Yeah. So they're all trying to ask. I tried to do Dr. Sumi's one, send Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah, that didn't work. Okay,
It didn't work.
We'll keep trying for that one.
Yeah.
Caroline, I want to have a look at yours now as well. We're going to bring it up.
And during those exercises, I think Carl Henry does not like me one little bit. So I'm going to go for a walk now. Don't really want to. I hate the plank. I hate it, hate it, hate it. I can't do it, which makes me mad and sad. Right, that's Carl's exercises done. Love you, Carl, but boy, God, do I hate when I'm doing those exercises. Today I just want to try and get to grips with the exercises. So, yeah, big jump, Carl. Thanks, mate. Well, I did 100 push-ups. Well, you told me 3 weeks ago I'd do 100 push-ups. No way. Absolutely no way.
Well, it is Valentine's Day now. Are we any more in love than we were at the start of the 40-day health challenge?
Now that you both live in the same neck of the woods in West Cork, I expect to see what do you call it?
But you can see by it is tough. Look, that's in all fairness, it's a very good point. Like it is hard, and we see that from the effort that's put in. You have to put the effort. It doesn't come easy.
No. Doesn't.
You know?
But it is worth it. Do you know what? And there was a big jump from 2 to 3, I felt, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's that afterwards and that pride in yourself and the sense of achievement and doing it and knowing that you feel better. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, it's not just the food, but it was that exercise and moving in a way you feel stronger, you feel better, you have more energy. Even like going up the stairs is nearly easier now, kind of thing. Do you know? And for me, I couldn't keep going the way I was because I would have just shortened the quality of my life.
That's the point I was going to chat to you about. Like it is, like life is better. Forget about the numbers for a second. Just day-to-day life is better, easier, with a better quality of life off the back of 40 days of eating more, moving more, and looking at your mental health a little bit.
Yeah, and like I've had people come up to me and again, very positive reaction, and they kind of say, "Oh, I should do something like that," or "I wish I could." And you kind of, I want to say, you can do it. You really can. I didn't miss the wine as much as I thought I would. I never ever done dry January. Now I'm thinking, okay, maybe Lent. Do you know what I mean? I don't need that kind of thing. Chocolate, I haven't really missed it. Now, I'm not going to say I'm never going to have any of those things because I am, but it's now I know how to go. I can have that break and then go back and
moderation.
Exactly. It is about moderation. It hasn't got. It's not an important part in my life.
Like if someone suggests abstinence of whatever chocolate or something like that, that's not sustainable. You're going to almost have a bounce back reaction and like rebel like a teenager and go, "Feck that! I'm not. No one's going to tell me not to do this and not to do that." That's why this includes chocolate, doesn't it, Sophie?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, I'd never have anything that doesn't include chocolate.
And
but it's easy
for women who are, over 50. Like the testing is important to prove from a lower body strength perspective, upper body strength perspective, to help you stay strong as you get older.
Yeah, particularly for women. I think it's a very, very important point because we lose our muscle mass as we age. In fact, we lose it in our lower body before we lose it in our upper body. And activities of daily life that you now take for granted, one day you may find it very, very, very difficult. So what you do now is you're putting money in the bank. Because once you get older and older, you will really start to lose muscle at a much greater rate than you are right now. And the more you have in the bank right now, the longer it's going to take you to...
So the more we do now, then that's going to extend our ability to be able to do it.
Because you're maintaining your muscle. And normally after the age of 30, 40, we lose it, but certainly after the age of 65, 70, it's exponential, the rate at which you lose it. So what you do, and most women, you say, wait, that's not me, that's someone else, that's guys. But, and you, the fact that, Edel, that you actually played sport, you understand the importance. But when I talk to women, they'll say, and I mentioned resistance training, immediately switch off, that's men.
Yeah.
It is more important actually for women than it is for men. Did you enjoy, particularly you hadn't done it yet?
Yeah, hugely. And like I would have done a lot of sport and exercise and different things, and I had just gotten out of that habit, and I had just ended up on this downward road kind of thing. But to get back into it, I can't believe I forgot how good I felt after doing it. Do you know what I mean, kind of thing? And why it's taken me to get to that stage before I copped myself on and said, right, this needs to change. And it was accountability. It was not having the belief in myself. And that's why I want to really kind of say to everyone, this is so doable.
It is, yeah.
It really is.
Could I make the point, Caroline, we have a 40 and a 50-year-old female here, and most 40 and 50-year-old females will think, no, that's not, I'm too old to be doing that.
No.
I shouldn't be doing that.
No.
So what's your message to them?
Do it. It's as simple.
Absolutely.
It's just simple.
Yeah.
Do it. You need to feed yourself consistently, nutritionally well. You need to move your body. You need to do the resistance exercises because and you have to do it for a while before it doesn't come on day 2 or day 3. Do you know what I mean?
Well, as we've seen in the VT, like you have to push through that. I hate him. I hate
and I did.
And you know, you have to keep going. And in terms of like, you know, you're both kind of saying around the long-term component of it, like that, what Niall and DCU have created with the minimum fitness tests, that benchmarking once a month is a lovely way to stay focused going forward. Because if you see that number reducing, you're not doing enough.
Yeah.
You brought it up to where it is now. You want to keep it there because naturally your body will want to reduce its muscle mass as you get older. And by tracking it on a regular monthly basis, you know that you're staying strong. And if it begins to drop, it's time to up the tools a little bit.
And I think that certainly for me, there's things still that I want to get better at. That standing on one leg with your eyes closed. Oh my God.
Practice, practice, practice.
It is, but I'm not where I should be. So that is now bothering me. Whereas before I'd have said, do you know,
well, but we all need targets to work towards. What I will say is, on behalf of all the panel and Dr. Sumi as well, thank you first and foremost. You're one of our first ever 16 challengers on the 40-day health challenge. We have a little gift to give you, and we're giving all of our first 16, as we're calling you, which is something to wear with pride in Limerick. And Eddie does it. Eddie pops the phone out at all times whenever we do anything. He's the cameraman. It's a little hoodie just to say thank you for taking part. Wear it with pride because you've worked so hard over the last 40 days to get healthier. We've seen the stats from Niall's perspective. Edel with a capital E, and Edel's dad, I hope I pronounced it right, over the course of the last half an hour.
Can I just make one point before I go, particularly for you, Edel?
Okay.
We did the 12-minute run. That's your cardiovascular fitness. And for you, you actually improved by 360 metres.
Well done, you.
You've now passed the minimum. You're now in the top 30%. Yes! And that's the best predictor of your overall health. And I have to really congratulate you, Caroline. I mean, I saw your leg, the bruising that you have, and to come out and to do it, and you actually replicated what you did, even with everything that went on this week. So well done as well.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
What gets measured gets changed. We've seen that time and time again over the 40-day health challenge. Thank you so much for taking part. We're going to leave you downstairs to chat to Trina and pick up with her there. Folks, we will see you very, very soon. Trina's going to take over for a little bit to catch up with all of our challengers at the 40-day health challenge HQ, and we'll see you back here in a few.
Oh, I tell you what, guys, the smell of food down here. Are you hungry in studio? I'm joined by Chris Connolly. How are you doing? Get better with Chris on Instagram and all social medias. I'm very honoured to meet you.
Thank you.
We spoke on the phone before Christmas.
That's right, yeah, when I was running around the country.
And you have been just such a support for all these challengers on the 40-day health challenge.
Yeah, I think what everybody has took on is absolutely fantastic, and to be able to come down here today and see people at the end of their journey, which not really is the end of their journey, they're going to keep pushing on, but to be able to celebrate it with them is magnificent, you know.
Yeah, no, it's been brilliant. And I know that Sheena in particular was really worried about meeting you, wasn't she? Because you might just take us back to your background.
Yeah, so I'm in recovery now the past 4 years. Thankfully now running and exercise and finding myself a new life through fitness had really took away from the demons that I was facing in addiction, you know. And I think that's something that Sheena could start to relate to, because her sister had went through the same thing, you know. And we had an absolutely fantastic conversation, and every interaction that we had since then, we just get along so well, you know.
She said to me, I didn't want to meet Chris because I was afraid he would make me forgive my sister. And that's kind of what you did.
Yeah, well, like I think everybody has that, you know what I mean? Like when anybody is faced with an addict in the family or addict in the home or wherever it may be, there's a lot of unanswered questions, and there's a lot of trauma, and there's a lot of hurt, and there's a lot of pain, and you can't resolve all of that for each and every single person, but you can help them to feel a little bit better by helping them to relate, resonate, and identify with your story, and hoping that it can help them with theirs.
Yeah, it's incredible. I wonder, is Sheena in the room? Sheena!
Sheena is just over there.
Sheena, come on over to us.
Sheena.
We need you to come over here to us because we're joined by, she's having a little mouthful of food. That's all right, Sheena. Sit down here. Chris Connolly is with me today.
United, and it feels so good. Oh, it's great to see you again, Chris. You're
We were
such a
just saying what an incredible impact Chris had on you.
Totally changed the direction of my journey. I know that word is so overused, but
my journey, yes,
my journey. But you have empowered me to forgive myself and to forgive my sister, which is just going to change my life forever. So thank you.
You must have had no idea that was going to happen when you were coming along to help these people, because you're all about the fitness and the runs and the.
Yeah, but like I always say that. I always say that God works through people, like, you know, and it's a testimony to when we had first met. Like, I wasn't expecting any of that. I'm sure Sheena wasn't either. But like, that's the whole organic side of it, and the authenticity really shine through. You know what I mean? And like, Sheena is a fantastic woman. I have so much respect for her. I really, really.
Isn't she just incredible? And she's done so amazingly well as well. She's looking so glamorous today.
Thank you so much for the lasagna. And I was
go on back. Can I ask you, Chris, though, for myself, I'm asking for a friend actually, in terms of getting out there and getting started on a fitness thing, because I'm sure when you went on your first run, it wasn't easy.
No, it's definitely not easy, and sometimes our mind can tell us that it's much harder than it actually is, but the hardest thing is to just start, you know, get out the door, get moving, or even getting the shoes on. That's usually where most people start to fall and fail and give up, but when you do things again and again and again, something just happens. I promise you, it just gets better.
Great. We all think we need the gear, don't we? We need to get the runners on and the best brands. You just need anything. Wear anything, get out the door. Let's go back to Carl and the experts in studio.
Welcome back to the 40-Day Health Challenge HQ. We are adjusting chairs and getting set over our biblical epic 4-hour live stream. We've seen amazing results with challengers. We've had tears, we've had laughter, we've been reviewing everything. And it's amazing to see. It's so important to see what 40 days of moving more and eating better and look at your mental health can achieve. And we're delighted to see 2 more challengers in the room. John, where are you from again?
Oh, here, John from Cork. Don't forget it.
Just in case anyone forget that John's from Cork. And Dara from Cork, obviously, as well. Yeah.
It's been adopted in
It's been one of our catchphrases for the whole 40-Day Health Challenge is the fact that John is from Cork.
Oh, yeah.
And we're delighted to have him. How are you?
Good.
Great.
Very
Yeah?
good. Yeah.
How are the nerves?
Good. Yeah.
There's almost an Ibiza party atmosphere downstairs. It's starting to rev up a little bit now.
You're missing out.
We are missing out, really, aren't we?
But, you know, day 40, it's come around. It's come around fast enough in the end.
Yeah, it's incredible that the 40 days went so quickly, and just that so much could change in that short time. And you could see it. You could see it in front of your eyes, you know, and sometimes you could see it yourself and feel it yourself, but then sometimes you'd meet somebody who hadn't seen you for a while and they'd say, oh my goodness, what's happening?
Wow.
You know,
well, we barely recognise everyone coming in the door today, and John particularly, because he's shrinking every time he walks in. John, we're going to have a look at your day 1.
Yes.
I remember this day very specifically because of all the challengers who came in the door, you were the one I was the most worried about. Because you were so nervous and so apprehensive and so, even from a body language perspective, which you look at when people come into a room, you were closed and caught and very just apprehensive to be there. I want to bring us back to day 1.
40 days time, I would like to be able to back running with a group of people. Mainly just get to even 5k. That would be definitely a goal compared to running half marathon a year and a half ago. But definitely I want to get back. I want to get the weight. I want to get my confidence properly up there. And just to enjoy the whole experience and try and help people and show them my journey. That's another goal of mine if I can.
How is your confidence?
It's after mildly improving. You know, it's the challenges the doctor already gave us.
I was a person for saying yes all the time, you know, and it's just taking time for myself, excuse me, and spending more time with Ava and my partner and stuff. My whole life is after changing. I feel like a new person, like what I did before I had that breakdown. But yeah, it's amazing. I'm back with groups, which I really struggled with.
Because that was a huge shift, because you were a key component of the running club before your daughter arrived, from what you were saying before. And one of our goals for the 40-day health challenge was to get you to go back into that community. I remember the chat we had on the day of the assessment day, and you were like, I can't go back. I don't want to go back. I'm afraid of going back. And you've broke that barrier, haven't you?
Oh, look, I was pure self-conscious about the way I looked, put on a lot of weight. And I was always just kind of even thinking, like, even going into my workplaces now and stuff, and I was always thinking, like, okay, look, are they looking at me, you know, and stuff like that. But everything's after changing. Everyone has really backed me. The minute I put the message up on my social media, it was just, there's a response, Marta, getting back. We'll be there with you every step of the way. Even my family is really after stepping up and everything, like, and Ava's my sous chef as well. So
I was going to ask you about that. Chat to me about your relationship with Ava.
Oh,
because she is so important to you.
Oh, look, she's my life, you know. And I'm delighted that I'm here now, and that I'm not after missing out on anything. And she's like my number 2 going around the house and everything. It's just everywhere I go, she's going with me. And like, we're playing at home. I'm doing different activities with her. I'm able to run after her this time, which I wasn't able to before the 40-day health challenge. My whole life is really after changing. Like,
and that's what's really, like, irrelevant to whatever numbers we give you today. That's the really important part for you, isn't it? Is that the quality of life with your daughter, with your partner, and to see that shift in just a very short space of time.
Yeah, look, it's really all down to, you know, the experts giving us that information on how to improve and where we need to be improved. Look, you're here now, this is where you need to be, and it's worked for every one of us downstairs. Everyone's happy. We're having a bit of a party below, and it's just amazing.
Have you enjoyed?
We're missing out in the party.
I know. I was conscious of that.
We're missing out in the party below. I think we should bring everybody up.
Yeah, but even got a cup of tea.
Even got another barrier. I got makeup on me now today, guys. I'm not a person with makeup.
Come from Cork. It's makeup.
Looks well, John. Looks well on you.
Has that group, because you were so nervous of people and groups of people, and then you were thrust into a WhatsApp of 16 people.
That's gone.
How have you found that?
Oh, it's amazing now how I'm able to interact with everyone. And like, even the 5 Cork challengers, they're really after helping me. And the support we have, if you had a bad day, which I did in week 1, it was just sending a voice note. You get these 15 people responding back to you. Look, you have to get through this day. This is what we're going to do, and we're going to motivate you to get through it. Everyone has really helped me. And I just want to say thanks very much to all the challengers. It's been amazing. Like.
But he invited us down to Castle Lyons to come to the Ireland Ice Up.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, and when that day for running, I was running after him.
You targets for running, though, didn't you?
Well, I've been trying hard. You know,
Yeah, of course.
Trying very hard.
Yeah. And Dara, like, in terms of your own experience, like, have you been surprised by
Incredible,
what's happened over the 40 days?
For somebody in my 50s, there was things that I thought were, I'm Shakacha, that I wouldn't be doing them anymore. And here I am, and I have the energy. I'm Shakacha.
That was lovely. Say that again. That was really nice.
In the past.
Yeah. For those tuning in, that's Gaelic.
I'm Shakacha. And look at, and now I'm able to do stuff that I didn't think I had that strength or the energy and everything. And I do believe that this is just the beginning. You know, what's happened at the start, and it's been really obvious and rewarding. And then I was able to bring it into work. And, you know, I was saying to Sophie today that yesterday was the last day, so people brought in their breakfasts from the plan. And so, like, there was collective breakfast, you know, and we've been doing lunchtime walks, and we've continued to do that, and we're going to continue to do that.
And it shows when you bring it into a community or a business or whatever.
Yes.
Let's have a look at your day 1. We're going to bring it up here on the screen.
Hello, I'm Dara Philpott. I'm looking forward to getting physically stronger and more flexible and fit. I have a little granddaughter who is 3, and I want to be strong and healthy and fit to be able to bring her to the playground and play with her. And I'm just at that menopause late, and so I want to kind of go the right way of getting myself healthy and fit for the next phase of life.
Yeah, it's amazing leadership you've shown.
Thank you.
And you put yourself forward there, and it was all about the next chapter for you. And I was saying to you, and I know your mum and dad, Derry and Mary, are looking in from Spain, and and I hope we're not dragging it out too much for your mum.
That's an in-house joke.
She's going to kill me. Just what you've done though, you've like a ripple. You've been a stone, and you've influenced your family. You've influenced your tribe, your whole community. You've influenced your work group. You're a healthcare worker, and you've sort of led by example. And other things you've done, you're a giver as well. You were very much a giver. You talk about donating blood, but you want to give time to your, the younger members of your family, your grandchildren now, and you're one on the way.
Yeah.
So there's lots of, you're giving all that way, okay? So you also have to mind yourself as well, Dara, in this giving, because you have a heart of gold.
Thank you.
But you need to mind yourself as well.
Yeah, and that's something I've taken away. I'm going to find that passion.
Okay.
I haven't found it yet, but that doesn't mean it's like I'm going to go out there and try new things. And Deirdre brought me to a yoga class. It was my first
that's
ever
right.
yoga class, and it was supposed to be gentle flow yoga.
And you see the I'm Shirkacha, that sort of past. It was almost like you were plateauing.
Yeah.
And I just think there's so much more for you.
Okay, thank you.
There is. You're saying, I'm going into retirement life now, and I got to look after the children. And it was almost like you're in that sort of space.
Yeah.
And I just think this is the trajectory you need to think about. Okay. There's growth in different parts and ages and stages of our life. Yeah. We go through different transitions in our life, but there's growth in each part of that. So just think that in, let it bed in for you. Yeah. It just hasn't stopped.
And do you feel that, like, from the strength and the wellness perspective now, has given you the confidence about that growth? Like, with retirement coming up, that you've got your mojo back.
I do. I actually do.
By the way, could we change the retirement to retirement from work?
Retirement from work, sorry. Yeah, that's a very good point,
Sounds like someone else is getting close.
Yes,
but that you have
I do.
and
I think, because my husband would have said years ago, wouldn't it be lovely now if we went on a cycle holiday? And I'd say, yeah, that sounds good. but now, I wouldn't be saying any buts. I just go, yeah, that sounds good. But now I'd say, well, maybe I could do that.
Yeah.
And
maybe I will do that.
Or maybe I will do that. Yeah, and that we, and that it's a target that I feel is achievable.
So has your vision for the future changed? Because
totally. Yeah, absolutely.
In what way? Do more?
Can do more. Definitely can do more, and will be able to do more, and it's going to be active.
Very good. That's
and you have the strength to back that up in terms of our minimum fitness testing. We've seen that with your scores.
Your scores were phenomenal.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely phenomenal. You didn't achieve any of the minimum requirements the first day. You now have them all. That's
incredible.
All of them, all four.
That's great.
Which is
in 40 days.
That's amazing.
And the thing about it, Dara, you're in your 50s, and most women in the 50s say, "Oh, that's gone beyond me."
Yeah.
6 weeks.
I know.
It wasn't 6 months, 6 years. It was 6 weeks, and it was the start of a journey. Now, obviously, you were very dedicated, and the cameras won't always be there.
Yes.
But it's amazing what you can achieve in such a short period of time.
We've had a very happy Sophie, a very happy Eddie, a very happy Carl, and we have a very happy Niall. You matched it out. And you got a phenomenal out of him, which is high praise indeed. I can tell you that. I'm going to bring Trina into studio. Trina, come on in. Trina is working very hard today, folks, in all fairness. HQ, there's loads of steps and loads of stairs, and she's flying up and down them. So fair play to you, Trina.
Hello, guys.
How's it going downstairs?
Yeah, we're holding flying form. Chris Connolly was just in a minute ago, catching up with Sheena. He's been an inspiration for Sheena, really. And they're getting a bit of grub now, so yeah, it's flying though. Absolutely having a great time downstairs. It's a great buzz, isn't there?
There's some left for us, though.
We hope so.
There's a great buzz around the place.
These guys are doing fantastic. Dara has passed all 4 of her minimum fitness test results, which is absolutely fabulous. John is back, is running, is rocking, is back into his running club. Phenomenal, guys. It's been just absolutely brilliant. It really has.
And John's inner athlete has come back.
Yeah.
Your score today
Okay.
And it was absolutely brilliant, which was great.
Well, we are live on Ireland's Classic Kids Radio, and we're joined by Dr. Eddie Murphy, clinical psychologist, who's been on the show a few times now, haven't you, Eddie?
I've been on with you, Trina, so many times.
You're like my co-host now.
Like a co-host, am I?
Professor Niall Moyna, Carla Henry, and of course Sophie Pratt. And we've got our challengers here, Dara and John. John, where are you from? You never said. Never gets old, does it?
Never,
right,
never.
let's get stuck in. Dara started this 40-day health challenge weighing in at 12 stone, 8 pounds. That's right.
40 days later, you're 11 stone, 8 pounds. You've lost a stone, 14 pounds, 1 stone on the money. AKA 1 dress size. We normally look at a stone to a dress size, which is phenomenal.
Amazing.
The other one I want to have a look at is your metabolic age profiling. Day 1. Just remind us of your actual age.
So I'm 55, nearly
55.
56, but 55 still.
Day 1, your metabolic age profile was 66. That didn't land particularly well. No. Day 40, you were 54.
Excellent.
You're 12 years younger.
Younger than you even are. Amazing.
And again, it ties together with all the stats and the results that we're seeing in terms of your minimum fitness. It all ties together. All the stats read the same way when you put the work in. And Trina, it's brilliant to see.
You can actually see it.
Thanks a million. Thanks a
See
million.
the dress now because everything fits well, doesn't it?
Well,
Now?
that's a dress I wouldn't have worn 40 days ago. So that's
Even better. Amazing.
Oh no, you need to go out shopping and get new stuff
Yeah,
as
I
well.
will.
I need to. Now, let's move on to John. How are you doing, John?
Good, feeling
You
great.
love your social media now, don't you? All those videos going
So
up.
you have taken to it is fantastic. Like,
Yeah. And before you said to me, like, you would never have done something like that. You wouldn't have had the confidence.
No, my whole social anxiety just really pushed me back from doing anything, even interacting with people and groups. But like, it's fantastic. The 40 days, I'm back to my old John again. So it's amazing.
You're a DJ, and I'm kind of worried. It's going to be off to my gig. Let's get to your stats, though, John. You started off this challenge weighing in at 16 stone, 5 pounds.
And today you're 15 stone 7. We're 12 pounds down in terms of weight.
Brilliant.
Absolutely superb.
Brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Thanks very much.
One of the scores for your minimum fitness test, not only did you have your inner athlete back when you were testing for your cardiovascular fitness, your sit to stand day 1 was 14. You needed 22 to pass the test. Day 40 was 26. You've now passed your minimum fitness test.
Yeah.
And like, that is an indicator that A, we can track, but also in daily life, lifting your daughter, playing with your daughter, getting up and down off the chair or off the floor. That's real world benchmarking, and it's phenomenal, and it's from your hard work. And Dara, you're the same. Your hard work, guys, have been absolutely fantastic.
And how's your asthma been?
Oh, it's 100% a lot better.
Wow.
Like, I don't take the blue inhaler, which is the Ventolin. I don't take that much now. So it's very rare. It's only before a run or before I do the exercise. I would just take it just in case, but I don't need it in everyday activities, which I did before I started the 40-day.
Right. And you'll be out there socialising again.
Oh, 100%, and I'm going to definitely keep this journey going. Look, it's a journey forevermore. And look, we'll all do it. We're all backing each other and everything, so it's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And Dara tells me she's retiring early. Like, you don't have to rub it in.
I've put in the years, so I'm looking forward to that chapter of my life. And now, as Dr. Eddie said, I'm on the up. So there are things that I can strive to achieve and aim to achieve that maybe before I didn't give that thought to do that.
We better say a quick hello before we wrap up. Say a quick hello to all your colleagues in the hospital and court.
Absolutely, and thanks to everybody, like, for all the support that I got. But the staff in the ward where I work in have been absolutely exceptional and really embraced it. And it's a journey that's ongoing. So we're going to keep it up. We're keeping up the lunchtime walks.
Fantastic.
We're going to keep up the lunches and the breakfast and the crack.
Great. Well, I'm going back.
The crack's important.
I'll be back very soon. Colin Hayes is yet to join us, and dying to find out, obviously, because he's my colleague, dying to find out how he gets on, and we'll speak to more challengers. So I am off. It's Ireland's Classic Kids Radio.
Thank you.
Thank you. Trina, thank you so much. Trina's going to head back downstairs. She's working hard today, lads. She's going to interview some of our challengers. But again, what we're seeing time and time again with this is 40 days. Just think about it. From day 1, if you're watching or if you watch any of the content over the course of the last 40 days, day 1 starts at any time. That website is there. If you're inspired by what we see and what we've been inspired by, just log on, start. Because by starting, the numbers change and life gets better. And we've seen that with every single challenger who's come into the room today. It's been phenomenal. And the power of testing is really important too. Are either of you nervous now about what lies ahead when you walk out the door?
You know, it's probably going to be, look, it's you have to continue this on. Yeah. So it will be hard just to probably, once you're not videoing, you don't have people watching you, you know. So it probably will be hard, but look, we will definitely get through it.
But that's an external thing, so just be conscious that if you're motivated by that external thing, you try and think about getting that internal motivation and setting some maybe goals. You're back in the athletics club. Maybe the
4 mile already planned.
Okay,
in
good.
April, yeah,
This is what we want to hear. And the park runs are very important. They're on every week. They're a great opportunity for anyone in society. They're very inclusive. You can walk, you can jog, you can run, and Niall, you've seen the impact of the park runs around the place.
Yeah, they're phenomenal. The point I would make there, it's very important. You hit the key word. Consistency. And consistency doesn't mean 60 minutes every day. No. If you set a minimum target, every day I'm going to do a minimum of 20 minutes of exercise, or even 15, but do it 365 days. 100%. It's the consistency. And the other thing is, pick activities that you enjoy.
Exactly.
It has to be fun. Yeah. And so obviously you had a lot of fun, doing your retesting.
Yeah. We have a couple more stats we're going to throw at you, okay? Don't be nervous, John. Don't be nervous. No. As if, John. As if. John, from a fat mass perspective, over the course of the 40 days, you're down over 4 kilograms of fat mass.
Oh my goodness.
So when people
That's
lose weight,
incredible.
but especially this time of the year, like Sophie, we see it all the time in practice, people go on crash diets, and what happens is they lose muscle mass.
Yes.
As opposed to fat mass. Fat mass is the driver that we want people to lose. And when you do it properly with the hard work that you've done, you've seen it in your scores, and you eat properly, muscle mass maintains as much as possible, and you lose that fat mass. And it's so important in terms of an aging indicator. Look, you're young, but you'll appreciate it in the coming years. Trust me. Dara, just because I tie in with what you said around the clothes, that you wouldn't have worn that 40 days ago. Your body fat percentage, it was 39.6% day one. It's now 36%, which is huge. Okay. Huge. A goal should be under kind of 33% in terms of a target to work towards.
Yes.
But to bring it from basically 40%, which is high, down to mid-30s, it's phenomenal.
Great.
Phenomenal. Like, I love when I give you a compliment, because you just light up. It's brilliant. It's the loveliest thing to watch. I'm like, you more. And the other one is in terms of your waistline. So day one was 40 inches, and it's 37 inches today. So you have 3 inches off the central part of the waist. And again, it's another health indicator. You're down to 37 inches, which from an age profile perspective, just what I would see in private practice is will put you into the top or the higher percentile for waistlines. Because waistlines are just getting extending, and yours is going the other way now. It's down to 37. So like they're lovely markers and benchmarkers to work towards. You know, it's been great, and like that is important, isn't it? In terms of waistline, knowing your numbers, and we time and time again we come back to them. What gets measured gets changed.
Correct, and I funny as you were saying that, I was thinking to myself, I'm so happy for you, because. She lit up again.
I know, it's lovely. It's the loveliest reaction every time.
And the reason for that, there's fat's distributed in 2 places. Under your skin, that's subcutaneous, and then you have fat around your organs. It's called visceral fat. That's the fat that causes diabetes, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and all these other chronic conditions. So getting that down, that waist circumference, is hugely important. So well done.
It's just, I don't know. You just keep giving these compliments about how great you are. But
you get compliments when you work hard.
Of course, absolutely. But guys, isn't it the beauty of
Valentine's Day?
having?
We're sharing the love.
There's a lot of love in this room. A lot of love. But it is great to have people see this. And to talk about those benchmarks and those indicators, because that's what people need to know. Like wellness on its own, it's very hard to get well without tracking
people
something.
Love a reference.
Of course you do.
Where am I compared to someone my age and my gender? Where should I be? And now you're getting those reference points, and you always want to be on the plus side of those reference points.
I heard you, I think it was on the Trina Mara show during the 40-day health challenge, and you talked about running a 5-kilometre race, and your target should be around 30 minutes. So that's my target.
Oh, brilliant.
So I'm not there yet, though. I'm not there yet, but I've been following the plan, and and I am feeling stronger. And even today, when I was doing it, I did feel, and you said the same, that we'd a bit more in us.
Yes.
Even though we tried our best.
Yeah.
But we do have a bit more, and so it's a target. It's 40 days, and this happened in 40 days. So that's the start of the year. There's a whole year ahead of of us, you know, and the days will be brighter. And
we've just had 500 more hits on our website starting on day one. John, we couldn't wrap without bringing this VT into the studio, so we're just going to bring this up now.
Hi, this is John from Cork. Hi, this is John from Cork. Hi guys, John from Cork here. Everyone, John from Cork here. Everyone, John from Cork here. Hi, this is John from Cork. Everyone, it's John from Cork here. Everyone, John from Cork here. Hi, this is John from Cork. 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 Hi everyone, it's John from Cork here. It's been an amazing journey. I've learned so much on the 40-day health challenge. So, for one last time, I'm going to be signing off. It's John and Ava from Cork. Ava wants to say goodbye.
And lads, we've a couple of questions coming in. Niall, one come in for you in terms of, from Mary, is it ever too late to start exercising?
Mary, it's never too late. There are studies now in people, octogenarians, nonagenarians, centenarians, people in their hundreds, and they all get tremendous benefits from exercise. Whether it's improvements in strength, flexibility, cardiovascular fitness, there's no time. And in fact, the more deconditioned you are, the faster you get those gains. And those gains will have a phenomenal impact on your overall health. So, yeah,
Mary, start at any time. That's really important.
But I would prefer you would start now. Though.
Start today. Day one.
20 years.
40-day health challenge.ie. But we can't let you go without giving you a little present. You're our first 16 to go through the 40-day health challenge process. We're so proud of you for taking part and for starting, and your results are spellbinding. So it's a little top to wear all around Cork when you go into our... absolutely, we won't be able to miss you.
Extra from Cork.
Thanks so much.
But we are so proud of you as what you've done. We really are, and everyone who's been watching in, have enjoyed watching you over the course of the last little while. So we're going to leave you, go downstairs. Trina's going to catch up with you, but a really big well done. And folks, for watching in, keep the questions coming in. We have about 30 or 40 minutes left on the live stream, so any questions you have, get them into us now so we can go to you. And we're going to be back in studio in the HQ in a couple of minutes' time. But for now, it's back to Trina.
Thank you.
Hello there, we are downstairs in studio and I'm joined by Gary the trucker.
How are you?
Hello. And Martina, how are you doing?
I'm great, Trina, how are you?
You're both looking absolutely fantastic. I said, Martina, that I'm going to be playing Simply the Best on the radio for you every single day.
Oh my God, absolutely. We'll keep you to that, Trina.
It's the music that kind of keeps you going when you're out exercising.
It is, you need good music. And I mean, to have a good beat and just go, 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 it's just what you need. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Do you know what? You are just glowing today.
I feel it. I feel great. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Because like you were big into cycling anyway.
Yes, I did a lot of cycling, but it's different. You know, you use different muscles. It's, you know, no upper body, you know. So to do resistance is brilliant, you know, to get that extra muscles and yeah, it's fantastic.
Because like as Carl said, a lot of us say we go for walks, us ladies, but we weren't doing the resistance training, and it's so important.
No, and it is so important. I mean, yeah, we should be doing it. I mean, particularly getting older, we need to be doing it. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, can I just say hello to Gary, the trucker? I have to give Gary a hug. Gary is one of my most loyal listeners, aren't you?
Since day one.
We hear from you every single day,
Yep.
and I couldn't be more proud. Can we all come in for Gary as well? Yeah. Oh. He has just done incredibly well, because I know, like, working as a truck driver, yes, he's crying. Gary.
I give it over.
Gary. He's going to kill me now for doing this to him. What an amazing achievement. 19 pounds, Gary.
Yep.
Do you feel really proud of yourself?
I am. I'm proud inside. I am, without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. Can't believe I've done that.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
And when you're driving the truck now, you were saying to me, it's not like the belly tipping off the steering wheel.
Yeah, I'm looking now. I'm checking it out every day. I still look down, but that gap is getting bigger.
Yeah.
Between the belly and the steering wheel.
Fantastic. Geez, by the summertime now, you'd be wearing your Speedos.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Now, you said that the real issue was, I suppose, you had a real sweet tooth, didn't you?
Absolutely. Sweet teeth. Yeah, right to the back molars it goes.
Yeah. How has this changed for you?
I've just wiped it out. I've wiped out sugar. Yeah. Sugar is gone. Chocolate, crisps, the fizzy drinks that I was having, it's all gone.
Completely gone?
Yeah.
Are you worried about going forward that you'll be able to keep this up, or do you feel like you're a changed person?
Going forward, I'm not cutting it out completely, but it's going to be measured as a drink. If I'm going to have maybe a square of chocolate as a treat, but I'm not going to sit there and eat 5 or 7 bars because that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, no, you have to be so careful, don't you, with diabetes and everything as well. And Martina, what have the main changes been for you? Has it been the mental well-being side of things? Or?
Definitely, and also like that sugar. I used to have 3 cups of coffee a day with 2 spoons of sugar, and that's like, you know. So,
You're right, you told me about that coming in from school, cup of tea and a biscuit.
Sit down and sit down. That's gone. And the thing is, I don't miss it, which is what I'm amazed at. You know, it's just a different.
Well, do you know what? So proud of you all. You've done incredibly well. Thanks so much. We'll go back to Carl in studio.
Welcome back to the 40-Day Health Challenge HQ. This has been an epic live stream. We're all full of motivation, inspiration, and lots more. And this is our last challenger in the room. Colin Hayes, welcome.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm feeling really good, and there's a great vibe in the whole building.
I was just going to say that. I can hear them downstairs.
Yeah. Everyone feels like they've really accomplished something because they have, you know, and that's it. And it's like a celebration downstairs. It's amazing.
Before we go any further, can I just say you look great?
Amazing.
You do.
That's the
Absolutely.
makeup. No, it's not. I saw them getting makeup. I said, "Hello, I'll have some of that."
You look really good.
Yeah, I feel.
You look really well.
I feel really good. And it's funny, I was doing a thing yesterday on social, and it was the top 6 things I would take from the 40-day challenge, you know, and some of them was a big gag, and some of them, I mean, obviously one I was talking about because I did the dry January and I haven't really gone back, was drink for the right reasons, never drink for the wrong reasons, which might have been an issue with me with stuff that was going on in my life. But the final thing was that if you told me 40 days ago that my mental health was going to be where it is now, I would have laughed. And that is the most positive result for me. And out of that, everything else sort of branches out, you know. But that, for me, is the most positive. So I think it's given me a pep on my step, you know.
And Eddie, like, it shows the impact, doesn't it, of food, movement and mood.
I think all of it is combined. Like, it's not one factor. It's like a building block. If you're eating well, feeding yourself well, if you're moving well, if you're challenging yourself around the mental fitness challenges that we put into place, and if it all adds in to create momentum. It's like a dynamo to our well-being.
Isn't it? It's like that. It's every part is a working part of that engine that makes you feel better. There isn't one thing. You couldn't remove one. No. It wouldn't work.
It's a jigsaw of health. We want to bring it back to day 1. We're going to play a little VT of you when you first came to us on the 40-Day Health Challenge.
And why am I doing it? I think for people my age, so I'm 62 years of age, right? And I think for people, guys of my age, some of us just sort of give up a little bit. And I don't want to be that guy that gives up. And I have a lot of mates that, you know, we talk about this a lot in the bar, you know, but they don't want to give up as well. And I think we've stopped exercising. We haven't looked at our food properly. Probably we're struggling a little bit with our mental health as well with our age. And I just think if I can change that and people can be with me on that journey, maybe I've achieved something.
The visual difference is dramatic.
Do you know what I get from that? I was trying to do Donald Trump things. China, we want China. Yeah.
Like, just visually, you look great. And,
It's just cleaner. It's cleaner living, you know what I mean? I mean, it's like, you know, every morning I get up, I have a shower and I clean the outside, right? And for a long time, I wasn't cleaning the inside. And now what I've done in 40 days is I'm cleaning the inside as well, you know?
And we've loads of stats to show you. One I want to bring up because it's important is upper body strength.
Yeah.
You're in your 60s, so you need to maintain your upper body strength as much as you can. You did 10 push-ups on day 1. I remember that. And the rest were very sloppy.
Yeah.
So we didn't count them.
Yeah.
Today, you did 21 press-ups.
Wow. Yeah.
7 was the target to hit. And you did 21 in total. It's a phenomenal game.
Want me to give you 30? Give me 30 now, buddy.
Every morning on the radio show. Niall, actually, you love this. Colin, when we met him day 1, he did reasonably well on the assessment day. He needs to improve on a few of them. But he said that every morning he goes into his bathroom and he does a few exercises in the bathroom before he goes into work.
Yeah.
And you've now built on that by gaining real strength, is what I would call this.
I still do so 5:20 every morning. I do have a couple of different types of workouts. I've weights in the bathroom, and I started doing the balancing thing, and also the press ups and the squats as well. So every single morning, and then would do more in the gym. And you you can feel the strength.
Yeah.
You know?
But you know, you've had that base foundation with a little bit
Well,
of
that's
strength.
the point I was going to make. That's the point. Is that thing about the consistency. Even if it's only 10 minutes every morning in the bathroom, just a little bit of consistency. And now you have added another total 2 or 3 layers on top of the consistent work that you had been doing.
It's brilliant. We're going to bring Trina in now. Trina, come on in. Your colleague is sitting here all nervous. He hasn't. He's waiting for more and more stats. Doesn't he look brilliant?
He does, but I've been like the secret spy every morning. Come on air, 10 a.m. I go, what are you eating there,
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I've Lucy from 10.
Seriously. Like,
and he shows me every morning. He's got his lunchbox and he's got all his bits and pieces.
Oh, it's
so,
just fruit all the time. Yeah, I just eat fruit all the time.
It's you know, your strength has come on in massive improvements. And the key thing now is to keep that going because you know, 60 onwards, Niall, you lose muscle at a faster rate. Now you're counteracting that.
I think what you learn as well, we call it the challenge and everything, but because of how you feel 40 days later, like it would be so remiss of me to lose that. So it's not. I went slightly out of my comfort zone, but the way I look at it now is I've found a new comfort zone, and this is it. So it's.
Okay, we're going to be going live to Ireland's Classic Hits Radio in just a second.
Okay.
Callum.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
Stats to the nation, lads.
reveal
Stats
this.
to the nation.
Yeah, because he does look great, in fairness.
He does.
Yeah. No, again, it's you know, I did the dry January, did a bit more, and I just think my relationship with my food, with my drink, with my fitness has changed. And it has, the kids will say, it's changed my relationship with people around me as well. Because, what it's like in radio. We're up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, we are live right now on Ireland's Classic Hits Radio, and Colin Hayes, we've had to actually shut him up for half a second. It's a hard feat, Colin. Amazing to be here on day 40.
Yeah.
When you first signed up to do this, what were your thoughts?
Whose signature is that?
And
how did they get it so like mine? I really thought, I think I said it to the guys here, I really thought I was signing up for a radio promotion. I really did. And I thought this would be great for the radio station and the show and, all the bits and pieces, as we do in our business. And I'd say it was by about day 12, I went, hang on a second, this is really good.
Yeah.
I might actually get a lot out of this if I treat this seriously, and it was about day 12 when I did. And I've spoken about Anne and I've spoken about everything that I've gone through and what Anne is going through still. And I wasn't dealing with that properly. And it was everything. It was, maybe opening up with a bottle of wine when the news was bad, not going out for that run or turning into the gym when I should have because we're going, life is too difficult. But life is always going to be difficult.
Let's have a look at some numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So, Colin, you started off this 10-day journey as if it was 10 days.
Yeah.
Your 40-day health challenge at 17 stone, 13 pounds.
Yeah.
Where are we
Today,
at?
day 40, we're 17 stone, 1 pound, 12 pounds down in terms of weight loss, and nearly
Really
into
good.
16 stones,
Wow.
That's mega.
which is huge.
Jeez, I tell you what, that is really good. I haven't seen 16 on the weighing scales since I adjusted it illegally. No, since I'd say 7 or 8 years.
Wow. Unbelievable. You get there.
And just before Christmas, I tipped over 18.
Wow.
And that really scared me. I have to say, and I wasn't saying it to anybody because we keep these things inside. And I went, no, this is... And then the 40-day challenge came along. So, wow, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, who am I saying? Thank you. Thank me.
You did the work. You did the work. Another
Thank you, King Chris, for never knocking at my door again.
Another benchmark we're going to have a look at is your visceral fat.
Yes.
Niall, we all talk time and time again about weight. It's really important. It is a crucial health indicator. Yours was 19 on day 1, which is high. Like that 13 is the benchmark.
The look you gave me.
Yeah, 19 was high. 40 days in, we're down to 16. And another 40 days gets you to 13, which is the benchmark for normal. You'll be normal in 40 days. And that's what we're working towards. Because that is linked to cardiovascular risk factor, stroke risk factor, all of them. Visceral fat we can link, and that's why visceral fat is so important.
And neurodegenerative diseases, very importantly, as we get older. So
Yeah.
to be aware of that, and it's phenomenal what you've been able to achieve.
Is three good in 40 days?
Super. Oh,
Super.
absolutely. 3 is superb.
It sort
don't
of
wanna do it
feels
too
like a
fast,
small
it's the
number, but
consistency.
it's a big number. Maybe
Oh, it's a
just
huge number.
reflect on that.
Absolutely huge.
The reason that when I think about it is you try to get these numbers so fast because I'm like that. I'm very impatient, but I know you got to do it. See, I'm doing the Donald Trump thing again. You got to do it a little bit slower, and then it's going to stay.
Well, isn't it funny how you start this maybe doing it for the the aesthetic reason? You want to look a little bit, whatever, and your clothes and all the rest, and then you realise it's so much about your health.
Totally, yeah, absolutely. You want to be there for the people you love for a longer time. And that's really, really important. You want to be there to help the people at the moment in my life that are having a difficult time. I can't have a difficult time.
No,
I have
you need to be
there for
well.
them. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like the aesthetic goal, ladies, is for a lot of people that's important, and that's cool. If that's what brings you into the mix, all the other benefits come from it.
It doesn't matter
You want to be gorgeous like Carl.
It doesn't matter what brings you through the door.
Yeah.
I'm interested about the energy levels, Colin. Can you tell me about that?
Energy levels have gone through the roof.
Have they?
So it's again
because you work a very unusual. Like you're up and your sleep
up
pattern.
really early, and you expend so much energy within the first 4 hours of getting up. Like everything, you probably expend as much energy as somebody would in 3 days.
Some would say you could be a big fibber, but.
Somebody's listening.
Yeah. He won't tell you what Lucy Kennedy said to him, though, so forget that.
So there was a tendency that I was having a nap, or I would have a nap during the day, and my brain was going, hey, come on, you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Since the 40-day challenge, now I had a bit of a cold last week and I went for a nap once. I haven't had a nap.
Wow.
And I'm using the time in the afternoon to focus on other projects, which I wasn't. Because the worst thing sometimes about having a nap in the afternoon, when you get up,
of course,
it takes you 40 minutes then to
you
get
feel
rolling again.
sick almost, don't you, when you wake up? But you have that gym bag in work every day.
Okay, thank you, Trina. Yeah.
There's no escaping in your workplace.
I've been watching every move you make.
Yeah, no, I had the gym bag in the other day, but I do tend to have the gym bag in the car every day, and I'm very lucky that I drive home down Sandymount, and Westwood is right there into the right. And for so many times before the 40-day challenge, I found every single excuse
not
to go in there. Every excuse, and convince myself. Now I get really upset if I don't go in, even for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So many people do that, don't they? They join a gym and then they go once and then that's it.
I always reckon if every member of every gym turned up in one day, there'd be panic in the streets. They wouldn't be able to fit them in the door.
Yeah. Well, Colin, we're so proud of you at Ireland's Classic Hits Radio. And no, honestly, you're looking amazing.
Yes, thank you.
We'll definitely have you on billboards again.
Yeah, take the old ones down.
And congratulations, you've done so well. It's Ireland's Classic Hits Radio.
Trina, thank you so much.
No
Trina's going to
problem.
head downstairs to catch up with some of our challengers.
Thanks, Trina.
We've seen amazing results from Colin, as we have with every challenger who's been through the 40-day health challenge setup. And the key thing is, as we get older, as Niall is always saying, and we're always talking about it, you lose muscle mass, you gain fat mass. That does not necessarily have to be the case. We've proven it. We can improve your strength at any level. We can drop your visceral fats at any level. And, as Colin has proven, it's there to see. It's fantastic.
No, absolutely.
Well, funny, I would make the point, Colin, the take-home message I'm getting from your engagement here was you were always doing some form of physical, and that's quite obviously you're a big man, and your body composition has changed. But people forget that the brain is also an organ. And you've seen the biggest impact for me seems to be on your brain function, your mental health, and your wellness. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. I've gone through the years. Eddie would know this over the years. We've done stuff together with the Cycle Against Suicide, and I've always been really interested in mental health and positive, negative, and just that. And I know the benefit of being, and I would have spent so much time telling people the benefit of positive mental health. And like so many people, I wasn't taking care of my own. And I think that makes you get up every morning and take on the challenge of life and take on the challenge of eating better, of, doing what you want to do, going into the gym, all that sort of stuff. It has to start there.
Yeah.
Doesn't start. Your feet can't work if your brain don't. So,
and that little bit of exercise also It has a tremendous impact on cognitive function
Yeah.
and executive functioning during the day. There's no clear evidence, even in your 60s, that your brain cells can continue to develop with exercise.
Yeah.
Have you been surprised by the 40 days and the changes from it?
Yeah, I have been surprised. I didn't think you could do that in 40 days. And I'm surprised by the results, and it's really made me want to push on, you know. And I keep saying it's not... It's great that it was a 40-day challenge, but I think life is a challenge. And what I've learned in the 40 days, I now incorporate into my life. Some of the foods, like the chickpea curry is now a staple in our house. The chicken satay is a staple. The little pizzas on the pita bread. We love all that. And everyone loves it in the house now. And it's a case of like, why didn't we do that before?
Yeah.
Why was I, you know, lashing the butter into a sauce and doing the roast potatoes? And that's fine. Do that, you know, on a Sunday.
It was an eye-opener, Colin, for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably.
And the thing is, I love cooking, but you can have as much fun doing these new
Healthy
recipes as
ingredients.
you can do anything else. So that was it's been a real eye-opener, I have to say.
It's very unusual. It's unusual that, you know, we've worked with a lot of men over the years and stuff like that that don't do the cooking, actually. Right? And the fact that...
And we've tasted Anne's cooking.
And some of the challengers are not doing cooking.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that you are doing the cooking, and it just means it's more sustainable as well. The fact that you were able to feed yourself, you know, it's make better choices. And it's just interesting when you do a contrast. It's not saying one is bad or one is good, but it's a skill set that you have to mind yourself. It's brilliant.
Absolutely. And everyone else in the house has gone for it. As in, they don't have a problem with what I'm cooking.
It's integration within the family.
Yeah. So there might be 1 or 2 days that thing. And the other thing, and I didn't realise this, I haven't had a takeaway in 2024. Sorry, 2025. I haven't had a takeaway. And it only happened the other day that it went to my head. And I went, I don't even miss it. I don't actually miss it. You know?
It's amazing what habits can change over a very short time frame, you know, which is fantastic to see. We have a lovely message in from Bernie Dennehy on Instagram. Congrats to all the challengers and all the mentors. That's a new word for us, Ed. Mentors, coaches, experts. Mentors is nice. I like that. Bernie, thank you for the mentors. That's nice. It's been a great challenge. I followed you all because the positivity has been so inspiring to me, and I will keep going. Bernie, absolutely keep going. We've no question about that you will. And Colin, keep going for you.
Yeah.
Are you nervous about that? Are you
No,
cool with it?
not in the slightest. Looking forward to it. You know, the challenge of what I had and the metabolic age and, you know, visceral fat and weight and everything else involved is just, that's the level now. So I've set that now the way I set what I had 40 days ago. And now, you know, I may call around here in 40 days' time. You guys might be here. I'll be really upset.
Can I jump in the Tanita?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everyone has to jump in the Tanita. And I'll just do it. I'll just do it again. And listen, thank you so much. You guys have been amazing. Because I think you do need the sensible voice and the recipes and the health and you know, you need that as well. But you'd take that on as well. And I have a question for Carl. I just have to... Carl, do you own a proper pair of trousers?
Oh, no.
And a shirt.
The legs are out. The legs are out all the time.
Yeah.
This is my power suit.
Well, when you go to your bank manager...
I actually go in like this.
Do
I do,
you?
yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm the only person in the bank insurance. Trust me. I know. It's, you know, it's nice to get the legs out every now and again.
He does dress up, though.
Yeah.
Rarely. We're very, very, very special occasions. Maybe tonight being Valentine's night, I might. We'll
There
see.
you go.
Gene and Cork.
I tell you. Look, thank you. You've been, you know, not only have you been a challenger, you've been very much the voice of this. And yourself and Lucy and all the team at Ireland's Classic Hits Radio have done an amazing job of getting it into people's ears.
We've loved it. We've loved it. And it's amazing. And I'm so happy Lucy didn't do it. And the reason being because she was my greatest critic then. So like every morning it was what you have for dinner last night, Dave? You know, and I had to sort of list out everything. And and she was there as well. If I was slightly falling down a bit, I'd send her a WhatsApp, but you know, come on, you can do it. We'll talk about it tomorrow. So it was great.
It's been great to see. We have a little present for you.
Oh my God.
That we're giving to all of our first 16 through the 40-day health challenge. Take away.
If only
Something to wear into studio next week. It's a little reminder of your time on the 40-day health challenge. And just a little thank you. You've been such, as I said, not only a challenger, but an ambassador.
Extra large. I'm small now.
You've been an ambassador for us, and we couldn't have done it without you. And you've done so well. And your stats are absolutely fabulous. So we really, really appreciate it. Folks, we have a couple of minutes left on the 40-day health challenge epic live stream. We've been going since 10 o'clock. and we hope that you've enjoyed everything so far. We've one of our challengers who hasn't been able to make it. She had a family incident last night that she wasn't able to get away from Kinvara in Galway. We do have a VT of some of her bits over the course of the 40 days, and we're going to bring that up on screen right now.
You just want to be famous. You just want to be famous, do you? You look gorgeous, Cosmo. You copying me, Cosmo?
I have to have a rest because the dog needs a cuddle.
Look at this, wait, look at this. For a woman who had an operation and was so nervous about standing, to get back what she loved doing, which was standing up on her stand-up paddleboard.
Fantastic.
She was so nervous when she came into us the first time, and this is one of my favourite moments from the whole of the 40-day health challenge. And not least because of Cosmo, obviously. But, you know, Eileen, and we know you are watching in Kinvara, and we're going to say to everyone who is watching, if you're driving past Kinvara, Eileen will be up on her paddleboard, paddling around. We get all best wishes, obviously, from us, and we hope all is okay. We miss you in studio, but we really wanted to bring that up. It's such a memorable moment in the 40-day health challenge. Like when Eileen came into us at the assessment day, she hobbled in basically. We weren't sure she'd be able to do anything whatsoever in terms of the challenges or in terms of the press-ups. She was almost old before her time in terms of how she moved.
She did total knee replacement, and she must have stood out to you, Niall.
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt, without a doubt. What she's achieved in 40 days is just staggering.
It is absolutely, it's amazing.
Like she had a belief in her capacity for recovery or rehabilitation, that she'd be able to achieve maybe a little bit, you know, and get back to a bit of walking and stuff like that. Never get back really to paddle boarding. Yeah. And now you can...
It's incredible. And actually for her, that wasn't even 40 days. She was paddle boarding about, I think it was a week ago, maybe 10 days ago. So it was like 30 days of doing resistance strength training, of eating more protein in her diet than she would have eaten, of losing some weight, putting less pressure on the joints. Like, to anyone who's watching post-op or post-surgery, you need to remember that video, because Eileen has shown us that prehab and rehab is so important. And with the right amount of work and effort, you can do it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But isn't it those little successes, as there's a great song called Little Victories, it's the little victories that sometimes mean more. You know, like, that's amazing, but that's a little victory. But in her, it's like winning gold.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's because day one when she walked in, she was like, "I love stand-up paddleboarding," and you could sense the loss of it from her life.
That was her passion.
It was her thing, right?
Yeah. And we need passions. You know, it's interesting when you look at what keeps people well. Like, for over 130 years, psychologists have been asked what's wrong with people, but only in the last 30 years we're asked what keeps people well. And we often say that's living a life of pleasure, meaning and engagement, and having passions in your life. You've loads of passions in your life. You inspire me, Professor Niall Moynihan. You started the piano, I think it was 4 years ago. And
same as me.
you know, and you did as well. And so, but you set up new passions in your life. And I think it's a real message that it's never too late to start new passions.
And those little victories are crucial. And Colin, we're going to have a look at one little victory for you on the screen now.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it is the little things sometimes. So I got a pair of jeans, a pair of black Levi jeans, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. And Anne, my partner, my wife, said, get rid of them. They'll never fit you. Why did you go for the small size? So I've kept them. And on Friday night, I went out for dinner and I wore them. And they fitted. And that would make me the happiest man in the city. It's the little things. Yeah, it is the little things. I love it.
And you can see how important that little thing is to you. It's a really big thing, right?
Oh, I've told everybody that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I should have worn them today. Happy days.
And isn't the message like we're saying, right? Everyone has a little thing, and for some people, it's walking up the stairs without getting out of breath. For some people, it's carrying the shopping. For some people, it's paddleboarding or jeans or marathons or whatever. But for everyone who's watching in, you need to find that kind of
passions. But I often think it's like a menu. And it's really useful to even look at our challengers and go, what is it that they find? And sometimes sometimes we have passions that we keep through our life, but I also think it's good for our cognitive to start new things, engage in new things. Like have like a menu and go, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try whatever, the Camino walk. I'm going to climb a mountain. I'm going to go lake dipping. I'm going to whatever it is. So it could be playing the piano. I'm not reading more and putting down the phone. There can be lots of different things we can do.
But it's very interesting when you compare it to hunter-gatherers. They don't have a retirement age. They have life. And I think we have to stop putting these boundaries. Think, well, you get to 50. Well, you can't do this, you get to 60. Exactly. We have to stop that thinking.
And Professor Moyna, that is a lovely comment to bring the whole session towards an end. Eddie, Niall, Sophie, Colm, Sumi, thank you for being here today. For everyone who is and has watched over the course of the last 40 days, we hope and we know that you'll be as inspired as we were. We've met 16 amazing people over the course of the 40-day health challenge. They came on day one to take a chance, to try and improve their health, not knowing what those 40 days was going to bring. Today, we've seen that. We've measured their physical fitness, their mental fitness. We've seen the emotional changes, the pride, the laughter, the tears, everything that's come from putting one foot in front of the other, from getting outside your comfort zone and taking on something which is a little bit scary, but you know you need to do. And our 16 challengers have done exactly that. We've no doubt they've all the skills they need going forward to keep achieving their goals and to keep working towards them. And we know from the stats, over 40,000 of you who are watching today signed up to our website, 40dayhealthchallenge.ie, and have taken their own step towards better health from all around the world, which makes us so happy and so proud. It is really important to thank our challengers, to thank Ireland's Classic Hits Radio, the Irish Sun, for supporting us on this journey, for taking a chance, to Philip, who created the concept and took a chance on putting it together. Look at what's happened. And to all the team, who you don't see. When you come into the studio, you see us here, the experts, the panel. We very much have the easy job. We get to talk, present, give numbers and bring our expertise. But there is a huge behind-the-scene production here who make everything happen. And it's really important to acknowledge them and say a very big thank you from us in the actual studio, but also without them, it would never have happened. Remember, you can start at any time. The website is going to stay live. We're not going anywhere at 40dayhealthchallenge.ie. Our social media accounts are going to be there as well on TikTok, Facebook and Instagram. And we'll keep populating those over the course of the year. Keep your messages coming with your own progress. Tell us how you're getting on. We love to hear the feedback. And you never know. You may just see us next year with a little bit of luck. We really hope you enjoyed all the content we produced. Stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you very, very soon. Slán go fóill.
Right, how has the 40-day health challenge changed my life?
I always wanted to do a 5K run and I completed that 2 weeks into the challenge.
Feeling more confident, feeling more energy.
I feel stronger, lighter, fitter, more energetic.
Definitely gave me the kick up the arse I needed, and like we've changed so many bad habits at home, like the whole house, not just even me.
I'm feeling more confident, definitely, much more confident.
I just feel that I have that positive energy running through my system that I didn't have for a long time.
Like I'm just much more content in myself, and it's made me accept myself a little bit more.
I wasn't able to run after Ava. Now I can run and I can lift her up, play with her, like, and I have a lot more energy to do things now.
Oh my God, like, it's just amazing what 40 days can change your life, like.
Overall, would I recommend it? Absolutely. Overall, would I say to somebody, do it? But the change I've seen is incredible, incredible.
You know, there's so many more things I think that I can control within myself that I didn't know I could until I did this 40-day health challenge.
No regrets. It was the best decision I've made for myself in a long, long time, and there's no looking back now.
We're so lucky. We are.
Yeah,
We're brilliant. So yeah, it's been the best thing I've ever done anyway.
Best 40 days.
Best 40 days.
It's been a brilliant way to start the year. It's something that I will never ever forget. It's something that I'm going to keep doing through my life. And thank you for the opportunity. And I mean that because it's just been amazing. And that's it.